funkin' up the neighborhood. I felt full cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood. Funkin' up the neighborhood. I felt full cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood. Funkin' up the neighborhood. I felt full cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood. Funkin' up the neighborhood. I felt full cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood.
Coming to you live from New York, it's Underdog Journey! Yeah, I don't know. It's welcome to the 4 years of Underdog Journey. I'm here. David's not here. I don't know where he went.
He's not under the table.
He's not.
We're dreaming.
We are here with the guys from Goalie Dads United. How's it going, guys?
It's great.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having us. It's awesome.
Oh, now David comes in. We went live. You missed us.
It's okay.
Oh, yeah.
Here, let's start over.
Nicky goes, when you guys doing this? I'm like 8 o'clock. It's 8:08. I needed tissues.
Well, I mean,
Well, he might start crying. It's 4 years. It's a 4-year anniversary, David. You might start crying. I get it.
Are we live?
And we're live!
And we're back.
And we're back.
There we
My
go.
current wife says the kids say goodnight.
Good night.
Good night, kids. It's
good night, kids.
they have an early bedtime. So, guys, welcome. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
So introduce yourselves to our audience. You've already been here.
I've been here a couple times. This is round 3.
He's
I
round
think,
3 with
for
you
me.
on the show, yeah.
But first
Yeah,
time for
this is
Jeff. Go
this is
ahead,
my
Jeff.
first time. So yeah, my name's Jeff. I'm part of Goalie Dads United. Happy to do this with Mike and you know our kids play soccer together with Dave. So this is fun. We've been talking about doing this, getting together, and
Yeah.
I'm really excited for tonight. This is gonna be a great time.
Definitely.
Yeah, this is. I've had this date literally circled on my calendar for 3 weeks at least, and we're excited to actually be here and start exploring the world of bourbon.
Right. So to help celebrate this, we're going to do a bourbon tasting, which David can't even take part in.
Yeah,
So
can't
he
take
won't be
part.
drinking tonight.
I will be drinking. I'll just be drinking substantially less than you guys.
Substantially less. So Kirsten, my wife, I won't be home later tonight because I'll be drinking substantially
And you're
more than I
7
should.
hours
And I'm
away.
7 hours
Yeah.
away.
Yeah, that'll be tough.
Yeah.
Be a tough ride.
That's a sucky drive, by the way.
It's not bad.
It's awful.
It sounds
7
horrible.
hours? It was all an hour plus an hour on top of that for traffic.
It's a terrible.
It's not
drive.
worth it.
Yeah.
It's fine.
And what'd you go through? You didn't go through anything exciting.
No.
I saw lots of trees.
Trees.
lots of throughway.
There is that one rest area that's closed right now that's got the bridge kind of
That goes over?
I mean, that's...
Is it over troubled water or just?
No, it's just over a shitty freeway.
just a Terabithia.
Yeah. I wouldn't call it cool, but if you're looking for something to look at, it's different than all the other ones, I guess.
It's a bridge.
The bridge to a rest area.
So, David, 4 years. We've been going for 4 years.
4 years. I'm
Did you
sorry,
think
I'm just
4
now
years
getting to the
ago
thing.
that we'd still be doing this today?
Yeah, I figured, no.
We started
Just like you
this.
drew it up. Just like you drew it up.
We started
Yeah,
this at the
that's
height
what
of
I hope
COVID, just for something to do. Because nobody could get together. Our normal social circles couldn't get together. You couldn't go to bars, couldn't go to restaurants. And we decided that we've been talking about this for a while. Let's just go ahead and do it. Because
Yeah.
David and I actually became good friends through a group that we're both members of. But primarily, after the meetings of the Illuminati, we would go to a local bar, and we would close the place out every single time. And we'd be sitting in the parking lot till 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, just talking about dumb business ideas.
Yeah.
And
We had some real humdingers, and we had some dumb ringers too.
Some humdoners.
Yeah.
Yeah, and at a certain point, we're like, yeah, let's go ahead and start talking about this online. And this is what we're doing. So 4 years later,
That's great.
we're still doing it.
And then the
guys are killing
COVID
it.
aspect of it, I mean,
You can actually say COVID
so
online
mu-
now.
Yeah, so much has changed since then. But even I remember during COVID, I would do on Facebook Live, I did a COVID karaoke.
Yeah.
And literally lost
COVID
my mind.
karaoke.
I
Dude,
had,
that would be
like,
awesome.
It's all out
We
there.
should
You
bring
can
it
go look
back.
at
I
it.
think we should bring it
COVID
back.
I'll do
I think we
karaoke.
should bring it back and call it COVID karaoke.
I'll do it every night.
You have to sing with a mask on.
Yeah.
Yeah. I need a social distance from
Yeah.
with everybody.
There's 30 of them on my Facebook page right now.
Is
So
it
you
just
go back
you
and look
getting,
at it.
like,
It's
stir
just
crazy
me
at
getting
home?
absolutely
Blasted.
hammered and then going live.
Just sitting
I
by
did-
yourself at home with
yes.
nothing to do.
My kids
Oh,
were
I
there,
thought
my
you
wife
were
was
doing
there.
this as like a group thing. No, you just got drunk
No,
and
it
were like,
was just me. But I
You're
was
like,
live.
fuck it.
And
Yeah,
we
just
had,
singing "Welcome to the Jungle" on repeat
Yeah.
for weeks on end.
I had about 30, 40 people just coming in every night and texting me throughout the day. COVID
That's
was a
pretty
different
funny.
world, man.
It was. I loved traffic back then.
It was the best.
Oh,
It was
God.
that was
best.
great.
Yeah.
Because
So-
nobody on the roads. I mean, you could literally just, it's like that episode of Seinfeld where he expands the lanes of the roads, and people are like, this is nice, and they're all swerving all over the place. It was just like that. It was great.
We used to make margaritas and drop them off at people's houses.
Nah,
and I
that's
remember
smart.
I was drinking one, no shoes on, put another one in the car, drove to my friend's house with the margarita, like just.
You probably shouldn't admit to that on the internet.
Oh, it's fun. It's
All
fun.
right, all right.
It's fun. It's fun. It's fun. It's
Statute
all
of
good.
limitations. It was 4 years ago. But I was like,
The
who's
black
gonna
sniffles of
stop
death.
you? You know, there's nobody out there.
John Calendar says black sniffles of death.
Yeah, we used to call it the global plague sniffles of death. That way it didn't fuck with our algorithm.
Yeah, because you couldn't even say the word
Yeah, you couldn't
online.
say word.
It was not. It was
It'd
such a
flag you.
weird time. So I'm not saying that
We need some code words when
There's
I start
something-
messing with your algorithm tonight.
I
Tippy
think
toe.
I think we're at a place where we can say just almost anything. I think as long as we don't bring up certain presidential candidates' names, we should be okay. So
Yeah.
I think that's the only thing that would
And
mess us
because
up.
we stay away from politics, it's usually
Man, of all the times not to do politics, holy moly! We were talking about this earlier. It's like
Yeah.
a reality show. Every single week, it's like this week on America. Have you ever seen Bullet Time at a presidential
Come on, man.
campaign? It's
You're gonna get us banned.
I just said Bullet Time. It's a
don't think I need
Matrix
that
reference.
laptop.
The
Maybe we'll get
Matrix. I love the Matrix.
Never
Not
saw
the
it.
fourth
We
one.
can
That
say
was
anything
terrible.
talking about kids soccer.
Never saw The Matrix.
You never saw,
What? Saw
any
the
of
Matrix?
Add it to the list, man.
Oh, we
Like
got
none of them?
There's hundreds of them.
We've
I've
got
never
notepads.
seen.
The other page is going to be movies that Mike hasn't seen. I made a
see-
Spaceballs reference on the way over here, and he
You
looked
haven't
at
seen
me.
Spaceballs?
I'm
He hasn't seen
empty.
Spaceballs.
No.
All right, everybody, here's what we're doing.
What are we doing?
We're going to have a live viewing of Spaceballs. So get your popcorn ready. We're going to make this happen. That'd be actually pretty
It would
I
pretty
mean,
be
fun.
awesome.
how good could it be?
That's like Mystery Science
What?
Theater 3000.
How good could Spaceballs
How good is
be?
sex? How good could sex be? That's how good freaking
It's
Spaceballs
so
is,
good.
man.
And it's not
It's
even.
true.
It's
No.
so good, and it's not even that good. There's so many better
Oh.
Mel Brooks movies.
Yeah, imagine having sex with Mel Brooks.
Oh.
That's
Yeah,
Spaceballs.
there you go. That's,
Again.
there you go. That's how good.
Again.
That's how good
I made the
Spaceballs
joke
is.
today that drinking a White Claw was like the scene when he does the Perrier,
the Perrier.
and he just stared at me, and I was like, "Oh God, you haven't seen the movie, have you?"
And what did I say?
Oh, man.
You mean Miracle?
Yeah, I said Mel Brooks movies like
So
Miracle.
you don't read about Romans.
No. Romans?
You
Listen,
don't. You don't.
That's actually probably a pretty common thing. I don't think there's a lot of.
How often do you think about the Roman Empire?
0 times an hour. on
a
average.
fair amount.
Like a lot.
Like a fair
It's
amount.
like a
Like a
lot.
lot, man.
Yeah.
I think
Never
about the Romans
once.
a lot.
Not once.
No, not even once.
Now, how many times do I think about 1986 World Series? Daily.
Is that like a basketball reference?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. It's soccer. David
I
loves
texted him the other
soccer.
day. I thought I was giving him hope. I was like, I think I might adopt the Buffalo Bills as my football team, my NFL football team.
No.
Hey, you should.
All right.
Well, you
Go for
should.
it.
You should actually.
If I hated
mean-
you, I'd tell you to come over to be a Jets fan, but I don't wish that on anybody.
We could have 3 different teams. I'm a Dolphins fan, so
Ah.
Mike already. And I,
Well, I got the Browns already, but yeah, the Browns
Yeah.
are just man.
It's easy to jump that shit.
so-
Hey, Keith Edwards says, you're in my hometown. You didn't even give me a call. What the hell? So I'm sorry, Keith. Keith, we will do a show from your esports arena. As long as we're not playing a sports game in there, I'll have lots to talk about. I know nothing about sports, guys.
I mean, in
apologize.
fairness, you did just get here about 15 minutes ago.
Yeah.
So.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I did, actually. So, Keith, I'm sorry.
I can
blame
absolutely
me.
confirm it's a good thing that I'm not involved in the tasting tonight.
He can't taste anything.
Nothing.
can't taste anything.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Just
Can't
more
taste the
more
bird
Perrier.
candy.
It's lightly spicy water. That's what I've got.
Oh,
this has got
man.
this has a bit of it's got alcohol in it.
Okay.
I
That could be
can
dangerous.
tell
though.
you that it has alcohol.
So Pen Happy PPP says hi.
Some name.
Pen Happy
Yeah.
PPP. You can
Yeah,
never be too happy PPP. So there you go.
that's what we should have done when I found out I had no chance of being able to taste. I should have had Keith come in and set in my spot.
Oh, that's right.
That
Keith,
should have
I mean,
made
it's not
that.
too late.
That
Keith, you
actually,
can still come over.
Keith, if you can get here soon enough, we can get you on.
well, apparently he's drinking. He says Calumet Farms
Oh,
blended.
oh, nice.
So
I
you
do
can
like the
probably-
Calumet Farms.
Keith's
I know.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's already in better shape than we are.
So what we're going to do tonight is the three of us, not David, are going to have a tasting where we're going to do a blind tasting of 6 different bourbons, write down the flavor profile, and then blindly try and say what bourbon they are, considering I've only had 3 of the 6. You guys have had a couple of the 6 each.
I think I've had
and,
3.
so it'll be interesting to see what we come up
I've
with.
had 5 of them, but-
Anna Calendar and John, you guys really need to help us out with these flavor profiles of some of these bourbons. Anna Calendar says,
No.
you can't taste everything. Black sniffles of death.
No. She says I can't taste anything. She's actually asking why I can't taste anything.
Right.
I had brain surgery, and they took out my taster.
He has a leaky brain.
I had a leaky
so they had to fix
brain.
it.
They put a patch in, and as of right now, they got all rotor-rooted, and I'm stuffed up. I feel like I'm talking like, you got the hand on the nose. And, yeah, so that's what happened, and then we're not going to address that anymore.
So Keith Edwards
So-
says he'll be here in 25 minutes.
If
He also
I have
says
my
smooth and oaky.
tissues, then there's a reason why.
Well, he's getting a little misty-eyed because it's our 4-year anniversary.
4 years, man.
And David, I might start crying too.
4
That's pretty impressive.
freaking years. 4 years, every week, at least one of us has been
At
on.
least one of us.
At least one of us has been on. 208, 209?
Today is 212. 212
episodes.
in a row.
In a row.
In a row.
in a
That's
row.
impressive.
212
Yeah,
weeks.
That's impressive.
Yeah, that's like
That deserves
when
a
we're on
plaque.
vacation, we're still doing this.
Yeah.
When we're out of town, we're still doing this.
Yeah.
It's I've
One of
gotten
us-
many a dirty look from my current wife for doing this show on vacation.
Yeah. Yeah. My wife's like, can't you go do that so you can leave me alone for a little bit?
Well, you offered to do it from a beach in Hawaii, and
Yeah.
I told you I was
Well-
like, do not do that.
So it wasn't, if I could have gotten to the beach, I'd have absolutely done it. The problem was 8 o'clock here is 2 o'clock in the afternoon there, and I was still working. So I'm like, guys, we can hurry this meeting up, right? You guys, like, lithium-ion batteries are dangerous. Use my product. Be less dangerous. Let's go. All right. and
We've
you know,
done a couple of those, but we were here. By the way, Keith Edwards says he's seriously disappointed. He loves this podcast. Keith, come on over, man. Seriously. If you call an Uber, get over here and join the tasting.
See, that's a problem. If you have to call an Uber in this town,
Yeah,
you're
Uber's
You're not getting
screwed.
anywhere.
I mean,
So I was at the hospital because that's where I live lately.
Yeah.
I'm at the hospital, and they finally cleared me to eat. But they got no food. It's like
It's hospital food.
it's late.
Yeah.
Well, it's
Oh,
like
that
late.
too. Yeah.
So there's a place downtown called DP Dough or
Oh, I
something
know.
like that. Some kind of-
We
yeah,
have
so we
of
got
those
one in Columbus. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, excuse me. I've
Great
never-
hangover food, by the
yeah.
way.
Well, I'd never eaten there.
Yeah.
So I ordered food. I ordered a lot more food than I needed, but I ordered it through Uber Eats.
they deliver it to the hospital?
Yeah, they'll deliver it to the hospital.
Allegedly.
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 Asterisk.
Ostrich.
Yeah.
Yes. Ostrich. Allegedly. If you guys get that reference.
I do not.
You do not?
Oh,
Go-
I do. I do. I do.
Okay.
It took me a
Think about
minute.
it. There you go.
Yeah, okay. So, allegedly. So, I order it. The first person's on their way to pick it up. And then they're like, fuck it, I'm not doing this.
Oh, no.
So they drop it. And an Uber assigns it to some jackass on a bicycle. Some jackass on a bicycle's got my food. And apparently, after they pick my food up, they decide, fuck it.
No way.
So I'm sitting there waiting,
Oh,
and
that
they just
sucks.
disappear. So I'm trying to get a hold of them, So I'm on the phone with Uber, or on the little chat because you can't talk to anybody at
can't-
Uber.
Right, yeah,
There's
no.
nobody to talk to.
And yeah, I'm like, my food's gone. It never made it. Like, what would you like? I'd like my
I'd
food.
like my food, yeah.
But yeah, no cigars. We can't do cigars out here,
Keith
bud.
Edwards, yeah, no cigars. He can't have the smoke in his nose.
Yeah, I can't
But
be around. I
cocaine
can't
is
be around
perfectly
smoking.
fine.
That'd clear it right up,
Yeah.
Straight to the brain.
Yeah.
straight to the brain. Yeah, I do have
up
a
till 5 a.m.
yeah. Yeah, that's all good. So yeah, that was Uber. So you can get Uber Eats.
Well, what happened?
Yeah,
I never got my food.
They just said,
They did.
They don't care.
So
Get a
the
refund
next
at least?
day, Nikki comes back to the hospital and walks in, snaps a picture of my food sitting on this shelf, and I'm like, we didn't grab it.
Yeah.
We didn't grab
No.
it. I don't know.
not
When
after
it got
that.
there, as far as I'm concerned, my food never showed up
Yeah.
because
Did they
it
at least
didn't
give you a
show up
refund?
within like 3 hours.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
no.
gross.
So yeah, I'm out.
No.
No, there was some homeless guy touching it. It's not
Yeah.
good. No, you don't want
yeah,
that food.
Yeah. Some homo guy ate it. I mean, it's
Even if nobody touched it, it's just sitting for hours.
Yeah,
You
yeah, I don't want that.
You don't want any part of that.
yeah. Right now, there's I didn't eat cold cuts, but right now there's a boar's head listeria.
That's right. Boar's Head. Had a
13
massive,
Heads?
a massive
13
recall.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
boar's head.
Boar's Head is that's the
Yeah.
I
Well,
love boar's
it's
head because you
because-
get a Spiras down the street
Yeah.
here.
Dietz and Watson are shaking in their boots.
Well, Listeria, they must have hired all the people from Jenny's Ice Cream.
Oh, ouch.
Do you guys have Jenny's up here?
No.
No.
It's a Columbus thing. It's a really popular ice cream place in Columbus, and
Shitty ice cream.
They,
It sounds
it's
stupid.
amazingly
It's shitty
good
ice
ice cream. Amazingly.
Shitty ice
The
cream.
problem
Why
is they hired all their like buddies and their relatives and their friend's cousin to work at the company, and they ended up with like multiple listeria outbreaks
Oh,
in a
Jesus.
row.
Yeah.
So it's like,
I can point
Nicky
back.
Leffingwell says burn.
I can point back to a time, and I won't point it out because we will get banned off the internet. But there is a specific time when these massive recalls in our food processing started, and nobody wants to admit it. But if you go back and track the timelines on it, you'll go, "Oh, yeah, we probably shouldn't have done that." And
Yeah. Look,
don't let people mess with your food.
Let's not get us kicked off the internet today. But yeah,
Had another last month. What did you have another last month?
another
Burn? Maybe a recall?
recall.
Recall, maybe.
I don't know.
That's the problem is there's a bit of a delay,
Right,
so
so
we don't
sometimes
know
we'll-
what they're replying to exactly.
I'll know this next time when I just send a million comments your way when I'm drinking at home by myself.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Like,
those are
oh
great.
yeah.
Keith says, "Can we do another cookout before West goes back?" David, I don't know if we can. Can we?
I'm
I'm just
I've got
visiting
nothing
here. I
for
have no
tomorrow.
idea. I have no idea. Sure,
I have
why
no
not?
plans for tomorrow. In fact, I need to test and see how well I'm going to be because I don't know whether I'm canceling Columbus or not.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
So-
you were going to be in Columbus on.
Yeah, I was going to
Early
drive
next
back on
week.
Sunday. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Oh, Jenny's ice cream had another outbreak last month.
geez.
Okay, all right. So,
Listeria.
I think Jenny needs to.
Yeah.
Their ice cream is amazing. That's the.
I mean, is it worth
so,
it?
Well, if you like the
No.
weird, if you like the weird flavors,
No.
they got the weird flavors.
Okay.
yeah, like pistachio and ass crack apparently.
No, like goat
That is
cheese,
the
goat
best.
cheese and cherry.
Yeah.
Goat
Yeah.
cheese and cherry is one of the
Oh,
best
you lost
combinations
me.
ever.
All right, okay,
Goat
so I
cheese
don't know
doesn't
if you're.
belong in ice cream.
I don't think
I mean,
he's
it is
joking.
dairy.
This is also you also don't understand all of the conspiracy theories in the world.
I
You need to open your horizons.
My
to goat
horizons
cheese
are
and
closed.
conspiracies.
I will never eat goat cheese.
I don't
the
think
best cheeses
just
come from
sounds
the
wrong.
best cheeses come from the weird animals.
I do like
Don't
goat
tell me
cheese.
it's from a goat. Just call it cheese.
I like goat cheese.
Why does it
Is
gotta
it
be
goat
goat
cheese?
cheese?
It's not
Goat
that
cheese
weird that it's
good.
with ice cream. It's two dairy products.
Goat cheese, llama cheese.
Just
you
call
can make cheese out of anything that
I have
lactates.
nipples, Greg. Can you milk me?
You can milk anything with nipples. This reminds me of
The
what's his name? That movie.
Ben Affleck movie. Yeah.
Not Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck. Ben Stiller. One of the Bens. There's too many Bens.
The Ben Affleck movie. Yeah.
The Ben Affleck
Yeah,
movie.
Ben Affleck's not known for comedy.
Yeah.
No, he's not known for anything good.
He played
Anyway.
actually, he was the best Batman ever. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh yeah.
Ben
he's
Affleck?
So
Oh, I
great.
forgot he was that Batman.
He was Batman.
So did he.
Yeah.
You forgot too.
Oh,
yeah, you forgot too.
Yeah.
Oh man. So my current wife and I just saw the new Deadpool movie,
How was that?
and it was amazing. If you like that kind of comedy, it was amazing. But they had a lot of callbacks from the old Marvel movies. They had like Blade. Spoilers. They had like Blade, and they had like Elektra, and they made a comment about Daredevil died, the Ben Affleck Daredevil, and. Deadpool was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry," because apparently it's a whole thing. And Lecter's like, "Yeah, it's no problem." Like making fun of the fact that Ben Affleck was like the worst character ever to play a superhero. So
Him and wasn't George Clooney Batman for a while?
Now
Yeah.
hold on a second.
George Clooney Batman wasn't the worst
He
Batman.
wasn't. He was a good Bruce Wayne.
Well, the Val
was
Kilmer,
right.
the
Val-
Val Kilmer and the nipples on the bat suit was
Yeah,
just
that was rough.
bad.
those were
Was that the one
rough.
with Uma Thurman and
Yeah.
Schwarzenegger?
What's
And
the
Schwarzenegger, yeah.
freeze cold? It's time for ice. What
yeah.
killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age. Yeah. Yeah, that was the one.
The worst thing is that you remember all these
good.
lines from
I
that
don't
movie,
know how
David.
I'm remembering.
Okay,
That's the
so-
worst part
Because
of this.
they may not be the lines, but it sounds like
No, they were the lines.
There is a
They
YouTube
were the
video
lines.
of all of the cold references that Arnold makes in that movie. And it's like 7 minutes long of him just going, cold, ice, freeze, all just nonstop.
Can you imagine being the
that's-
writer on that? Just being like,
What can we get him to say?
Yeah. Yeah. What's the hardest thing for Arnold Schwarzenegger to say? Let's get him to do that.
Like a
Oh,
good
yeah.
neighbor.
Somebody needs to train one of the AI speech bots to talk like Arnold Schwarzenegger with
Dude,
an accent.
where are you?
That would be
You are
amazing.
so far behind the
yeah,
times.
you haven't seen that?
It-
It's
No, is
like
that a
the
thing?
biggest thing on the internet
It's
right
so
No,
now.
great.
I haven't seen that.
Him
No,
singing
I'll
all the
video
songs.
All the songs, and in place of commercials and whatnot, his
So
replacing
great.
of the vocals in all the commercials. Oh,
No, I haven't seen that.
Him doing the.
I am behind the times.
It is.
too.
It is.
Holy moly.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Let's find those. I want to play those online. Hey, where's our bourbon, by the way? Aren't we supposed to be tasting
Yeah, I'm
something?
drinking Gatorade right now.
Well, we have 6 bourbons, just so you guys know, just for everybody else to know. We have 6 bourbons that we're going to run the gamut on with you guys.
Okay.
You guys are going to run the train on 6 bourbons, and we got some serious note takers over here. This is miles per gallon. This is the price per gallon.
leave my gas buddy alone.
I was actually just because Nikki's like, when do I know?
Now.
When do I know?
Tell her now.
No.
So Nicole, there we
Tell her
go.
I'm thirsty.
Bring whiskey.
He's texting his wife to bring us whiskey.
number 1.
There you go.
Underneath one of my bourbon tastings, I have a list. Movies Mike hasn't seen.
What? You need more paper.
Do you just like
So
not
have you seen
watch?
have you
movies
seen The
and stuff?
Godfathers?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm not. I can understand because I just watched The Godfathers like this past year.
I guess if you
I
miss
watched.
it, and you miss it.
I
right?
watched Dazed and Confused for the first time yesterday.
Really?
Yeah, it was a shit movie.
Yeah, it was a terrible movie.
It was a shit movie.
I think it was like edgy
You
and
missed
fun.
your window to watch it.
It was edgy and fun in the '90s because they talked about weed. And
I
now it's like,
guess.
don't-
I mean, it was a shit movie. I bought.
It was great when I was 19.
I bought Weird today. The Weird Al Yankovic story with Daniel Radcliffe, Harry Potter himself.
Oh yeah.
Never saw.
Never saw that either though.
Never saw Harry Potter.
Nobody saw that one. Well, okay, that's weird.
All right, it's going on the list.
That's weird. That's funny. But no. That movie in the Weird had more context, plot, and substance in the first 5 minutes of that movie than the entirety of Dazed and Confused.
Yeah, Dazed and Confused was not a good movie.
I
Is
hope
that the one with the race cars?
Come on.
It was not.
No, that's
Dazed
Days of
and
Thunder.
Confused. Yeah, no.
Days of Thunder.
Which
That's back
also
when-
had
Yeah.
more.
Never saw that either.
I watched the entirety of the movie and was like, what's going to happen? What's this movie about?
About an hour and a
This
half.
movie's about nothing.
It's
Yeah.
just about an epic party in high school.
This is where Seinfeld got his idea about a television show about nothing.
About nothing. Nothing happens.
Nothing happened.
Wasn't that was McConaughey's first movie?
Maybe.
It was.
And
Yeah.
it's like 45 minutes to an hour.
So
before
another
he
reason
comes
not to
in.
watch the movie is what you're trying to say.
Hey,
What's that?
Another reason not to watch the movie is what you're trying to say.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. That's
All
where
right,
I-
all right,
that's
all
where I
right.
started.
That was the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plays Wooderson.
McConaughey's not an actor that like he's not a movie. Nobody goes to see a movie to see Matthew McConaughey unless
we
it's
shouldn't
like a
bring
lady.
the children to
this is
serve.
not-
This is.
isn't. This
I
isn't-
was specific that this was not supposed to happen.
Yeah, we have extremely underage wait staff today.
There you go.
That's not. I'm not sure any of this is legal.
This is quite.
This is all.
Oh yeah, let's put you on
Yeah,
camera.
none of you get on camera.
This is all
by
Arizona
the way.
iced tea.
This is.
We probably have to have a talk with the hostess.
And
I
the
think she's
ATF is
watching
shutting
right
down
now.
this show.
Well, guys, 4 years went by in a blank.
yeah, that was-
4 years.
That
4
was
years. Well, that was fun.
Next
That
to
was
our
a good
4
time.
month run.
next is 4 years in prison.
I said that.
You said it.
I said it. They literally asked earlier. I was like, no, it would not be appropriate to do that. Okay.
All right.
Before we
pause
drink,
this?
Thank God it was
this
the
is-
first one.
Shannon Black,
Imagine it was
congrats
like-
on the 4 years, guys. Shannon Black, where have you been, man?
Yeah,
we need
he's-
to do another fishing
he kind of
competition.
vanished. He kind of vanished on us. Like
Well, he has a
we
picture-
missed our fishing
Shannon,
contest
did you have
last
a
year.
baby? Did
he have a
Shannon
baby? I think he has a grandbaby.
He's holding a baby here.
He has a grandbaby.
He's a
He didn't have
grandbaby.
another baby. Ain't nobody sleeping with him. You see him?
Are we drinking this?
Oh, I have. Yeah, that's a. Apparently, there are more.
Mike's
rules
already
here.
done.
Yeah.
He's really eager to write his notes.
What do you? You said you
Okay.
had something to say before we drink.
Well, I've completely forgot.
Shannon Black, by the way.
What's great is I
contact
remember
us.
all the smells from before.
It's all there.
Not a clue.
So I did allow them to pass the bottles around, sniff it, caress it, look at it, give it a little kiss, and so we will see here.
He says
All
he
right,
got a
let's go.
granddaughter.
That's what I said.
Congratulations. I didn't
Do we
that.
know the list of the bourbons?
I
Yeah.
know the list.
You want me to write them
Knows
down?
the list.
Should we be?
Do you know?
No,
do
you
what
don't get to
number
know.
corresponds?
I know what they are.
You know what the number corresponds to.
I know what they are.
But do you just need to know the 6?
So you guys
I'm gonna
just
write
need to
them
know
down
this is
before I
number
forget.
1.
But am I supposed to guess which one it is?
You're supposed to take a drink of that bourbon
All right, hold
and
on.
tell me what
What
you
it
think
tastes
of that
Smell it
bourbon.
first.
Smell it. Inhale it. It's getting weird. It's getting a little weird.
It's getting a little quiet.
He's tonguing the bourbon.
Well, because there's not a lot, so I want to make sure I can do
Oh,
everything I need to do.
Do the
for
wine sip.
anybody
Really,
who
it
wants
stings the
a
nostrils.
second
I'm
pour,
not. I'm not saying it because I'm criticizing the fact that there's not a lot. I'm just trying to do all of my tasks.
I also have no ability to taste flavor notes, so I'm writing down brown,
tastes brown.
strong.
These are the guys you invite for bourbon tasting,
Oh,
and
yeah.
not Keith Edwards.
So Jeff says the first one tastes bourbony.
First one tastes bourbony.
I'm
Yeah.
I need
getting
a water, too, by the
I'm
way.
getting
I
a
don't have any,
vanilla hint on this.
A vanilla.
Yeah, on the smell. I haven't tasted it yet.
So you.
So he shoots it.
It's not an oyster.
It's strong.
I wasn't wrong that it tastes bourbony.
Well, it definitely was a bourbon.
Yeah.
Next up here is a message to Nicole. Bring
Make sure the next servers are
West
over
a
21.
water, and servers need to be
BID'd.
of age.
Noah's gonna go.
I would. That's okay. I can deal with Noah being 19, bringing 3 glasses of bourbon out here.
Like we're getting
But
there.
the girls going into junior high next year. Oh, I was just. What'd you guys do this summer? Serve my daddy's bourbon.
Yeah. I was on his podcast.
Daddy and his friends in his garage.
Yeah. Yeah. I just had to keep
this is
taking
how
a
the
bourbon.
plot
My dad and his
Tasting
drunk
started.
friends online were drinking, and we kept serving them
We
beyond
just
the.
kept bringing him alcohol.
I mean, it's a good experience, really.
My dad
I
and
do
his
not
friends
think the
were-
mothers will agree with that.
My dad and his friends were having an adult sleepover.
It's smooth and oaky.
Smooth and oaky.
Smooth and
Who
oaky.
said it? Who said it?
Keith
Keith?
Edwards.
What he knows?
No, he's just guessing.
That's the joke. That's the
Oh,
joke.
because I wrote down smooth and oaky because Keith knows. I trust Keith. Keith taught me a lot about bourbon.
And a calendar says
The
okay.
joke is smooth and oaky. Bourbon in general is smooth.
Yeah.
If you have, bourbon. If you get a whiskey that's kind of shit, then yeah, it may not be as smooth. But bourbon should be smooth, and all bourbon is aged in oak barrels. So smooth
Not
and
all.
oaky. Well, they're all of them have to be. Now, if they're
they can
finished
change.
elsewhere, then
Right.
they get changed from the name from bourbon to a whiskey because they can't carry the name bourbon.
Are we ranking these in a score?
For you, but it's only your palate.
No,
it goes
that's
on what
my
you
palate.
want. Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
asking you to use my palate. That'd
Yeah.
be weird. You got the wrong end of that, didn't you?
Yep. There
All right,
you go.
all right. We're
Oh,
ready.
my.
We're ready
Oh,
for
boy.
number
Get
2.
water. Thank you.
But you need to bring it.
Bring it.
It's already been brought.
It's already been brought.
Out of 10?
Uh,
100? What are we doing?
I'd do it out of 53,275.
Oh, we're actually ranking these?
Yeah, use pie.
I love pie.
Out of 3.1.
Full ryes are spicy, John Callender says, and I
No,
agree. I'm not a rye fan myself.
We really should have a unified method of scoring here. Is it out of
well,
10?
it's
5?
yeah, sure, out of 10.
I would
10.
like to point out that on bourbon 1, we're talking about a unified method. By
Okay.
bourbon 5, we're going to be like,
Here's the rule. If you're
I don't know how to tie my shoes.
if you're gonna rank out of 10, you can't choose 7. That's the only rule. If you
I like
choose
that.
that
You can't choose 7. You
No
can't
7.
choose 3.
Yeah. It's like
Yeah.
having not had
What about
a 13th
3.5?
floor
Because
in
that's
the
what I
hotel.
wrote.
Yeah, 3.5 is
Out
fine.
of 10?
out of 10.
No, I thought I was doing 5. We're doing 10?
Well, so double it. So it'd be 7.
7, but you
No,
can't
I
do
can't
7.
do it, yeah.
Good night, everybody.
This is
Oh.
4 years of this, David.
4 years.
4 years of this.
And this is our last time we're having goalie dads on the air.
You said I can have another shot of this if I needed it?
Yeah. I don't think you're gonna.
You need to go back to the drawing
Yeah.
board.
Yeah, John, we have no tasting notes at all. We're just making it up as we go.
I don't love it.
So they talked about it, but he wanted to do tasting notes live. I said, no, we should do tasting notes. If you guys are going to do tasting notes, you should do it before the show so you can match up your tasting
Yeah.
notes with it. But, Dave, can I sleep there tonight? There's probably a
who's
couch
asking?
available, Keith.
Oh,
A couch and with 2 dogs.
one dog will just use your finger as a bone.
Yeah,
do that one.
I was just
There
walking
you
through the
go.
house. I was just walking through the house, and
Thank you.
the new dog's all like, you know what? Fuck your leg. He just came over and started chewing on me.
Yeah.
And I was
I
like,
forgot
you know
puppies
what?
do that too.
I was like, you know what? I'm gonna teach you a lesson. I'm not gonna stop. And it lashed on. My legs just swung, and this dog doesn't weigh a half a pound. And whoosh, he got back up and looked at me and said, "You know what? You're good. We're good. We're cool, bro.
Second
Right?
thought, I'm going to go after the next leg I see.
Yeah, we're gonna do something else here. Okay, so we got number 2. Oh, wait. Before we get to before we get to number 2, what do we got here on number 1? Tell me about some of the things you got on number 1.
It's smooth and oaky. That's what I wrote.
It's smooth and
here.
oaky. It's smooth and oaky.
I had a vanilla smell.
vanilla
with
on
the
the
strong-
nose. Okay,
A strong,
strong.
right?
I
the
did- I
the
did-
initial
yeah.
was really strong,
Good vanilla.
but it could have been because I shot it. So this one I'm
Okay.
going to do a little bit more traditional style.
Yeah.
You typically don't shoot in
Yeah.
a tasting.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So I got excited with the first one. I'm going to comment
I
down.
get it.
I remember there was a wine tasting thing, little skit on somebody's show where they're like, what we're going to do is we're going to smell those tannins, and then down the hatch. And after about 5 of them,
That's pretty funny.
everybody else was like, the tannins, down the hatch. Yeah, it's good stuff.
Oh, wait. So, do you want notes on the? All right.
I feel like that that meme.
Drinking number 2.
Woo!
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
God, I wish I could partake in this.
So I have a terrible sense of smell. So all of them are no smell for me.
I mean, forget the smell.
What? Finish the thought.
This is terrible.
Bad.
Terrible.
What?
Yeah.
I like this a lot.
I think I know what
This
you're
might
Terrible.
be the worst. This might be. What's the one we had? Actually, Keith was here. Remember the one we had?
Heaven's Hill?
Was it literally? You literally dumped the
Oh,
4 shots,
oh,
drinks of it.
oh,
and Dave
yeah.
Just nope, dumped the whole thing down the drain.
Really?
Well, I went through several people. We tried to drink this bottle. The calendars had first tried it, and then we tried it here one night, and I ended up dumping the whole bottle. And I can't think of the name of it off the top of my head, but it was a nice square bottle.
It looked
was
like a great
gorgeous bottle.
It was one of the bottles.
Yeah,
that we
square
were
bottle,
excited.
John and Calendar. So what was the name of that, John? I can't remember what the name of that bottle was.
This is a.
Chris Pfizer says, "Congrats and cheers on so many years."
Did you
Thanks,
rate it
Chris.
a 2
Yeah.
out of 10?
It's
Wow.
Really?
Taste buds.
Yeah.
it's been a lot of work, as you can tell.
I liked this one better than one, I think.
No.
Maybe.
Yeah.
This is absolutely terrible.
I may have to go through them again. Like, I feel like my...
3 or 4 times at least.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
idea. We got the little side table. So if you guys don't have to drink all the liquid that's in there, you can set it aside if you want to make a circle back to it.
My side table's filled with snacks.
But, like, no
You
stuff-
got all kinds of snacks. We got a whole. We can't
I
get
don't
a
know if
shot of it.
You are a Circle K over
But
there.
he is a Circle K. We got Pop Tarts. Is that Pop Tarts you got there?
No, this is a.
Oh, that's that box. Okay,
a
we
box
can
for
say.
a-
We can
do
say
have
silver.
Multi-channel.
some pretzels.
Yeah.
2 XLR inch and a quarter
I should have got the
TLS.
other Doritos because we could have had a discussion around red or blue.
Oh, it's not even a discussion. Cool Ranch Doritos out.
No way.
If I can get rid of one snack in
Erroneous.
this world,
Erroneous.
it's Cool Ranch Doritos.
You don't like Ranch Doritos?
I don't like ranch.
Oh,
They don't actually
This
taste
is your
like
own
ranch.
problem.
It smells. They smell.
Blue Doritos are...
Who calls them blue Doritos?
I do. That's what I bring to the adult sleepover.
The red Doritos and the blue Doritos, guys.
That was a whole different conversation, everybody. That was once we have a few more drinks, then we can talk about the adult
know that
man
I wanna-
sleepovers.
I don't know that I want to finish this.
Put
Yeah,
it
no,
on,
so-
I'm a little upset.
put it on
Do
your
you want
side
the
table.
rest?
I like number 2.
I can't. You
A little
guys keep
upset.
talking about side
I'd like to
tables.
know what you
The
guys
wives
are
watching.
tasting, but I can't. There's no use of me
It has a
drinking
little bit of a bitter note to it, which I think is disagreeing with you.
A lot of things disagree with.
So
me,
on the
but this is
nose,
one of
it's
them.
I think I know which one this is, but on the nose, this is almost berries. I'm picking up on the
Berries?
on the nose. It's
Down in the
pretty-
berries.
Yeah,
I got a caramel.
I got a red pen.
I got caramel on the first. Did you say caramel or caramel?
I
Caramel.
usually say caramel.
See, now that you're thinking about
Caramel.
it,
Now
I'm
I'm
going to say it
gonna
all
think
wrong.
about it.
I know. You're a caramel guy?
Caramel.
You're a caramel
I
guy?
say all the letters.
Well,
Caramel.
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 Yeah.
Well, he says caramel because he has a monocle collection.
I say caramel because that's the way it's spelled.
Exactly. It's
What
not
about
spelled
going back to
caramel.
cheese? Ricotta.
Well,
What is it?
well,
Do you say all the letters? What is it?
no? Because unfortunately, I
Oh.
would say the way my grandmother said
So
it.
maybe get off your high horse a little bit. And
Wait, what? I missed something.
Ricotta.
Ri-
What do you call it? You call it ricotta?
I do now.
What do you know?
You got to say it like
Did you call it
the
ricotta?
Italians.
Did you call it ricotta?
Yeah, I
I
used
used to
to.
call it ricotta.
I used to.
Yeah, I did too.
Now
Did you
it's
really?
ricotta. I don't like it anyway.
Yeah.
But,
That was one of those
I like
jarring
ricotta
things
cheese, yeah.
about Sopranos.
oh,
Not only do they say sandwich, but instead of saying pasta, they say past. You had the past.
Yeah, I grew up in Jersey Italian family. We didn't say any of the last letters.
That's-
so gabagool, like everything was butchered.
Yeah.
You know, ricotta.
So when I make fun of the Sopranos, I'm making fun of you. You're
Yeah,
gonna come
yeah,
after me? All right.
100%. Yeah.
directly.
Directly.
That's
It's easy though. It's
See the guy out there with a horse head walking
No
around?
It's too
apologies.
easy.
No
It's too
apologies.
easy.
It's
This is
fine.
actually hurting my ear.
It might be the big hole in the side of it.
Could be.
Anyway,
All right, we're good.
so we
We on that? We on that?
moving
What do we
on?
got?
We ready to
Okay,
go?
so what did you come up with on 2? He put it in Terib.
No,
Interrible.
my,
Terrible.
language, my language is a little weird when I write. I know what it means. Though.
Yeah.
This will be in
John
the
says,
archives.
who's
I like
bringing the Gobago?
Gabago?
Gobago?
Gabago? Is that
I don't. John's
No.
been drinking too. I'm not sure what Gobago means.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Is that a
Sounds
Gabagool?
like, it sounds like a game.
Gabagool.
Gabagool.
Gabagool? I didn't see the L.
Oh,
Gabagool.
yeah, it looks like an extra.
Gabagool is
What is
capicola.
gabagool?
Capicola.
So why do you say Gabagool? It sounds like
Gabagool.
sounds like a Halloween
I know.
character.
So when I was young, I thought my
Now, kids, look out! The Gabagool might get you if you stay up too late.
Yeah.
So my grandmother used to call pasta fagioli pasta vazul, and
Yeah.
Pasta fagioli.
I used to think it was a curse word because she would always say it so angrily. She'd be like, "Do you want pasta vazul?" And I was
Pasta
like, "I don't want
Fazool,
any
you
of that."
Gabagool.
So
Yeah.
gabagool, pasta vazul, all that.
It's a good thing nobody in the family watches this show.
The family. What family? Oh, that's
The,
You
the
know-
family. The family.
I'm thinking I might hate it.
I
'cause
used to
it's
I used to
warm.
date a girl. Her last name was Genevieve. Yeah.
You thought? Oh,
And they
this dude
pronounced it
was
that way on purpose
If her,
because
if
it
her
was
first name
originally
was-
pronounced Genovese.
If her first name were Genevieve, that'd be cool.
That would be
Genevieve,
cool.
Genovese.
Genovese.
Yeah.
Genevieve.
That would be good
Do
with
you
an ice cube.
do you think it would be asking too much if we asked the hostess to ice these a little?
Yeah, there's ice in there.
I think that would have changed number 2 a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, so I told her to take a. She doesn't listen to me. We've got ice cubes in there. I said,
We are
hey,
just
put it in
sitting
one of
on
the
our
white
butts. Like I can't,
white-
can't really see it.
white bowl. There's a white bowl in there that's perfect for putting ice cubes in. So
We're
I will
literally
I will
just sitting-
remind her.
I mean, I'm happy to go get it.
Yeah.
Why don't I
No,
just
that's
go
fine.
get
That's
it?
what she's
That might be safer.
I mean, I'm okay with that.
That might be safer.
And
bring
then maybe I could.
ice.
She's had
woman.
enough of us already.
Yeah. We still.
I
got
said
4
bring
of them.
ice, woman. We're good.
Bring ice woman. She's
There's
gonna
an
bring
ice woman.
An ice woman.
There's gonna be a sculpture that comes
This
in.
is
Yeah.
just a lady that's like. We're gonna have dancing girls on the show tonight, everybody. It's gonna be awesome.
So we actually, I
It's
actually do
actually
have
just a
some
fat
whiskey
white guy
stones.
that looks like a snowman.
Whiskey stones are great.
I do have some whiskey stones in there.
See, I like whiskey stones because they don't water down your booze.
I like a little bit of water.
I do too.
Actually, in
like a little
tastings, you're supposed to water your booze down a little
Yeah.
bit. That's,
We're doing this all wrong.
I'm literally watching you, you
Nikki.
fuckers.
She's watching us. So yeah, hey Nikki, blame him. Blame this guy over here.
Good. So when we're standing up for it, being like, we can just go get our own ice.
Yeah, that's on record, Nikki. I got
exactly.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
being strategic.
I'm on record that I went on record before and told her to bring a white tray of ice.
So
you. I
guys,
think it's fine. It's fine.
while we're waiting in the
Backpedal,
extremely
backpedal,
slow wait staff here, tell us a little bit about the goalie dads.
Well,
United.
you guys said you started in COVID. We started on the sidelines of a soccer field.
Yeah.
David, you could attest to some of the things we've talked about. And essentially, Jeff and I would sit and talk during soccer practices, and eventually, parents from other teams, our teams, everything, would just kind of gather around.
Full of ice.
Oh.
It's like a Hawaiian shaved ice.
That's pretty fancy.
Those are cool. So you can't
Thank
really
you,
see them too
Nikki.
well on the camera. Those are hold one of those up.
I mean, with my
Those
hand.
are this. Yeah, just hold. I mean,
You're keeping that one.
you got the square ice cubes here. This is high class.
This is
I mean,
high
it's
class.
That is
square.
awesome.
So I did not take the
It's
time
mostly square.
because I've been busy But I did not take the time to make the crystal clear
Put it in
ice
your,
balls.
put it in your cup there.
Well, there's Gatorade in there.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
put it in one of these other ones.
I'm putting it in two, that's for sure. So
Anyway,
we
yes,
started
Golden
talking
Dads
a
United.
lot on the sidelines. We actually started looking forward to soccer practices to talk about random stuff from our youth
Yeah.
and our just parenting and dealing with not just soccer life, but just all of this, right?
Yeah.
Like having kids and being in sports and just navigating everything. And it turned into, it just, I mean, literally every single practice, we'd get more and more people coming home. Like,
Yep.
you guys talk about the weirdest shit. Like you talk about, we never know what we're gonna hear. Then it's kind of like what it started. And then David
Right.
actually is the one of the main forces for pushing us towards just do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
Like
Just
who
get out there
cares?
and
Just
do
do
it.
it.
Well, it's good for so many things. Honestly, I think everybody should be doing an online show like this. It's because not only does it get you speaking more comfortably in front of cameras, it gets you comfortable like just making shit up on the fly.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
There's so many people, and this is everybody does this. The first time you're in front of the camera, you're looking at this piece of glass and plastic and metal, and your mind goes blank. And our first show, honestly, it was the
It was
worst.
great.
It was literally
it was
4 years
awesome.
ago today.
It was the best of all.
started like this.
It was the best of all shows ever.
Hi, I'm West.
It didn't even start like that. It didn't even start like that. It started with, "Are we live?"
Is this
I
thing
think we
on?
might be live.
Are we on?
I think did it actually go live?
Yeah, I think we're
live. I'm West.
We were such characters. It was like, hi, today we're going to talk about goalies. And then we're like,
And we don't even talk about
we don't,
goalies.
well, because we don't know what the hell we're talking
Well,
about. So
you don't.
I don't know anything. Yeah, we established our roles pretty quickly. I think,
Right,
which
right,
was
right.
also important.
Jeff is the everything's hunky dory, everything's great. I love everybody.
Right.
Everything's going to be fine. And I am the bitter
And
man on the block.
and
I get it.
Mike is we're going there, we're getting out, we're playing the game, we're
Yeah.
getting back in the car, we're driving home.
Here's the other thing. We lost 11-0 first game or something like that, right? And Jeff's like, hey, I'm going to bring Piper over to get Piper and some other girls over to ice cream to get ice cream. I was like, ice cream?
Ice cream for winners.
They just lost 11-0. They look like they never played before in their life. You're going to reward that with ice cream?
See, that's your show.
That's
It
the
is.
show.
It is our
That's
show.
perfect.
I mean, that's literally the show.
100% it.
John Calendar says, Wes, do you think I should have one? I'm surprised I haven't been kicked off yet. John, you should probably not talk on the internet. You don't have a
Actually,
filter? It would
No,
be a good
John.
show.
John,
But-
his knowledge base in things like beer and bourbon and
Right.
copiers.
But-
I mean,
Did you
But
say copiers?
he's a copier guy.
Oh.
There you go.
after, get a couple drinks in, John. He'll never have a day job again.
Yeah.
He'll never have a
so
day job
you
again.
would have to
So-
go. You would have to go OnlyFans, bro.
Yeah.
Photocopy his ass. Stick that up on the
Oh, you don't think he hasn't done that?
They're all the wrong
They're all the
times.
wrong
There's
time. It's
nothing
true.
we've said
Yeah, there's
that's-
nothing right about this.
there's
Hey,
nothing-
can you bring me my little black book?
That's kind of awkward. That's
I need the answers. Yes,
I don't want you to know the answer.
I know most of the answers.
that's your wife.
Sometimes he forgets.
That's where I got her name from. Was my little black book. She knows this. Yeah, I got discount price.
Ouch. Ouch.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
I do love that that took me a good 10 seconds.
It's
There
taken me
you go.
15
Letter
minutes.
Kenny.
There you go.
Letterkenny.
It's such a great show.
Such a
It
great
really
show.
Such a
is.
great show.
Not only have I haven't seen it, I haven't even heard of it.
I don't need to put that on the list. That's a
It'll
little more.
change your
That's a
life.
little more niche.
How do I? Who do I
The first, it gets a little weird the last couple seasons, but
So
it's great.
Yeah,
It's
I.
so great.
Seems
though.
like overkill.
John, you might be the first one to get kicked off OnlyFans. You might
I
be
don't
the very
think
first.
so. I don't think even John could get kicked off OnlyFans.
I think this one is going to be spectacular.
Well, that's a lot lighter, just from the coloring on it.
Right. This is a lot more mild than the other ones.
I feel like I'm in a science experiment.
It smells like ice.
This is going to be amazing because it's cold.
I have an idea.
Let's see.
I might give you guys some cheating tips there. Yeah.
Oh. I don't even need to write. I don't even need to write anything down. I'm just going to put my score.
Oh,
Boom.
That's my new go-to right there. Is
Then I know the answer.
what is that? Velvet?
velvet? Yes, it's like a velvet rabbit.
So I
That's
don't.
what I was going to write down. The Velvet Rabbit.
Yeah, the
it is
velveteen rabbit.
Velveteen rabbit. So you got to burn it.
Yeah. I'm just looking at the collar of it. I don't know if that's what it is or not. I'm just looking at the
This is what you
collar.
did to me during the conspiracy show. You set me off down so many different paths. I don't know what the hell.
I'm very happy to say that I had written my score before you gave, even if that was a not a true hint, but I wrote
No,
this.
it wasn't a hit. I just happened to look at it and go, wow, that looks. Oh,
I wrote my score as 10 with an exclamation point.
Really?
Yeah,
10.
for me.
Dude, I love
Good
it.
thing you're not scoring me, because this is not a 10.
Velvet is a Canadian whiskey. See that? I mean, John's knowledge is just right there. With
knows
it.
his stuff.
Google.
This
He
is
knows
what I
his
want to
stuff.
do in
He does have the
retirement. I
benefit
just
of the
want to
internet.
comment on podcasts. I just want
No,
to
no.
like. I don't want
I
to be
wanna-
on them. I just want to like listen and be
You
that.
just sit there
Just-
with your popcorn.
Yeah, so someone goes, "Man, that Jeff's got it
Jujubes."
together."
Yeah.
We don't know who he is, but this kid's got it.
He's so smart. No, he's typing everything into the internet machine.
Yeah.
I just want to get rich enough to where I can have a podcast and talk about politics and not worry about getting fired from a day job.
So
what I
we've
want.
called this out in the past, and we call it "fuck you money."
I want
Oh
fuck-
yeah, that's from that
Just
movie.
the fuck you money.
right?
It's the "fuck you money."
The John, was it the John Goodman line?
Well, it goes off of what was it? Because he's in the kitchen. He's like, "Fuck you, fuck you."
Oh,
fuck
that's
you.
from
You're
Half
cool.
Baked.
Fuck you.
Half baked.
Yeah, half
Which
baked.
you also
Half-Baked.
haven't seen. It's
Write it down.
You haven't seen Half Baked?
I don't smoke Christmas.
Well, neither do I. Neither do I. But I've actually seen that one. That's the one where they kill the horse, right? Where he kills the horse, the
Yeah.
diabetic
I've
horse.
seen
Diabetic
Who's Harry
horse.
Crumb. You ever see that?
I have seen Who's Harry
Great
Crumb.
movie.
what? Who
What?
is Harry Crumb?
There's a guy, John Candy.
Yes,
John
John
Candy.
John
John
Candy.
Candy.
movie.
John
Yeah.
Candy's fantastic.
I'll be.
But he's been gone a bit, bud.
He's been
and
gone.
the,
He's
I didn't-
in Spaceballs.
Yes.
Ironically, he probably was diabetic.
So was Bill Pullman. Not Bill Paxton.
Wasn't is that the one Kareem was in?
No, Kareem was in Airplane.
No, also. Write that down.
Striker.
Have you,
No.
have you seen Naked Gun?
Yes,
Okay.
Naked Gun's
You
a
saw
great
Naked Gun.
movie.
Okay.
Okay.
That's one of my
That's-
all-time
okay.
favorites.
Naked Gun's one of my favorites.
Barf. Yeah, John Callender nailed it. Barf. Not here. This is a Mercedes.
It's got one of the best lines when they comb the desert.
All of the
I ain't
lines of the
found shit.
I ain't found shit.
Keep firing, asshole.
I'm surrounded by assholes.
Yes.
I want to watch that movie with my son specifically so he goes to school and gets in trouble for saying I'm surrounded by assholes.
Yeah.
I want my son to say that so bad in school.
It's Penny's.
Does that
It's
make- does
Penny's
that make me
favorite
a bad
movie.
parent?
What? Spaceballs?
Spaceballs.
What the hell
She
we got on
see
this
it?
thing? A Cuisinart?
Oh my God. Yes, the Cuisinart.
night long.
Oh,
The cool
so
thing
I
is-
actually, we were actually going to have a challenge on one of our next shows. Not this one, probably the next week. If I'm remote, the next or like our next normal, not either side by side,
Yeah.
next normal podcast of which one of us can get the most Spaceballs references in a night.
I'm in.
Yeah.
Well, the funny thing is, my current
Zero.
wife
You're
can
in?
actually quote the entire
I lose.
Mike's like, I'm out.
You're the control. You're the control group.
You're Kramer.
Well, the next time
Money
you're on the
table.
show, we're gonna have only talk about flat Earth. That's the whole show.
no.
Flat
Turtle Earth. Turtle Earth
Turtle Earth.
Oh, I
Society.
did. That's
So-
exactly when I turned it on. Was when we talked about Turtle Earth.
Oh,
I don't even know what you're talking about. We talked about Turtle Earth?
Turtle
Oh,
Earth
when
Society.
You had a lot to drink.
The Turtle
Wait, I
Earth
did
The
it
Earth
Society.
is on the back of a giant turtle.
Yes, I remember
Yeah.
that. That was.
That's
So
good
everybody
stuff.
go to Instagram and check out Turtle Earth Society, and you'll learn a lot. The government's been hiding everything from you. It's all out there.
It's all out there, made up on the internet by West.
It's true. It's true. I make up most of the
Under
conspiracy
his
theories.
different
I am a
pen
member of
names.
That
certain
was
organizations that do
fantastic.
control the world. So
That was a fantastic episode.
You know what's weird about this one? I've had many little sips. The first two little sips I've
Keith,
had
so am I.
were terrible. And this last sip was pretty good.
See, it's. That's
I
why
will
it's
say
go-to.
this one is my favorite by a lot.
I don't get that.
It's the most mild so
I take
far.
one over this all day.
One was really good. Two started out good, but it's dropping down the list because I'm comparing them against themselves now.
See, I can see this being a good go-to, like daily go-to, because it's easy to drink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
And that's what makes that's why
kinda
I
boring.
like that one so much is because
Yeah.
it's easy to drink, man. You just done.
Yeah.
Could it easily be my? I mean, I don't drink daily, but if I did, that would be one I would do.
Well, that's another interesting thing too. Is like when you're drinking it, are you thinking like, oh, I would have this sitting down every day, or is it like I know this one is pricey, I want to savor every drop of
Well,
it?
that's what I like about this. I've had expensive bourbons that I thought were disgusting.
Yeah. What's amazing is you don't have a strong opinion one way or the other on it.
This is shit.
And what's even more impressive is you leave a lot of wiggle room for anyone else to have an opinion on it. Oh, you like that one? You're an idiot.
Yeah, Fazoli's.
I had a score on this,
Fazool.
but Mike bullied me out of it. So
Hey, man, it's your palate.
Who Excuse me.
But yes, Keith, sometime we do need to go to your arena. That would be awesome. I want to do a whole show from his arena. That'd be sweet. Now, only if you rename it Underdog Journey Arena. You got to rename it. Keith.
The
That's
dog
rule.
pit.
The dog.
Dog pit. That's awesome.
And we could get that football player to
Michael Vick would be
Yeah,
the-
Michael Vick to cut the ribbon.
Too soon.
Sure, he would love that. Yeah.
Too soon.
It's always too soon.
20
always
years.
too soon.
20 years is too soon.
It's always
No.
too soon.
A Family Guy gets to make fun of it. I get to make fun of
Yeah.
it. All right, that's how that works.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
That's not a good tenet to use in life.
No.
Hey, Family Guy did it.
Yeah, dude, I love the clips where like, how is Family Guy still on the
Oh, my
air?
God.
And I guarantee I'm going to watch that because it's going to be the funniest shit. Absolute funny stuff. Has no place in society, but I'm watching it because it's going to be
Family
funny.
Guy's- I love
Oh.
Family Guy.
Oh, I love it. It
You haven't
is.
seen Family Guy either?
What?
Jesus Christmas.
What do you do when you're at home? You just like sit around in a dark room?
You don't
Don't put Family Guy on there because I ain't watching it.
Well, this isn't a list
Why
of
would you
movies
not
I'm
watch
gonna make.
Family Guy?
What do you have against?
I
Family
don't
Guy?
know. I just
What do you got
made it
against
through-
comedy?
Do you not like
I've made it-
laughter?
I've made it. I
don't like
know what
happiness
it
and
is.
joy?
I've seen clips. I've never sat down and
Do you
watched
hate
an
funny
episode of Family
things?
Guy.
Next week on our episode, Finding Joy with Mike.
Finding Joy with Mike. Here, we're going to watch either Family Guy or this random person drowning kittens.
Well, also, like,
I don't like to do that.
no, but you do put yourself through the ringer of watching sports every night that just make you frustrated.
Yes, I watch a lot of sports.
You're like, because we had this conversation on our show where he's like, you're a fair weather fan. I'm like, no, I'm not. I just don't want to spend the 2 hours that I have free being upset and angry and frustrated.
Right. I don't know sports, but I know that feeling. And
Yeah.
there are things that I've specifically stopped that I like.
If my team's really bad, I'm not going to sit there and be like, well, this was a wonderful 2 hours. I'm glad I just put myself through hell watching
No, but
this.
how do you enjoy their wins, their successes if you don't suffer through the losses?
Well, it depends.
Alcohol.
Yeah.
A lot of bourbon.
Yeah, this is my like low level sports that I will not. I'll tune in for all the Nationals bad games.
No, you won't.
Yeah.
Occasionally.
All right. I'm almost on the edge of criticizing sports in general. I don't want
You
to
should.
insult
You
anyone.
should. No, you should.
Okay. Why do you want to celebrate a bunch of overpaid thugs who do nothing but bonk into each
Who
other?
are overpaid
Which sport are we
thugs?
talking about?
Literally all of them.
Well, baseball doesn't really make any contact with anybody. It's just a ball and a bat.
Well, they should. Maybe more people would watch baseball if they did have physical contact. Think about that.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Right.
I don't.
Balls, bats,
I don't
physical contact. Now you're watching porn.
Fair enough.
this is fair.
See, they'd have viewership then. But
I do
the
still
rest
love,
of them, it's like, they're all terrible people who do terrible things in their personal lives. Why do I want to waste my time on that?
That's not fair.
Yeah, I don't subscribe to
kinda
that.
All
is.
of them are terrible people who do terrible things.
Most
Thank
of
you.
them.
No,
Most of them.
I've been
Thank you.
around a lot of athletes, and the most of them are not.
There was at least 3 of them that
not-
weren't rapists.
not terrible people.
Right, yeah, it's not like they're organizing dog fights and
That's one guy.
and
Yeah.
attacking their ladies and
It depends. I'm very I'm very
they're
pro
good people.
sports.
Good people.
Football, I tend to have a little bit of an issue with.
Here's my thing. I just
Football.
think if imagine the amount of energy,
Not the
and
sport of football,
imagine the amount
but-
of like just physical, mental energy, and money involved. If we dedicated that amount of energy and funding to like education or like intellectual endeavor,
You're not gonna get the
we'd be
you're not
living
gonna get the
on Mars
viewership.
right now.
Yeah.
But we'd be living on Mars. We'd
No,
be,
you'd
we'd
not
be-
get the viewership.
We would be in Star Trek right now, David.
No, we
we'd have Lieutenant Commander Data would be right
Yeah.
now.
Hey,
pouring
I
us
would
these
watch
drinks.
Spelling Bees.
Society was
So, I mean, like,
society
I'm
would
in.
have collapsed.
Your society would have collapsed. The rest of society would be filled with people like me, enjoying traveling through outer space, talking about flat Earth and turtles with planets on their backs.
You know what?
So
going
that
back to
means
your-
you'd be in the
I
basement
warned you
on
guys.
mushrooms.
I was going to start criticizing sports soon. This is
Hey,
what happened.
that's
to.
okay.
It's not
Everyone
my-
I know criticizes sports. I'm not an ambassador for it.
All right, number four. What are we getting here?
I'm just smelling my mustache. Everything smells like a mustache.
It smells like pizza.
That's weird. That
It just
pepperoni?
smells like the Circle K.
Wait, you called him Circle K.
Are you cheating on me?
I said what I said.
I stand by it. Oh my Lord, my
I
stuffiness.
have no smell out of
My
this.
stuffiness has increased.
It's gotten stuffy in here.
It's gotten rough.
Yeah.
Yeah, you sound like it. You sound really congested.
I'm so totally, absolutely congested.
You know what helped that? Cigars and more booze.
Or
I don't think
cocaine.
so. Yeah.
Well, I was hoping that this.
I have no
would fit
smell.
stuff out.
There's a zero smell.
When I had no smell either, but there was a handful of bottles I had no smell from in the initial testing.
Yeah, but you have no smell problem.
I do have no smell.
There's nothing wrong with my smeller.
There's a lot wrong with other things, but maybe your smeller's fine.
Oh,
All right.
and I can't blow my nose either. They won't let me.
Really?
I'm not allowed to do that. Yeah. I gotta stick with it.
You got flies in here.
It's a garage, bud.
I'm just saying.
It's a garage.
All right.
When you see us in here, when we do the show for here, we're like this. There's a reason.
That's the reason I have long pants on. And
So Nikki says, weirdly, that one smelled the strongest to me.
this one?
Oh.
Oh, no,
Okay.
we've done it.
Shit.
Pissed her off.
Oh, no, we all have COVID.
See, this is a stronger smell than the previous one to me.
Really?
So the last one
That
was
would
the
make
most
sense.
light. To me, this actually has a more of a traditional bourbon-y flavor. It almost reminds me of the smell reminds me almost like a Jack Daniels.
Can we just? Nikki's
a
giving us
Tennessee
all
whiskey.
the same ones, right? Because the number 3 had the strongest smell to me.
Okay.
Well, I told her
weird?
to, whether she listened to me or
think
not.
she's just like,
Completely.
This will teach him.
Right, she's just screwing with us now. I told you.
Control in the kitchen has reached.
I told you. They're just pouring
Lost
the same
cabin
one
pressure.
in all the bottles,
So-
and they're not telling us. It's all the same one.
She drank before the show, and she was doing vodka. So I don't know. I mean, it's hard to tell what she's doing in there.
They're all being poured by 12-year-old girls in the kitchen.
Yeah, seriously.
Everyone's getting the same one.
See, I
Daisy.
knew it, Nikki. See? All right, dead air. Let's drink.
Oh, that's good stuff. I think. I said that like I could actually taste it.
See, it goes down smooth,
That's what she said.
Jeez.
but it has more of the traditional like whiskey-ish
It's kinda
Jack
woody.
Daniels flavor. Kind of woody.
Like an oak.
Kinda
Kind of
smooth
woody,
and
kind of a
oaky.
little hardness to it.
Oh, mine's done. I'm like, here. What would be interesting is to do these all again with ice, because I've done all of them.
What I've
Sans
learned.
ice.
Here's what I've learned. I can't use more than one sense at the same time. Because I was just in the middle of
Yeah.
appreciating that drink, and you started talking. I don't even know what it tastes like.
So it's my fault.
No, it's not yours. It's just any noise. Like the two senses kind of worked against each other.
Yeah.
there.
Keith Edwards says we have to go to Evergreen tomorrow. I'm not sure what that is.
Oh,
Evergreen is
great.
really good.
What is Evergreen?
It's a restaurant downtown. It's,
Yeah,
it's good.
downtown. It's right across the street from Orbis.
Right
like
down.
where we parked, it's right there.
Hey.
We were right in front of it.
Hey, what?
Write it down.
What down?
Never heard of it.
I'm like, I'm not your secretary.
You live here, man.
Write that down.
Write that
You've
down.
lived
Take a
here
note.
your whole life.
I have not lived here my whole life.
Your whole life.
That's
man.
why that one I don't need to write that down.
My
I've
whole
only been to
adult
Evergreen
life,
twice.
sure.
Dictated, not read.
Yeah.
Yes.
Understood. Received.
I'm a big fan of this one.
You like that, huh?
I've been a fan of all of them, to be honest.
Yeah, that's the thing about bourbon.
Yeah, they're kind of nice.
Yeah, bourbons are good.
I like the first one the best so far.
really nice.
The first one's high on my list.
I want to do the first one again, because at first I was like, whew.
You
and
can only
then-
do the first one first once.
This is true.
You only get one.
That's a philosophical
Feeling it.
discussion.
only get one first.
It
one.
feels like the first time.
This is not that kind of show.
Yeah. So bourbon 1, I would like to do twice.
I bet you would.
Bet you would, Panama Red.
This is what the show has turned into
this
after 4 years, everybody.
It's just movie
This is
references.
it. This
Yeah.
is-
I can't. Shit.
yeah, the whole rest of the show, we're only doing movie references.
That's an
We're not
8.
doing any.
8, nice.
Number
What
4
do
is
you got
an
on
8.
that one?
Hey,
4 is an
get
8.
busy living or get cracking.
Double it.
I got an 8.
Oh, you got an 8. We got two 8s. What about you?
Yeah.
I was a 6.
6 on it. Okay.
Why don't you like it?
I didn't say I didn't.
I mean, 6 is pretty weak.
It depends.
Okay.
You don't know my
okay.
scoring.
All right. Look here. So
Gives me some wiggle
So
room.
we have.
Actually, this one is a 5. I take it back. I had this one as a 5.
the star rating, right? The star rating is 1 through 5.
Right.
If you get exactly the service that you're expecting, What's the rating?
That should
Three and
be
a half.
3.5.
It's 2.5.
2.5.
2.5
2.5, that's
stars
right in the middle.
is right in the middle. That is exactly
Fair
the
enough.
medium. There was nothing that brought it extra, but there was nothing that detracted from it. 2.5 should be the absolute perfectly acceptable score on a
I-
5-star.
So if I-
I understand that mathematically, but I don't think anybody feels that culturally.
Anything less than 5 stars is a fail. And the culture that brought
that's how
that over
Uber
here
feels.
should be smacked
It's
and
Uber.
sent back across.
It's Uber.
When you go to Amazon and you're going to buy something and they have like the star rating, do you
Yeah.
ever be like, yeah, give me 2.5 and
I discount the 5 stars.
I do
I
too.
discount
Same.
the 1 star.
You give me a 4.2, I'm in.
yeah.
I want to know what the people that 2, 3, and 4. I want to know what
Yeah.
the 2, 3, 4 stars.
If it's just a
That's
4-star, I think again. I'm like, if it's just 4 stars, there's something wrong with it. I need above 4 stars.
And
Or
I
do
always
that.
look at the negative reviews, the 1 stars.
too.
And so it showed up
Right.
damaged, and okay, well, mine's not going to
But
show up
ship it.
damaged.
But
so
the 1
you're
stars are
shipping.
as
Come on.
are
Yeah,
as
right.
useless as the 5 stars.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to discount
Yeah.
the 1s. You have to discount the 5s.
Yep, 100%.
Every time. By the way, don't discount the 5s because Nikki says I better be ranked 5-star.
What'd she say?
Are we-
She better be
are-
ranked 5-star.
Oh, 5-star service, absolutely.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
This service
she
is
sent
spectacular.
3.
You don't know what's going on in there. She's got 2 dogs and
Yeah.
3 kids.
There's a lot. There's a lot.
There's a lot going on. Maybe she was in the middle of
She's
something
very
else.
busy.
Yeah.
Keith Edwards says, I agree.
As you can tell, Goalie Dad's
I
United is a
agree,
supportive-
5 stars.
It's a
Keith
supportive
has been
safe
drinking.
space.
What's that?
It's like Goalie Dad's United is a supportive safe space. We're like, hey, it's okay. It's okay.
It's okay to send underage servers out. It's all right.
This sounds like the sideline. Mike, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be fine.
Terrible.
No, that's not the sideline that I'm familiar with.
No, that's because I don't stand with you guys.
David's used to my side.
No.
Yeah.
You see me on the sideline? I'm on Facebook, bro.
Yeah.
I'm on the marketplace. Is that boat for sale? What's the price on
I like
it?
David. Penny just scored. He's like, yeah, Penny.
Yeah, go down. So I have been escorted off of fields by the police.
But you know that, so you use this as your zen space, right?
So I make sure I don't get too involved because the one time I did get involved, I almost ended up in a fight
Yeah, that
out
was
in
crazy.
Rochester.
Yeah, that was deserved.
You were
That-
there?
That guy he should have been.
So we need
Wait,
a story
for soccer?
now. We need
Yep.
a story now.
Yeah.
What happened?
So, okay, I was already torqued up because Noah put my pool in backwash and left it all night and tried to drain my damn pool. So I was already torqued. And there's this little kid out there. Wasn't going after the ball.
Reckless.
Just
That was the slide tackle.
the
wasn't-
slide.
that wasn't in
and
Rochester.
just took
Wherever it was.
Well, wherever.
Oh, okay, good. I want to make sure. I was like, wait,
I don't
missed
know.
something.
That's, it was in a
Gotcha.
field, not here.
Pennsylvania.
Okay, it might have
Yeah,
been Pennsylvania.
yeah,
Same shit.
It is.
It's all the
shit.
same thing. It was on a field
100%.
somewhere, did thing, and this kid just takes Penny out.
Like,
I'm not normally. I'm not paying enough attention to give a crap.
Is this a co-ed team or is another
No,
little
no,
girl?
no.
This is
Okay.
club.
And so Nikki says Hershey, and
Yeah, I was about to
I'm
say,
like,
thank God.
hey, and I'm loud, and I'm
Now,
like,
in fairness,
forget
I
throw-
had the same. It's not my.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
I had the same reaction. Like,
Okay.
oh,
We all did. I
Okay.
because it was that.
and I don't ever
egregious.
scream.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
terrible.
Okay.
So and I just happened to be paying attention because I don't typically do it, but I was paying attention because Noah already had me pissed. So I was like, I'm trying to focus away from it. And then
So you went
that
out and tackled
happens.
this little girl. is what you're
So
saying.
no. So I was making the comment that
the
forget
video?
throwing the ball, we should throw the kid out. Well, that's not what I said. What I said is we should throw the kid. Unfortunately, her dad was like right there.
Serious?
Yeah,
I didn't know
That's
that.
what he
No.
gets for standing on next to you. Get on your own side.
This guy is like
Oh yeah,
4'9".
that's the video. Oh, that's
That's
the
the still.
first one. There's
Yeah.
the still of it.
Yeah, this guy's like 4'9", nothing, right? My left leg is taller and weighs more than this guy.
I'm sure he has.
And luckily, he heard me with Noah.
Oh.
And he came over challenged a little bit, and Nikki's like trying to get me set down. I'm like, nope. And it's my exact words. The die have been cast. This guy's either going down or I'm going. I mean, it was done. I was on.
So what was he saying?
I didn't-
Like,
I
what
missed
was
this
this
whole thing.
argument?
And he's
what
like,
did he say to you?
shouldn't be saying about that to other parents. I'm like, is what it is. I'm done. I'm ready for it today, bud. Let's go. Nikki's like, come on, David. Come on, David. I'm like, nope. The die have been cast. Literally my exact words. And he walks over. He goes, dude, I heard you. I know you're struggling. I'm sorry. It was a rough hit." And he apologized. Everything.
Good man.
And I
That's
said,
good.
I said,
That's rare.
You never know when you're going to be called upon to be the guy.
Wow.
And that day, that guy was called upon to be that guy, and
I did not
just
know that story at all.
he was the bigger man, is what you're trying to say.
he was.
There you go.
He was, because I was going to break him in half.
Well,
Yeah, I don't know if he would have been so forgiving if it was me.
I mean, yeah,
No.
if he was half David's size, that's, you know.
I did not know that because we were all screaming on the sideline.
That was a terrible play.
Yeah, I was lit. I was already
Yeah.
up there, and then when that happened, and I'm just like, no.
Yeah.
No. I don't need more of this.
To be
And
fair-
then this guy firing off at me first, and I don't know whether he looked at me and said, "Oh, that's a fat man over there. I may not want to get hit by that," or he just was like, he's been through the ringer already. His pressure's already
Yeah.
up. His anger's already up. We're gonna de-escalate, and that's what he did. He de-escalated the situation.
Good
and
for
when I
him.
see somebody doing that, I'm automatically switches off.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, that is
He
impressive.
was-
That is impressive.
He was the
For
champ.
both of you, too.
He was the
Yeah.
champ.
When
that
you're
day.
seeing red, it's hard to back down from that. So
Yeah, he was the champ that day.
I did
telling
not know
me.
that.
The die had
I've-
been cast.
I've
The
been-
die had
I've
been
with
cast,
you.
man. I was ready to go in handcuffs.
I got Mike out of the gulag one time.
I wouldn't be
You
here.
were arrested.
I wouldn't be here right now. if
I
it
can't
wasn't for
picture you
Jeff.
doing anything to get arrested.
Oh, it was
I didn't do a
bad.
damn thing.
He didn't do anything, but like it was one of those situations where parents got out of control, and by the time like I would say you realized what had happened, they were way over the line, and it was like, oh,
was
this is
bad.
going down, and it was bad.
There was a play. In,
At a kid's soccer game,
yeah.
really?
So we were.
It's so
it was
much
one of
more-
our first tournaments that we actually.
My
went
kids
to.
are in soccer, and none of this happens.
Well-
Because your guys' kids
You guys don't play Long Islanders.
extracurricular soccer.
This is club soccer, bud.
Yeah.
but even if it wasn't, I mean, we've been in town league soccer, and people get crazy.
People are nuts. People
See,
are
I
just
don't
crazy.
think people in Dublin, Ohio get that crazy.
because it's not football.
It's true. It's true. People
Yeah.
people in
It could be
Central Ohio
Pee Wee
are
football with
crazy
3-year-olds, you
football.
guys.
So I was
Fair
escorted
enough.
in Columbus
Fair
over there in Worthington. I was escorted off of the field by police.
See, I have said in the past, I probably would like football if I didn't grow up in Central Ohio.
The possibility.
It just turns me
Fair.
off. All of it. The culture, all of it turns me off. I want nothing to do with it.
Yeah. So yeah, Wes, you are so wrong.
John,
So
I'm 100% right. Central Ohio football is a cult. It's a cult. You need
No, I'm saying he's telling you that there are the soccer because they're soccer people.
Oh,
they're
maybe.
a Columbus Crew.
Oh,
and they go to the
yeah.
games.
Oh, yeah.
And they'd have both their. And I don't think
Columbus
I don't think
Crew's
Boston
MLS
Boy
champions.
Yeah, they're great. Maybe we'll get their coach as the new US
Anna Calendar says,
national
"Oh yeah,
team.
they do, West. John could tell you stories when he was not in Dublin though. The parents in Dublin are like, all right, whatever.
Is. Yeah, they're worried
Bad
about
call.
their
Yeah,
Botox
these
and
parents.
cocaine.
These were New York parents.
Yeah.
You say cocaine?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you're in Dublin, man, it's Botox and cocaine.
This is not a shameless plug, but this is kind of where Goalie Dads
Yeah.
originated. Was like you'd
Botox and cocaine. Nice.
Botox and cocaine. Like I was like,
Shoot-
I was
we
like,
shoot
how,
anything.
how
That's
am I
our
going to
goal.
get
That's
rid
our-
of these jowls in my face while also having a good
Jeff,
time?
Goalie Dads United.
It's,
We'll shoot
yeah.
anything.
Little booger sugar, you're looking good.
Botox.
Whoa, that's a new one. I haven't heard that before.
Jeez,
I haven't heard
I
that one.
can't
That's
keep a
good.
straight face. Probably because the Botox. And
It's the
cocaine.
Botox. Yeah, you can't even smile anymore. You should run for president.
Exactly. Just
Dude.
Sorry, let's move on.
yeah.
Alrighty.
All right.
Number five.
Number 5. We're ready for number 5.
Johnny Five.
Johnny
Still
Five.
alive.
Have you
Johnny
seen that
Five is
movie?
still alive.
Not only did I see the first one, I saw the second one too.
Short Circuit
Nice.
1 and 2.
The only movies he's seen in his life are short. He actually just came over from Eastern Europe. They just got short circuit.
Bratislava.
It's like drinking with Borat over here. I love Short Circuit. It's so good.
I was thinking Euro trip when they went to Bratislava.
In Soviet Russia, road fork you. You always walk in at the worst
I
times,
love
Nikki.
comedy. Ghostbusters, my favorite movie.
Are you okay?
Check out this new hot band, the B-52s.
Mike's like, I am so culturally hip.
Mike has had it. He's
Motley
done.
Crue, best new band out there.
Oh Motley Crue.
Yeah.
So, Mike, what's your favorite Motley Crue song?
The only thing,
Golden Girls, so sexy.
B. Arthur.
the only thing I remember about Motley Crue is that my buddy Benny, growing up, he had a Motley Crue album, and inside one of the jackets, you know, the CDs, they had like the jackets, was a girl with her shirt off.
Yeah, was that girls?
I don't know.
It was a girl.
It was very nice.
So nice.
Oh, Borat reference.
I remember that time in
on Borat.
2012. Pour some sugar on me.
That's Def Leppard.
I know. Cross mixing my hair metal bands.
Hey, yeah. So when I played in a band, I always wanted to try to play "Pour Some Sugar on Me" because I was convinced that they would all go straight up Coyote Ugly.
Oh yeah,
and that never happened.
Hey,
never happened.
It doesn't.
Nikki's looking for 5 stars. There's a fly in my bourbon.
Well, we're in a freaking garage.
Did you actually
now.
have a fly in your bourbon?
There's
It's
a
protein.
fly in my bourbon.
It's
Nikki,
Clean.
we need another 5.
the alcohol cleans it.
Maybe if you whistle,
It's disinfected.
snap your fingers.
I'd like to get laid again at some point, so I can't do that.
The night is young, David, and so are we.
Oh yeah.
But we are not.
And we are not.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'll just
that's
take it out,
great.
it's fine.
She's
We
like, "Hey,
just
David,
referenced-
come over here and wheeze in my ear, please."
We just referenced Def Leppard with no irony. You know, we're not young.
I'll just
did.
take it out. Tell her it's fine. It's fine.
That's
Mike
Yeah.
wants to know what the fuck.
Oh, you're in trouble now. Here she comes. Here comes the boss.
There's a fly in my drink.
Not a fly in this one. I don't know why there's a fly in that one.
Because we're in a garage.
Could you just put a number 5 on it so I know which one it is?
Use your pen.
Don't do that. See, I'll poke a hole in it.
I was waiting for it. Then he'd have to be like, "Can I have another number 5?" This one spilled.
Well, he has seen Airplane. It'll splash all over his face, and it'll say, "I don't have a drinking problem."
So good.
I haven't seen everything.
I thought
You haven't
you
seen
did see
have
Airplane.
you ever seen a grown man naked?
I was waiting for that one too. You like movies about gladiators?
I've been to the Y, yeah.
I love Gladiator.
It's a great movie.
It's a great movie.
Gladiator 2.
I'm
Wouldn't
worried
be
about
in
that.
Gladiator
Oh, I'm
2.
very
I'm
worried.
worried about that
Why would they do that?
Terrible.
because it's Hollywood. They have no
Fair
imagination.
enough.
They have
Zero-
no
no, zero
ability to
original
create
ideas. Yeah, but
any
it's-
But it
original
has
ideas.
Never seen
Denzel.
Gladiator?
It's going to be good.
Wow.
He will be the best part of the movie.
Who?
Denzel.
Denzel.
He's in it?
Yeah, he will be the best part of
Washington?
the movie.
No, the other
Stevens.
Denzel.
Did you even write that down too?
Stevens. Stevens from the PTA down the street.
Jonathan Denzel.
Yeah. Jose.
My friend who's in acting class
Yeah.
scored a role in Gladiator 2 with Ridley Scott. But no Russell Crowe, right?
Well, yeah, no Russell. Well, because have you seen him lately? He looks
Yeah.
like he's about to give birth to triplets.
Yeah, exactly. Also wouldn't play well with the first movie, but no.
No. Well, so so the
No
original,
spoilers.
the original plot.
No
that
spoilers, yeah.
So they canned this idea.
Don't worry, the
original
Roman
plot-
Empire survives.
Was it a real movie?
Wait, the Roman Empire was a thing? I didn't.
Which
I don't
one?
think about it much.
It's with Turtle Earth.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's down in the archives of the Vatican. The Turtle Earth Society.
I think Gladiator.
Ooh, that's the-
I haven't watched Gladiator in a while. That's a great
strongest.
movie.
So every so
a
often
great
I'm
movie.
like, I've
We
got to
should
watch
watch it.
Gladiator.
Let's watch it
So
tonight.
good. Oh yeah.
I've got to watch it. We
Let's
get the
have a guy's
projector
sleepover.
outside.
I brought the Rose Gold.
I got pretzels.
There you go.
You got pretzels.
Those
You got red
pretzels are making me
Doritos.
thirsty.
All right, let me start smelling.
You got what are those Sour Patch Dinos over there?
Yeah, these things are the shit.
I brought.
Super sour.
sour
Oh, he bought
Gushers.
Gushers and pretzel sticks.
Dude, we
this
really-
is a guy's
Did
sleepover.
anybody buy Fun Dip too while we're at it?
No, I'm not 5.
He brought Gushers. He's not 5.
Fun.
Officially no longer talking about the bourbon.
Yeah.
Dear Diary.
No, Nikki chimes in and says we got stuff for s'mores.
I love
And I have the fire
I
table
love
out
s'mores.
back. We just turn a fire table on. They make them on top of
Yeah.
it.
I like the natural fire myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are good. Those are good. But
I also like the idea of turning a fire on.
We
and
have
off.
two.
Oh, it's like-
We have two fire
Right.
tables just because my kids would always be like, "I want a fire pit," and after 5 minutes they're like, "I'm tired," and I'm like, "This is."
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. You spent
exactly.
45 minutes
I know.
getting that
Kids
thing up to
tire
date.
easily. Well,
One tires
One
easily.
tires
One gets
easily.
bored easily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we're on to bourbon number
Because
5.
they're children.
I didn't
We're on,
do that.
we're on to bourbon number 5. Mike, that's bourbon number 5, just in case
Just
you're
in case
paying-
you're-
You lost
Yeah.
count.
You-
Yeah.
Lost count.
I don't have a 5 on my glass, but
Don't take your word for it.
So the
It's-
lack
it's-
of number,
The color is really dark.
Yeah.
I see a lot of
Strongest
I
one
see
so
a
far.
lot of caramel coloring in that drink.
But no caramel. No caramel.
No caramel.
Yeah, caramel.
It smells
Caramel.
really.
No small town in
It
California.
smells toasty almost.
Toasty.
as if it were
Actually,
a
one of our
toasted
drinks,
bourbon.
one of our drinks is toasted.
Well, maybe this is it. Let me write down the smell first. Good smell.
Yeah, I'm getting
smell.
smoke and black sugar or brown sugar.
I was
Brown
like,
sugar.
I never had black sugar.
Daddy likes the brown sugar.
I'm not trying to be racist.
No, but I was.
I was.
I'm not trying, but damn, it's really easy.
There was who was the girl I called my brown sugar? What the hell is her name?
I don't know.
The chick from
Did she go to HR?
no, she was on TV. She had no clue.
That's got a punch.
It does.
Okay, that's nice.
I like your notes. Punch.
It's almost peaty. There's so much smoke in
Black sugar.
Really?
this. It's almost peaty.
So John Calendar, just from your guys' description, calls out Basil Hayden Toasted.
Yeah.
And Nikki calls out the Doctor Who, which is the girl I used to call the brown sugar, and I can't think of her name. Martha Jones.
Yeah.
I knew a Martha Jones once.
Martha Jones. She's got a weird name.
Yeah.
It's like
Martha?
Frida
Pinto?
Shito. I don't know. So it's a weird name.
Von Ostrig?
No, I can't remember. But anyway, Martha
If you
Jones.
ask me
Martha
any
Jones
other-
is my
if you
brown
ask me any
sugar.
other time.
Yeah.
I liked her as the companion,
Yeah, she was great.
and the problem is I've
And she
had
was
to completely
hot.
give up Doctor Who.
I was writing
Yeah.
notes and I missed the first part of this, and I've been trying to guess.
Freema Agyeman.
Yeah, that's it. Freeman
That's the
Ackerman.
one.
Yeah,
Yep.
I liked her too. She was
Yeah,
good.
that's-
They're like, I have no idea what you're talking
All
about.
right, back to number 5.
Back to number
Doctor
5.
Who.
We've got
Now
Punched.
we should do a Doctor Who show.
I love Doctor Who.
I've never watched Doctor Who. We can put that over there for me.
No way.
You could put
No,
it down
none
there
of the-
for me too. I was just trying to.
I was about to be like, you
There ain't
watch
no
Doctor
fucking
Who?
way he was watching Doctor Who.
You're no on Star Wars too, right?
No, I've never seen Star Wars.
Jesus.
I'll never see Star Wars.
What you should do is just
Star
watch
Wars,
the
Star
last
Trek.
3.
What?
Get out
What?
Of here.
Wait, here's
Get out of here.
Dude,
Why?
Star Trek
That's
is
all
awesome.
Farce.
I think I need to save this for
Why?
later too. Like,
Do you disagree with the
I don't agree with science fiction.
You disagree with the propulsion mechanisms they use in the ships?
I don't even
the
know what you're
aliens?
talking
I feel like I just waltzed into a Star Trek conversation.
What's happening here? I don't know why. Why?
okay,
We
okay.
need to have a conversation.
All right, we
this
got-
starts
Are you
a whole
guys-
new
are you guys
line
Star
of
Trek
conversation
fans?
here.
We got a
Well,
battle.
yeah. Who
Okay,
isn't?
so I'm a Star Wars fan, and my buddy goes,
Why?
"Do you like Star Trek?" I go, "No, it's not the space part that I like. I just like I grew up with Star Wars. I've never watched Star Trek.
Star Trek is awesome.
I don't dislike
Okay.
it.
The Star Trek story-
And I'm
you
not
like-
opposed to it.
Okay, if you like Star Wars when you were a little kid,
Try to
I think you
separate
got it.
yourself
when you
from
get a
me.
little bit older and smarter, you like Star Trek.
but I never got there.
Ah,
see?
see, that's I get it now.
You know what it was? Star Wars just kept making more stories, and I like the mythology with Star Wars, and I never got into Star Trek, but I'm willing to try new things.
John says, "Why do you need your believe in fiction?"
What?
Dickie
I put that on
did.
the screen. She said Freema Agyeman, and I already said that. So yeah,
so
we're on the
she
same
did.
page.
Yeah.
What
Well,
did
I
John
call
say?
her.
Why don't
She
believe
got.
in
I think she
fiction?
got quite jealous of her at one point.
You
'cause
need like a movie.
I
book
liked
it.
her.
She was hot. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Like
There was nothing not to like
when
about
we
that.
were kids.
So
the book it.
when I lived in England, the girl who lived across the street looked a lot like her. A
Couldn't
lot
have
like
done
her. Except she was white, but looked
Somebody
a lot
named
like had the
Tara.
same facial features.
Star Wars nerd. Somebody named Tara. I don't know who that
Oh, that's
is.
my wife.
Oh.
Tara, Star Wars nerds. He's a Star Wars
Yeah.
nerd.
I told Tara
We're
that
Star
we were
Trek
live, and apparently she decided to watch and call me Star Wars.
And
nerd.
Nikki says Star Trek is terrible. Okay, the new
All right.
Trek is terrible.
Told
Old
you.
Trek
The new
is
one.
good.
Thank you, Nikki.
New
But-
Trek
but-
is terrible. Yes.
But
Not
Nikki
only you
knows.
the best
Nikki
I'm
server,
knows.
you
rewatching.
have
I'm
great
rewatching
taste.
the Next Generation right now.
I like Galaxy
I
Quest.
did. That was
You ever watch
surprising.
that?
That was
Galaxy Quest
surprisingly
was
okay.
awesome.
That
That
was
was so good.
surprisingly all right.
It was surprising
Alan
because it was making
Rickman-
fun of your, genre, like straight on.
But here's the thing: Trek people
Alan
understand
Rickman
that
can't
and
do
they
no
embrace
wrong.
it.
Alan Rickman in that movie was
Yeah,
fantastic.
Alan
Alan
Rickman
Rickman's
can,
always good.
Can just absolutely do no wrong.
Yeah, he was great.
Yeah, he does great and everything.
Yeah.
You ever see Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy?
No, but I know you've all referenced it. So
Yeah, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy is good. He's got a movie that would really shock a lot of people. It's called Bottle Shock.
Bottle Shock
I
was
remember.
good.
Bottle
Bottle
Shock's
Shock
a
was.
Was that the
great
one about
movie.
the wine tasting?
The wine
in 19,
tasting,
like
yeah,
in
yeah,
1974 or
back in
whatever.
the
Yeah.
70s,
Yeah.
And that was a great movie, too. I mean, I have yet to see a movie with Alan Rickman.
He was in Dogma.
And he was a
good.
diehard.
He
Oh,
was.
his
Dogma was fantastic.
Yes.
Dogma was great.
Right.
Oh,
Dogma's
we're all going to hell
fantastic.
for watching that one.
I feel
well-
like I'm being punked.
Say what you want about Kevin Smith. Dogma was great.
Dogma was
Yeah,
great.
Dogma
And I'm not
was
even
great.
gonna. I'm not gonna hate on Kevin.
It's 5 minutes left. The world's about to end. You said you'd fuck me.
Hey, Kevin Smith's a fellow Jerseyan, man. I'll take that.
There you go.
Red Bank, New Jersey. You've seen
You ever seen Dogma?
John, I'm not. He, hasn't
Clerks?
seen, he doesn't know anything that we're
Mallrats,
Yeah.
Chasing Amy.
Anna
Right.
Calendar says this Star Trek Next Generation was good. Anna, you need to watch the final season, the season 3 of Picard. It was all fan service. It was
Was that
great.
Paramount? Was that the
Paramount Plus.
Yeah.
First season was okay. Second season was garbage. Third season was where it's at. Third season was really good.
I feel like
There's
I don't
4
have any
total, right?
I don't have any Star Wars
there's
love
3.
on here, other than Tara making fun of me.
See, the problem with Star Wars is everything they made after Disney bought it is complete garbage.
I would disagree. I would
Okay,
disagree.
season
Andor's
okay.
really good.
Andor was terrible. The only good thing was season 1 of The Mandalorian
It
was amazing.
really good.
Yeah.
I liked Andor a lot though.
See, here's the thing. So Star Wars, every time they made something like the prequels and stuff,
They were terrible.
all the fans said they're terrible, they're awful. So
Then they dialed into the
all
fans.
But then all of media came and said, "Oh, it's just toxic fandom. They don't like anything new." Season 1 of The Mandalorian proved all of that wrong.
It was so
You
good.
have original character
Yeah.
in the same universe.
It was so
didn't
good.
have any of the Jedi
Yep.
stuff.
No, I agree with
and
that.
it was amazing. Season 1, but after that, it's all complete garbage.
It got garbage because then they were figuring out how they could like
It's
maximize
terrible.
it and
well,
like.
you know, now they're going to destroy the Force.
Wait, what now?
You didn't know this?
No, I
You're
did
not up on your Star Wars.
I'm not up on my Star Wars.
Do you know what I would do if
they're-
I was king of the forest?
If you were king of the forest.
Just can't wait to be king.
Mike sounds like he's in like
This is that drunken karaoke.
And I think I've stumbled upon a bunch of nerds.
Stumbled.
Crikey.
They're in their natural habitat arguing about space shit.
They're doing a podcast talking about science fiction.
Look at them tasting their bourbon and loving
Oh,
it.
yes.
Sniffing their own sci-fi farts. They love it.
You'll notice there's not a female among them.
In about 1 hour, they're going to be talking about all their technology that they're using. Oh, it's fantastic. Dude, it's about 410 degrees here.
It is really warm
It
in
is
this
freaking-
place.
You're wearing a long sleeve shirt, brother.
fucking hot.
He's like sweating.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, no, I'm dying over
He's
here.
losing.
I'm dying over here.
I might just need the ice just to cool down.
Yeah. I thought it
We're
would get
through
cooler.
5.
I thought it would get cooler as the night went on.
No.
It did not.
No,
That is
it
not
didn't.
happening.
That didn't happen.
Might have something to do with the lights.
Yeah, it may have
Let me
to-
get
They're
Let me
LED
get
lights.
windows.
There's no
Kick
heat from
off a
those.
lot of heat.
it may have to do with the 4,000 watt lights going on.
They're LED lights. There's no heat. You
Oh.
can touch those right now. They're perfectly
Yeah, they're
cool.
Really?
ice cold. Yeah. Yeah, open a window.
Oh,
It could be the booze.
it could be the booze.
It
Yeah,
might be.
it may also be that I'm wearing a long sleeve black shirt, so that's also mixed with the booze. Watch out for your snacks.
Yeah, that's almost peaty. There's so
Oh,
much
I
smoke.
wish I could taste that stuff with you guys.
Yeah, it's good. I like a scotch.
What I'm interested about is that we have one more left, and I think I feel pretty good about my choices about which bourbon it is.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Just from the smell that you had earlier from the bottles.
No, just by sheer luck. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I think there's science in that.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
I'm just randomly guessing, and I think it's going well.
John, it's a cool 74 degrees in Columbus. And Keith, so tomorrow is my 22nd wedding anniversary. Keith, congratulations.
It's,
And my
he
wife-
says that my wife just told me she doesn't want to do anything.
Yeah. Keith, I got to tell you one thing. Another Star Wars reference. It's a trap.
It's a trap.
It's a trap. You don't go out drink with your buddies on your wedding anniversary. I'm
It's
sorry,
a
you don't
trap.
do it. Am I wrong? Anybody else?
Yeah,
Am I wrong?
I'm gonna side with West on this.
Yeah.
one.
It's a trap.
It's a trap.
Your wife
Yeah, I
says she
think
doesn't
we
want to
could-
do something.
we could
She
all
totally
agree.
wants to do something. She says she doesn't want a gift. She totally wants a gift.
Well, 22 years though.
Yeah, it's a little.
I mean, I'm at less than that, but
the fact that you don't know the number.
All right, so I know your wife is
Had that
watching.
back pocket.
14.
You should have that back
14.
pocket. Yeah.
So I know your wife is watching.
Yeah.
Your wife might be watching.
my wife's not watching.
She's not watching. So it's safe for you to answer this question,
Yeah.
not you.
I can answer
How
it.
many years are you allowed to say it's our wedding anniversary, but I'm going to go drinking with the guys?
Yeah, I mean,
Everyone.
after 10.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't think my current wife is watching. This year is our 10-year wedding anniversary.
Yeah, you're good. So this is the last time.
There's a lot.
So I'm going to tell her after this year.
Yeah,
This is it.
you're
I'm
done.
not. We're not doing this anymore.
You're
Yeah.
relieved.
I'm just going.
Now I don't know your current wife, but
I'm gonna blame you guys.
yeah, you can blame me.
I'm
Yeah,
totally
I mean,
blaming you guys.
It's a safe blame.
Tara would chime in on this too. Like, she doesn't even know what date is our wedding anniversary or what year we got married. I am the keeper of the numbers, so like that's totally fine.
My
you have,
wife
you have
knows.
it in a spreadsheet, don't you?
Yeah.
I have it in a spreadsheet. Yeah.
My wife knows our wedding anniversary because she could parlay that into a trip somewhere.
My wife would
See,
want
like,
to go
that's-
drinking with
that's
Dave
the
on our
only reason she
anniversary.
knows.
That's actually true.
A lot of people would like to go drinking with Dave on their anniversary. So
That's true.
You should rent yourself out.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
that's called a prostitute.
Hey, I'll manage it
So
for
I'm
you.
not saying no.
Look,
No, get your ringtone back, big pimpin'.
Yeah, I got a cane.
we had a business idea here. See, always
Yeah.
always working on
Drinking
business
with
ideas.
Dave.
Yeah, drinking with Dave.
There you go. Nothing else.
There's a
but
website
drinks.
that you can sign up for that on too.
Yeah.
We did 10
wedding
years
year?
up
We're 18
good.
this year.
Next anniversaries are fair game.
Yeah. So you had your 10 years.
14.
Apparently next year Nikki's gonna go on a cruise without you, and you're gonna go.
She's
drink
been on
with your
5
buddies.
cruises this year without me. What the hell are you talking about?
That's my point.
And Cancun and Disney twice and Disney World.
Yeah,
and
she doesn't need you.
Disneyland.
She's done.
I just- This has been the year of Nikki. she's had a lot of fun this year.
Nikki, how do you feel about this? How do you feel the way this conversation's going here? All right, we're gonna get David in trouble. That's what's
I
happening.
know.
All good.
We'll have to
I
sign
think
up
we're
as-
ready for number 6. Oh,
Let's-
you still got a little
let's
bit
make it
left?
happen.
Oh, you
No,
guys
we're
go-
good.
Oh, you're good. Okay, number 6. We're ready for number 6. Number 6 coming up. Now we got to wait for the
Sound like
delay.
a micro machine guy. Number 6.
Number 6.
B6.
Seen that.
So good.
She says it took a
the
wrong
wrong
turn
turn.
somewhere. Womp womp. Nikki, we've been telling you for years you can do better. I'm just saying.
She's known for years she can do better.
Yeah.
We had a conversation earlier. Yeah.
They weren't joking.
I have more notes on movies that Mike hasn't seen than I do on my bourbon.
Movies you haven't seen is troubling.
It's very
Isn't it, though?
troubling.
It's weird. It's almost weird.
It's very.
I've seen a lot of movies. You guys just don't.
I think Mike is in witness protection. He's.
Oh, look at the color on this one.
Yeah.
Bring me my book. There's my
Oh,
book.
I think I know what this one
Read
is.
the book now.
This one's bourbon.
Oh, that's bourbon, huh?
Oh.
It's got good legs.
Hey, his wife's still walking. He's sitting right here. Some respect.
Mike.
I meant the bourbon. Look at that.
He's
Did
admiring
they
its
all do
legs.
this?
What are you seeing it do? I don't know what's happening here.
Clinging to the side like it's a
I like this very
Star
much.
Trek character, and just falling down. Like
There was LSD in that last bourbon, by the way.
I don't. Yeah.
The colors.
like a
This
kaleidoscope.
tastes like tomorrow.
What does it mean?
I don't know what this is, but I really like it.
You tasted it already?
Yeah.
Now, what do we got here? What are you drinking? Out of that cute, tiny little bottle.
So this is what Mike brought over.
Oh, I like
last
that
time.
one.
Wait, what is
This
this?
was
I like
this
it.
is
Good
an
one.
MB Roland,
I like it.
uncut, unfiltered, single barrel, straight
Straight
bourbon.
from the
even-
Lexington, Kentucky
It's
airport.
even autographed.
Yeah, yeah, that's why
Can I
I
see
got
the
it.
label real quick?
Yeah.
You can't get that
Oh.
outside of
No,
Lexington.
Really?
yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, it's an
Yeah.
exclusive.
It's
How is it?
It's good. You should
freaking
try some.
delicious.
After number 6, of course. I was a big fan of that one.
Yeah,
Mainly
this is
because
good.
of the signature. So MB stands for Mary Beth.
Is there?
Is there any
It sounds like
significance to
there's
that,
a
or
story
you just
about
And
that's just it?
she makes
Mic drop
Mary
out.
Beth?
Mary Beth, I'm leaving.
She makes that bourbon herself.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, and then she
At
signs
the
the bottle.
nunnery.
At the nunnery?
Yeah.
She's a nun who makes
Mary
this?
Beth.
Mary
That
Beth is a
adds-
nun who makes bourbon?
It's amazing.
I'm going to the wrong church.
I just
Yeah.
figured if we make
And
this
it-
shit up, we might as well make it up good,
I
right?
think we just came out across a Netflix show.
Yeah, she does. She also does tattoos and has
Seriously.
sweet nipple piercings.
Sounds like my Key West trip. I'm going on. Sounds fantastic.
And then you immediately reach over and start.
Sorry, guys, get some fresh ink.
Like, I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next week's podcast, we'll go for tattoos. This is fantastic.
Anna Calendar. Wow, you had to go there, didn't you?
Yeah, I'm not sure if she's referencing. It could be anything in the conversation.
Yeah, that
we've had
was
so
there
far.
was a
Yeah,
lot
there was
to
a lot.
I'm not
unpack.
sure.
There was a lot to unpack there.
So our 4-year show got weird real quick. Is what's
I'm
happening.
picking up notes of
Well, you brought
nothing.
Mike and
I
in,
can't
so
breathe.
unfortunately-
Fair enough.
Yeah. We were very calm before you started feeding us bourbon. We're like gremlins.
Hey, John, I'm not putting that on the screen.
I was waiting. I was like, do I warn him now?
Yeah, John, I'm not putting that on the screen.
I've seen Gremlins.
Good. I was waiting for that one.
You have seen Gremlins 1 or 2.
Such a great movie.
There's 2.
You know they're remaking it?
Yes, they're remaking Gremlins.
Is it a remake or a sequel? It's got to be a sequel.
I think it's a
It would have
sequel.
to be
I
a
think
sequel.
it's
You know
like
what I want to
Spike's
see?
Revenge.
I want to see a remake of Back to the Future.
Yeah, I
Go
do.
back to 1993.
I do too,
From
actually.
now.
It would have to be a
With
sequel.
kids
Has to
who
be a
have to
sequel.
live pre-internet. No,
I think it
has
should
to
be a
remake
sequel.
it.
Has to be a sequel.
Remake
It
it.
can't be a remake.
Remake it.
Can't be a remake.
Well,
Don't
You
remake
can't
it, but
do
keep the like anthology. Keep it the same.
Whatever. I want kids to go back to 1993. However, we have to get there.
You can't have the same people in it. You can't
I want
put-
12
Well,
year
you'd
olds.
have to have Doc Brown. You gotta have Doc Brown.
Can you, who'd be a new Doc Brown? That'd be a good
Same
one.
guy. He's still alive.
Is he
Yeah,
alive?
I know, but like if you had a
He
cat-
looks exactly the same.
Sergeant Slaughter.
He has not aged
if
a
you had
bit.
if you had to cast a new Doc Brown, who would it be?
Sergeant Slaughter.
Sergeant Slaughter.
I think
Sergeant Slaughter's
I
dead.
think Biden
Okay, well,
would actually.
I
be
had the
a
action
good.
figure, by the
Cross
way.
him off.
I mean,
I
with
had
the
the action
haircut and
figure.
everything.
Yeah. But assuming
it'd be
he's
good.
not available, you know,
Well, I mean, he's gonna have some free time.
he's gonna
coming
have
up
some
soon.
free time. Yeah, he's gonna have some free time, and his quips have gotten better. So I mean, he could go a little Doc Brownish. But who could be Doc Brown?
That'd be a good one.
Ben Affleck.
Matthew McConaughey.
Oh wow, this movie became all of a sudden very dark and very
Sean
serious.
Connery.
They're going to recast The
He's
Rock
dead.
and Marty
He's
McFly.
dead too? Sean
Yes.
Connery's dead?
Yes.
What? Yes,
Yes,
John
Sean
Connery's
Do you
dead.
feel like in the production meetings, like The Rock is like, I'm in on anything.
Right.
Anything. They're like, we're going to remake Casablanca. He's like, I could do
The
it.
Rock and Morgan Freeman. No, I'm sorry, Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden Denzel gets the job in Gladiator 2.
Oh, yes, he's dead. He passed away a long time ago.
I gotta get up.
Like
on
20
this
years
stuff.
ago.
No.
Wasn't 20, but
Sean Connery?
Sean Connery died like
Yeah.
100 years ago.
I watched him on Celebrity Jeopardy a couple weeks ago.
I think it was a rerun.
Oh.
was Alex Trebek the host?
Suck it, Trebek.
Yes. I'll take it.
Was Burt Reynolds on too?
April Bump covers.
Yeah.
Tell me he's dead too.
Was it Turd Ferguson?
He's got a big orange hat.
He was dead.
He's dead too?
Burt Reynolds is definitely dead.
Are you serious? I'm hoping.
All right. So also here, news. Just news.
News in general. Just general,
Get out more.
general knowledge.
So now I feel like Mike and I's podcast is going to be like, okay, for the first 5 minutes, Jeff's going to catch Mike up on everything that happened in the world.
Yes.
The last 20 years.
here's what happened in the last 20 years. Yeah.
We're now just going to like envision you as unfrozen
The
caveman
history
lawyer.
to date.
Just-
We're going
yeah,
to
just
pretend like
Encino
you
Man.
are the unfrozen Walt Disney.
Have
and
you
we're gonna
seen
bring
Blast
you
from
up
the
to-
Past?
I have seen Blast from the Past.
Awesome movie.
I actually did like that movie. Alicia
loved it.
Silverstone is gorgeous. So.
Just
Oh, she always
absolutely.
is. Yeah.
She was better
stunning.
in the bat suit. It looked better in the bat suit.
Oh. Well, in the Batgirl suit.
Bat.
Yeah.
Either bat suit.
Well, yeah, you're right.
One of them had nipples.
I love that we still refer to her as the girl from the Aerosmith videos.
I don't.
You don't?
No.
That's Alicia Silverstone?
No,
She's
that might have been
clueless,
where she
man.
got her
I know she
start.
is clueless.
yeah,
Yeah.
Clueless is like that's her brand.
I mean,
I know, but I feel
can't
like-
get over the fact that she feeds her kids by
By
like a
regurgitator?
bird.
What?
Yeah.
He actually did
Wait,
that.
I'm sorry. You
Hang
didn't
on.
know Sean Connery was dead, but you know
know
that
that
Alicia
Alicia
Silverstone
Silverstone-
feeds her kids by bird throwing up?
So does she actually do that? She feeds her
Well,
kids
probably not anymore. I think they're grown adults
by
now, but-
regurgitation. She does
yeah,
this.
Yeah, she did that.
Not anymore because you're in on it. You know what's up.
There's no way that's
Oh, that's true. 1,000%.
Alicia Silverstone pukes in her kid's mouth.
Yes. Well, I mean, there's probably a different word for it, regurgitated. But yes, true story.
All right.
According to my
All right.
sources.
When they were planning their 4-year anniversary video, I don't think they.
But that wouldn't even. I wouldn't even. That wouldn't even bother me. Like
This is
prime,
going to the promo for
oh,
this
that
episode.
part doesn't bother you.
prime Alicia Silverstone.
Prime.
She could throw up in my mouth.
Prime
I mean, I would say today, but
today.
All right, everybody. That's been 4 years of a wonderful underdog journey. I think we got to end on a high note. And everybody, by the way, in case you've been missing some freaky podcast action, check out Goalie Dads United, where they fantasize about Alicia Silverstone puking in their mouths.
On our next episode, she can throw up in my mouth anytime she wants.
We have the ad for your next episode. We're gonna put the ad together. It's gonna be good.
I can't wait. I stand by
all
it.
created
I stand
by
by
AI.
It. I stand by it.
AI can create anything. It can make anything.
Hey.
Fantastic.
There was some air moved.
There we go. Progress.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Can you use a blower? Like a suction thing?
Nikki!
I do not. I do not stand with this man.
I should have turned the show off a long time ago.
You know the bulb? The suction?
Yeah.
The boogie sucker.
Yeah.
Boogie sucker from
Yeah,
the world.
can you use that?
I don't think so.
Because I got one.
Do you mean a neti pot?
No,
No,
it's
no,
like
no.
a
Oh, I can't do
bulb
that.
syringe thing.
Like for,
pick up
for
thing.
like
Yeah,
little
yeah,
kids,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Maybe use a neti pot before you.
Well, I
stick
think the
vacuum
neti
cleaner
pot
in
might
your
be
mouth.
dangerous.
Yeah, I think so too. I never liked the neti pot.
You can't put stuff up there.
No.
Yeah, I can't do anything right now.
She's just
I just
gonna-
have to, whatever happens, I have to deal with right now. That's
Yeah.
just the bottom line.
That's a,
We're
that's a
all
problem.
dealing with that right now, David.
I think you're
We're
ha-
all
honestly,
dealing with that
David.
right
I
now.
think you're
Yeah.
handling it a lot better than I would. Because
100%.
if I wake up with the stuff he knows, I'm done. Like I'm out.
Yeah, I would not be functioning at all.
Sure as shit wouldn't sit here with three guys doing a podcast.
No.
Well, the good news is I haven't drank as much bourbon, but I haven't been drinking no bourbon. So
So we've
it's
had
starting
all
to break up a little bit at least.
we've had all 6.
We've had all 6.
What's next?
That's
Do we
6.
write down like the brands?
did we talk about number
I wanna-
6?
I want to know.
Number 6
yeah,
is
give me your 6.
fantastic.
Give me your number 6. What do you got there?
I mean, number 6 might be a 10.
I wrote it down
I
as
think
a
I know
10.
what number 6 is.
I wrote down as a 10.
You can't. I mean, a 10. It's perfect.
I wrote
Number
2.
6 for me is a 10.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a-
I'll
that's
tell
a
you,
strong praise. I can't
knowing
give a
what
10.
it is, which I already knew what
I
it
can't
was.
give a 10.
I know what number 6 is, I think.
I think I do too.
Number 6 is such a good bourbon, such a great whiskey, and flies under the radar a whole lot.
Oh, then I don't have number 6 right.
It flies under the radar, it throws me off now. I don't think it is what I thought it was.
I did. Yeah.
I do not think he's what it means. What you think that means? Have you seen The Princess Bride?
God damn it.
Get the fuck out of here.
Anybody
Seriously.
want a peanut?
Yeah.
No, nothing?
No more rhymes than I mean it. Nobody wants a peanut. Oh,
I am Inigo Montoya.
You killed my father.
You prepared. I heard that. I never-
He's heard the
I didn't
thing.
know that's what it was from. Though.
that is such a good movie.
I think the Muppets. redid that.
Inconceivable.
Also,
Inconceivable.
the wonderful Deadpool Princess Bride crossover where he sits down with Fred Savage. Have you seen
Yes.
that?
Yes.
So
Yes,
good.
and he
I have-
fucking tears
So-
into him
and he
about
tears about
Nickelback.
Nickelback.
Because
It's
I
so
don't
good.
hate Nickelback. I don't. It's not like a top band for me, but I don't have any hatred towards Nickelback.
I don't have hatred.
They have a couple
I
catchy
kinda do.
songs.
I jumped on the bandwagon of not liking them. I'll be fair.
Yeah.
I mean, like independently, I wasn't like I hate these fucking guys.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, everybody else does. Yeah, let's burn the witch.
It's not for me.
No, I was just always all right. This song is catchy. I knew what it was when it came out. It was
Like
pop music.
I hate Matchbox
pop
20
rock.
a lot more than I hate
Oh my
Nickelback.
god, I love Matchbox 20.
I do not. But that's just
Love
the thing.
Matchbox 20,
That's why
yeah.
we have ratings here, right?
Yeah, that's it. That's what we're going to go. Okay, so what we're going to go around right now is we're going to talk about your number ones. We're going to see everybody who thinks what their number one top bourbon was. So for you, what was your number
So
one?
I'll go
top
with my initial rating. My number 1 was Bourbon 3.
Bourbon 3.
then-
Okay,
yeah.
so Bourbon 3. Lock that in. Say Bourbon 3 was
Yep.
your number one. What do you got, West?
I got number 6.
Number 6.
Number 6 is
Number 6 is the
number
best.
one for
okay,
me.
so that's good. That's good. What about you?
Number 6.
Number 6. Okay.
Not even close.
Now we're gonna flip this around and go from the other side. What was the absolute worst bourbon, Mike?
Number 2 was the worst experience of my life.
of your life.
Yes.
That's a bold statement.
So I knew what it was when it came out here,
Yeah.
which shocked me when you were like, "This is shit." Like, oh my god, you got to be kidding me. But
It's
okay,
also
what about-
the only one I had warm, so
That's
Yeah,
interesting.
Maybe it need to be woke
So
up a little
I
bit.
also didn't feel like anything was a worst on this, just so we are clear here. There
Well,
wasn't like a
something's the
huge...
lowest.
Yeah,
right.
No, the
you're not
lowest...
hurting their feelings. Just give the answer.
Well, no, because I don't want to be like, I didn't like it. I liked all of them.
Okay.
My lowest rating one was number 4.
What'd you rate it?
I gave it a 5.
Okay. So right in the middle.
Okay.
Right in the middle.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
About you, what was your fuck this?
My lowest rating, again, it's not bad. It was a 6. All of these are great in my opinion.
Okay.
Number 2 was my lowest rated as a 6. It wasn't the worst experience of my life.
Number 2.
I think we have the
Number
same
2.
palette.
Number 2.
If we went to art class
And I had
together,
that
we'd be
as
able
a
to.
6.
Okay.
I went to art school.
All right.
Yeah, but you did.
All right.
Did.
All right. Give me a list here, guys. Write down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for me.
All right,
got
so
I don't remember the names of some of the ones we had in there.
I'm going to say it
I'm
as
gonna-
I'm writing it. Number 3 was number 1 for me, and then number 6 was very...
That's not confusing at all. How about you just write the numbers in order?
You know, as I started talking, I was like...
Number 6 is number 1. Number 3 is number 4. I like number 2, but really number 1 was better.
I really screwed this one up. You know, I've been hitting you pretty hard lately, so that was
All right.
fair.
All right. So I'm gonna read out at random.
Yes.
At random.
Read 'em out at random.
The names of the bourbons. Wild Turkey, We have Wild Turkey Rare Bird.
Yep.
All right.
We have Blanton's.
Am I writing this? Am I supposed
Mm-hmm.
to write this down?
Okay, we have Blanton's. Now, I think we ended up with a different Blanton's than a regular Blanton's.
Interesting.
Oh, because it was darker. It was
It
darker.
was a darker,
If you look at the bottle,
richer.
it was
I think
distinctly
it was
darker.
a barrel strength
Interesting.
that some oops happened because I had another Blanton's to challenge it against, and it was starkly
So
different.
you thought so before you even served it?
Oh yes, before the cork came out of it,
Interesting.
I knew there was something about it.
For the amateurs in the room, can you explain what you mean by
Absolutely not. Basil Hayden. Basil Hayden.
okay.
This was the toasted Basil Hayden.
The toasted Basil Hayden.
Jeff?
was
Is that
the
the one
toasted.
we had somewhere?
We had it in Rochester?
Was it the toasted one though?
I don't remember.
I think you're the one who brought me that bottle, right?
That was the toast.
that was the one you
The
brought
one that's
me.
like finished in
I will say
wine.
my top 4 were pretty close. Just going to say
Yeah,
that.
I get it. I get it.
All right, we broke the mold
Huh?
and gave everybody a nice, easy starter bourbon, Buffalo Trace.
Yeah.
Buffalo Soldier.
We also had on the palette here, we had Travelers, which is my new go-to. This is a blended
definitely have this
bourbon.
wrong.
This is a blended bourbon. I love this whiskey. Love it. I think it is absolutely. It could easily, if I were to drink every day, this would be my everyday
Go-to.
drinking bourbon.
Okay.
That would be it
Good
right
to
there.
know.
I will take that if I like Blanton's. I like my Wellers. I love I can get this easily here.
Yeah.
I don't have to hunt across the freaking country for it. I'm not paying This is $40 a bottle.
I know.
$40
I
a bottle.
only say that
I can
because I
get it.
almost picked that up today.
Chris Stapleton.
And I was like,
Yes, it's in
The
collaboration
singer?
with Chris Stapleton.
are you serious?
Yeah, and I only know one of the songs because we sing it at the cigar lounge.
I'm
when
not
we're
a country
closing
fan, but like a,
Oh, he's country.
yeah.
I've
But,
no- I've never even heard the name
That's
before.
not a pejorative statement. You know?
So we've
I
got
thought it
all
was a
6
rapper.
of them, right? Oh no, we got
No,
one.
you
you
missed
missed one. You're missing one.
Chris Stapleton's fantastic. We have E.H. Taylor, don't we?
Yeah, we got EH. Yeah, we got EH.
Oh, you got inside information?
Civil War.
No, it's in the thing. We looked through them earlier.
You remembered that?
Yeah.
Shit.
I wrote them all down.
I
All right.
hope- So I have a big
All right.
problem right now.
Okay, so
You wrote down too many. You wrote
so
down.
Mike's like
I have
Jack
7 here
Daniels.
somehow. I don't know.
wait, we didn't drink moonshine.
Where are the blue Doritos? I don't understand.
So here's the thing.
gotta
All the
float
way
it
up
off
to
the
this
island.
point, there's nothing wrong. You can't be wrong up to
Okay.
this point.
Up to this. Now we can totally be
Now
wrong.
you guys can be fucked up.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Because now you're going to see if you can match the whiskey to it. At any time, you can say, I need another pour of
I need another
XYZ
pour.
whiskey, and I will have a unmarked pour brought out to you.
so how is that going to
So,
change our?
before we report out, can we
so
ask
if
for
you
like
go
a comparison?
say, hey, no, I need to taste number X again.
I need number 1 and number 2.
Okay, Nikki, we need a number
Wait,
one
no,
and a
no,
number
no,
two.
no, no, wait. What does everybody else need? Anybody else need
You
anything?
see him? I think he might. I think he gets beat.
What?
What?
Do you see him?
You say he needs to pee?
No, I think he might. I think you've been beaten.
Beaten by what? Life? You look a little run down.
You just were like, no.
Well, no, I was being,
okay.
considerate.
You were concerned. I was concerned.
No.
So you're saying Tara beats him?
No,
No.
not necessarily.
Are you
Tara.
Oh, you don't want hit either. Okay.
Blink twice
Blink
if you're
twice. Yeah.
I don't mean that.
What is the thing? Do this if you're.
Yeah. No, all I was saying
Everyday
is
pour. So
before-
John Counter, yeah, everyday pour. This right
before
here,
you asked Nikki to bring out 1, what does everybody else
that
need?
right there.
That's called considerate.
It's
Mike.
considerate.
This is
She's got little hands.
what
She
that
can only
is?
bring 3 at a time, so 2's not that
This
bad.
is why we don't go through many episodes.
We need a 1 or
Good
2.
point. Good point.
So no, John, I was telling you, the Traveler was the blend number 40. This could easily
everyday
be
pour.
my everyday
So
pour.
this is
easily.
a good bonus
What if
question.
that's my worst one?
Does anybody
Could be.
else need
Your
a
flavor
read?
palette's
I
allowed,
do,
perfectly allowed
but
to
there's a
be
lot
different than
happening
mine.
here.
It's a lot.
So this is actually a good bonus question. What is everybody's everyday pour? If you could choose one of your own personal collection,
I
what's
got
your
it.
everyday pour?
It's Weller.
Weller.
Yeah.
Weller's
Which one?
Which one?
The green.
Green.
The
I
Special
love it.
Reserve.
Is
It's a
that-
good one.
I love it. Special Reserve.
It's got the spice. It's a really
so
unique,
good.
good pour, good choice.
Thank you.
Okay, so this is so I picked that one. Okay, so I picked that one. I said this would be my everyday pour, and I put a little contingencies with it, saying I can get it. It's not wildly expensive. It's something that I could actually drink every day. Now, if I were, able to get Weller Antique 107 every day, that would probably
could
be. Actually, no.
So, well, okay,
if I
so
could get
something
Elmer T.
accessible-
Lee every single day,
Okay, fair enough.
Elmer T. Lee would be my drink
So you're
every
saying
single
wish
day.
list.
So if I said, hey, what can I get and do and drink every day and be perfectly happy? Boom, this Traveler, I got it. But if I get my wish list, Elmer T. Lee, that would be I would pour a drink every single day.
Yeah, yeah. Anna and John Callender
Thank
both
you.
say Buffalo Trace.
One and
We
two.
are I don't know what it's like over there, but over here we are starting to get pretty stocked on Buffalo Trace. Anybody else need a second taste?
I do.
I do, but I kind of want to get it myself.
Yeah, I was.
That's
I
literally
felt
what
very
she's for.
terrible yelling out that I needed more.
Look at her hair.
Nikki, I think you look wonderful.
And I hear,
See?
Nikki can grab anything, and I'm like,
Did you hear me saying no? It's fine. It's
Jeff
fine.
was ready to be.
So what do you need?
All right. Can I get, not because I need to taste it for the notes, just because I want to drink more.
I think they're all in order, but I need to.
Yeah, take it with you if you
Can I
want.
get
totally
can I get a double number 4, please?
Double number 4. Okay.
Totally different now.
Okay. All right, what do you need? Because he's only getting one.
I would like a 2.
2.
This is the worst experience of your life.
I have to give it another
Oh, you
shot.
gotta give it. Oh,
with
so
the
we got
ice.
we got ice. Yeah, we need ice.
It's
Drinking-
not fair.
Drinking more of these is not going to change my rating. I just want to drink more of it.
Try to.
How you got the double?
It changed my rating completely.
Okay. All right. So so you went with number 1 first, right?
Yeah.
So what is
All right.
what's your everyday drink, by the way? What's your everyday pour?
Still working on it. I don't think I have one that I've settled in on yet. I really
Okay.
like Michter's. I'm a big
I
fan
love
of
Michter's.
Michter's.
What's Michter's?
So if you like Michter's, your next bottle, I would recommend the 10-year McKenna.
Okay. And I do like McKenna.
That 10-year McKenna is something you can get around here pretty easily, and is when I challenge them together, I can drink one to the other, and be just. You can tell there's a difference.
Yeah.
I actually like the McKenna a little bit better. Your palate may be a little different. It should be. I don't think you'll be disappointed.
Excellent.
I got a question. The Weller Green Label is the one you showed up on my doorstep and just dropped it like it was a distressed baby.
He does
So
that.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is this a actively available?
Not over here.
Yeah. See.
Not over here.
So I'm a little. You spoiled me.
Yeah. You are spoiled.
Yes.
What's your everyday pour? I love Poppy.
So I went to my buddy's house. He has a beach house in South Carolina. And he's like, hey, I have all this bourbon out. I'm like, this is
What
like
city?
Kiowa,
Okay. What's that close to that we would know?
south of Charleston. It's like a beach
I'm in.
community. And he was like, yeah, this is my bourbon collection. I'm like, this is like $4,000 worth of bourbon. He's like, yeah, just take whatever you want. And then he's like, do you want to go to the liquor store together? And I'm there with Tara.
Yes,
and she
please.
goes, what are you going to get? I go, nothing. I'm getting nothing. Like, we have a 15-hour drive home. I'm not putting $600 worth of bourbon in the car.
Oh man. Oh.
Like,
man.
I'm just not doing it.
Do you remember the night? We stumbled into the very first time
Thank you.
we went to we went to the cigar place over there. What's it called? Right there on High Street.
Oh, La Chavetta.
La Chavetta.
Yeah.
So we went to this place called La Chavetta, and they were having a Drew Estate cigar
Yeah, that was
event.
a fun night. That was a fun night.
So I've got a picture of the back seat of the back of my Escalade. If I'd have gotten pulled over, I would have went to jail. There is no way they would have thought, oh, this is for private consumption. Because I also picked up a shipment from my buddy who does my Blantons. So I had like 3 or 4 bottles of Blantons, which was at the time you couldn't get.
Impossible to get.
Right,
You couldn't
impossible
get
to get.
anywhere.
And I picked up a shipment from my Weller guy. So I
You had
had
like 2 cases or something.
I had like 2 cases of green and like a half a case of red coming back with me.
Yeah, there's a lot. of
And
beers.
like $400 in cigars. So I had cases and cases. I mean, the backup, I looked like the ATF on wheels. Alcohol, tobacco. The only thing I didn't have was firearms. It was just coming back from that trip. I was like, I drove the speed limit the whole way.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Dude, I can't get pulled over.
Yeah,
I can't do it.
It looked bad.
It did not look good.
It looked like a scene out
Number
of The
two,
Sopranos.
no, the ice didn't do it for you. Let it mellow.
I'm gonna let it chill.
Okay, all right.
Really, worst experience of your life?
My fear is that it's bland. That's my fear.
I don't think so. I
That's
don't
a
think so.
liberating fear, though, because if
See,
you don't
that's
like
fine.
it, you don't got to spend the money.
Yeah.
Number
Yeah,
two
but I
was
like
one
the
of the
horses.
most.
I like the little horses on
I do
top.
too. The horses are great.
So I will tell you this right now. I will tell you. Everybody knows who Pappy is. Pappy's, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pappy Van Winkle, the Van Winkle collection. Every time I have seen it, I have yet to see it in a blind taste test where it performed
I've heard
well.
it a lot. Yeah.
I don't love it. Not gonna lie.
I like Pappy's,
Oh, here
but I
comes
like
the check.
Pappy's for what it is. I like to drink other
Davey just
people's.
paid.
I like to drink other people's Pappy's,
David's
like
paying
John
this way.
Callender's. But I would never spend. I would never spend the money on it.
We did a guy's trip to Louisville one time. My buddy brought he was driving, so he brought a bottle of Pappy. And I remember he was like, guys, I got it. It was just like a decade ago. And we all got so drunk we just threw it all up.
Oh, man.
I mean, later in the night, not like then, but
Yeah.
like later we were all like,
Yeah.
I feel really terrible that I wasted your. You know, like number two?
That bad.
Yeah.
That bad. Wow.
I think I know. I think I know what number
All
two
right,
is.
run down.
I feel
run
very
it down.
confident.
So the Pappy's was okay. So and that's it. So
It's good. It's fine.
So
we had it at
here's-
our.
and
here's
I've
what
had it
episode.
multiple times since. I felt the same way.
well, here's the way I believe it. Here's the way I put it. I put Pappy's right in between. If you were to take a blend of Green Label and Red Label, or Red Label and 12 year, so Red Label and Black Label, Weller, to me that is that is Pappy's.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
it's on board
fine.
there, but they've got this thing hyped up so much. The brand equity. Oh, what was the term you came up with earlier? I said we were going to talk
Oh,
about
so
it.
good.
Visual
Visual
visible.
value.
Visible.
Visible
Visible
value.
value.
Define visible value for me.
So it's where
Wait.
This is where we
Preface
get into
this.
marketing
We're
and
going to
really
talk
good
about
back
marketing
here.
and business real quick, folks,
Yeah,
because
let's do it.
literally we're
This is a
nerds.
marketing business show, technically.
so you have an event.
All right.
You're selling, let's say, season
Visible
tickets,
value.
right?
Okay.
Let's say it's a corporate event for a basketball team. Okay, your open house. You get to sit in your lockers. You open it up. You got food trucks. You got everything else. Okay, in the middle of it all, you have a roped off section. You have a guy in a fancy suit and a clipboard,
Bitch.
checking people in. Okay, and they're all open on all four sides. You have wine, food, drinks,
All the good stuff's
everything,
there.
right? Everything, top of the line, right? TVs, you name it, leather couches, everything. People, open house, right? So anybody can get in. They said, whoa, oh, you're not on the list. How do I get on the list? This is for season ticket holders. You're already at the event, which is designed to sell your season tickets.
But you're not there. It's not
You're not
in your
right.
face.
in.
Right.
Over there is a table back in the corner over
Correct.
with some stuff. You can go over and talk to those people.
So what
not
we
the
said
centerpiece.
is, this is you're creating visible value to being a season
So that's
ticket holder.
actually a real thing that's already used a lot. Perceived exclusivity. So a lot of places actually do that. If you go to like
That's
a lot
brilliant.
of business events and conventions and stuff, they'll actually have like places that are blocked off with like curtains and stuff. And backstage events are just like that too. So what they do is they do that specifically to have you upgrade your ticket so they can get more money out of you for this more exclusive stuff. In the meantime, all it gets you is this one extra area.
Right.
And maybe
for
a little
the
bit of
people in
swag.
there, it's pretty much nothing. But for everybody else, they want in.
They want
Right,
it.
and actually, it is actually really good for networking if you buy those, especially if you're going to those and you want to schmooze your potential clients, because there are actually, if you go to places like conventions and things that have celebrities or people who are just big in the industry, they'll often buy out those places specifically so they don't have to walk around the main area and have Joe Schmo come and say, "Hey, can I get a selfie with you?" They don't want that.
Yeah.
So those are actually a
want to
really
be
good idea
away,
from two
yeah.
different perspectives. But yeah, that's a real thing they do.
I like my term.
Yeah, I love
No,
it.
you're
The
right.
visible,
It's
the
the same
visible
thing.
value.
Yeah.
I loved it. So we were talking earlier about this, and he was talking about back in the day you had to have these call sheets, and I was bitching about I keep wanting to say Facebook. Facebook's not the word I'm looking
Sales.
for.
No, sales.
Salesforce. That's it.
Yeah.
Let's bitch about Salesforce. I'm like, I hate it. Like to me, it's a waste of time. It's a waste of time because I literally have people call me like, Dave, your Facebook, your Salesforce numbers are
That'd be
down.
great if they called you.
I'm like,
Facebook's
yeah,
under-
my
underperforming.
Salesforce numbers are down, but I'm 130% of everybody else. Why are you calling me?
Yeah. I'm doing the thing.
Yeah. So if I ever slip below 80%, then call me about my Salesforce numbers.
Here's what you do.
And he's talking about old spreadsheets and all call sheets and things like that. And it's like you could have circled this around with 4 quality events instead of day after day after day of a tedious grind. And he's talking about, and we get into this thing. And he comes up with this visible value term, and I'm like, dude, that's
You
gold.
could call it V squared
Here's what
if
you
you
do.
want.
Yeah,
Oh,
V
I
square. I
like
like
that.
that.
Go
I
on
like that.
LinkedIn.
Ooh,
I
like
like that. That's actually
See that?
better than visible
Go on
value.
LinkedIn,
I'm
hire a
full of
personal PA, hire a digital PA,
Yeah.
work for $3 an hour. They'll do that part for you.
So I actually offered Noah. Like I needed him to do it like 2 days a week, just data entry for me for 2 hours. Like I'll pay you $50. I'll pay you $50.
use $50.
You just
I'll do
do the
it.
data
I'll do
entry
it.
shit for me. You just do the data entry shit
I'll
for
do it
me.
for
If you
45.
nail it out, you nail it. So John's like, "Can we get back to the bourbon?" Sorry, John. This is
This is a
part of
business
this is
show.
this is part
Bourbon
of
with a side
Business
order
show,
of
John.
this is part of being with the nerdy side of
Yeah,
us is
I'm just glad you're talking
those
about something
types
I
of
understand.
Well, right.
those types of things are what it's literally what got us doing what we're doing.
Exactly. And right after this, we're going to start talking about the differences between hyperdrive and warp drive. Which is better and which is faster?
I believe
strong opinion.
Children are the future.
From point A
So,
to point
no.
B, what's faster, hyperdrive or
Children are
warp
a pain in the
drive?
ass.
That's a conversation, my friend.
it will not be hyperdrive. It will not be warp drive. It will be neither of them.
What's it going to be?
It's going to be quantum drive. We will see a quantum.
blah,
we
blah,
will see a functional quantum drive,
No.
which is
No.
infinitely
No.
better
No.
than either a hyperdrive
No.
or
You know why?
a warp drive.
Quantum drives won't work.
Why?
Dave?
Okay.
You know
okay.
why quantum
there is,
drives won't
there
work
is
out?
there is no scientific
you
evidence
lost Mike a
that
long
we're
time ago.
that a hyperdrive or so either a
You know why quantum
hyperdrive
drive
or a
won't work?
warp drive, neither one of them can actually scientifically by the math actually get you from a
Warp drive
one
certainly
spot to
can.
another in a reasonable amount of time. Whereas a quantum drive,
folding space-time can't
You are
get you there. It
still-
can get you there.
but quantum drive gets
instantaneously.
you there instantaneously. Yes.
No, it doesn't.
And it
No,
is
it doesn't.
instantaneous.
I'll tell you why it doesn't. Because your interpretation of a quantum drive involves entangled particles.
Yes, quantum entanglement.
Right. Here's the
Yes.
problem. Here's the problem.
Which is proven.
Entangled particle 1 has to get to point B before entangled particle 2 can reach point B from point A.
God,
which
that is-
means
that is frickin' delicious.
entangled
Just a
quantum
little bit. That's
particle
good.
B must at some point travel at subluminal speeds to get to point B.
You do not need a flux capacitor for a quantum drive. now.
Did you bypass the
No,
Pentium?
no, you don't. Okay, so you have point A, and you have point B. Okay?
He's still here arguing with me.
Point A and
He
point B.
knows I'm right. He knew I was
He's
right
not
before
right.
I opened my
He's
mouth.
not right. How do you get? Okay, you have two
107
You have
proof.
two entangled particles.
Do you know what's great about Star
Hang
Wars?
on.
You can just say the Force. This is why Star Wars always beats Star Trek. Whenever you get, whenever you
I
get
guess
stuck
that
there.
is actually
Force.
true.
I get
Force.
that. It's the Force.
Yeah.
the Force.
Well, how do you explain the force?
The Force.
The Star Trek motherfuckers over here like, well, X to the delta of the prime number.
You know, it never crystallized for me why I never got into Star Trek until this last 5 minutes, and I was like, yeah, straight up, I have no
Well,
idea.
then the problem is
No
you got to start
idea.
talking about midichlorians, and it's all over.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Force.
Which technically could be quantum entangled particles.
No, it
could
can't.
be.
Okay, if you're going to
All right,
entangle,
moving on,
if you're
moving
going to
on,
entangle
moving
two
on.
particles, if you're going to entangle two particles, at some point they have to be in the same vicinity in space-time with each other,
Incorrect.
which
think
is
you-
absolutely not incorrect.
Is not
How do you
correct
entangle?
whatsoever.
How do you entangle two quantum? Two particles?
Interdimensional quantum entanglement.
Hang on. Oh! You are specifically talking about folding space-time, which is warp drive, my friend. Warp drive. You need warp drive in order for your quantum drive to work.
I think they stepped on
Warp
my,
winds.
my Mace Windu.
Were you
It's
talking
the
about
Force.
dangling particles? Is that what I heard?
I went to the doctor this week for a dangling particle.
Yeah.
I laughed too
And
hard. on
the
Lincoln.
calendar says 88 miles per hour. Exactly.
This is 107
the flux
proof.
capacitor.
I want to make a T-shirt that just says you're about to see some serious shit. 88 miles an hour.
Oh.
He doesn't.
Have
He
you
didn't see the
seen
movie.
it?
I've
He didn't see the
seen
movie.
all of them. All of them.
I agree with you that a Back to the Future remake would be fantastic.
Only if they.
Kids going
Only,
to 1993.
But
That's
it- but-
the
but-
thing.
but you can't
they
have the
gotta
same-
live. Kids these days need to live without the internet.
But you can't have the same people in it. You just
I
need
don't
to
care
move
who
on.
the people are.
they
could
gotta
be
have
our
Doc Brown.
kids.
You can't
But you
have.
can't have Michael J. Fox.
Whoa.
Well, he has Parkinson's. It's
Yeah,
just
that's
sad.
what I'm
It's just
saying.
sad.
That would be
Yeah.
weird.
It's sad.
You can't have Leah.
get
They would
80
have a
miles an hour on
minute.
his
You can
own.
have a minute.
He'd have a cameo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He'd have a cameo.
And Leah
and
Thompson
I'm okay
has
with
to be
that.
with him.
Right. And they could be old.
But
He
Crispin
could be-
Glover's weird as shit. So
He
don't
could be
put him in
floating
it.
upside down.
He was
from his
weird as shit
ankles.
back then
He's
too.
been weird as shit
Rehydrating
for 20
pizzas.
years.
Okay, all right.
We
So
do this ourselves, and we take anything we didn't for a whole week. We take away from our kids anything we didn't have in 1993.
Dude. If we did Back to
Nothing
the Future,
existed in 1983.
it'd be book,
93.
it'd be
93
book, it'd be
either.
book it.
There's
No
nothing there.
internet.
Do you
No
remember
phones.
that?
okay, let's go. Let's go. Here we go. Back to the bourbon.
All right,
Back
bourbon.
to the
We're going back to the
John,
bourbon.
you're in luck. We're
All
talking
right.
about bourbon again.
All right, so
We'll
how
go
are we
back
going
to
to
the
do this?
bourbon.
Do
We're
you
gonna
want us to
start.
run down what we think
Number
are...
one, I want you guys to write down what you think bourbon number one.
All right,
I
number
got
one.
it.
What was yours?
Locked in.
What do you think it was?
We're
Are we,
all-
wait,
are we
wait,
all
wait.
locked
Are
in?
we locked in? No, we're
Wait,
not
we're
locked in.
going
He hasn't
clockwise
done
or
shit over here.
counterclockwise here.
He hasn't done shit. He's just
These are
now
the most
writing.
diverse
just now
notes
writing.
you've ever seen.
You are just like taking these numbers and putting them over here.
I got everything.
He's got a
Oh, you got it,
spreadsheet
you got it.
I got
going.
everything.
Let's go to
Trust me.
spreadsheet. Okay,
I don't know
you
if
good?
it's appropriate
Yeah,
for
number
Goalie
one?
Dads United, but I took a picture of all of our scattered drinks.
That's fine.
So, all
Yeah,
right.
that's
So
right.
number one,
What do you
We
think
ready
number
to
one
go?
was?
You guys-
Travelers.
You think number one was Travelers?
I went
Yeah.
with Blanton's.
I went with E.H. Taylor.
All right.
Okay, all of you were wrong.
Oh, what was
Oh
it?
shit.
What was
If
number
my
one?
memory serves me correct,
Well, why don't you
number
look at the
one
book?
was Buffalo Trace.
I had that written down. God
Really?
damn it. God
Number
damn it.
one was Buffalo Trace. So when we were laying them out there, I said, let's start them off easy. This is a right down the middle of the
It
world.
was
Yeah?
not.
Right down the middle.
It was not.
Right down
Wait,
the middle.
wait. I
bourbon.
lied.
Changed the mind.
Front door.
I thought.
I mean, I meant Buffalo
Hold on,
Trace. That's
hold
what I
on.
meant to say.
I'm not going to guess Buffalo Trace. Number one I had as number 4. I gave you what I thought number 6 was, which was my number 1.
What the fuck?
So number
You
one,
made fun of me when I started saying a lot of numbers.
number 1 is Buffalo Trace.
When
I
is
got it.
now? Now. Just then.
Well, where's then?
That is
we
fantastic.
just passed it.
Oh, that's Spaceballs.
Spaceballs, by the
I'm
way.
sure one day I'll love it. So
Everybody knows I like to drink coffee when I'm looking at the radar.
that's my number 4.
What are you, chicken?
They've gone to
Colonel
plaid.
Sanders?
Spaceball one's gone to plaid.
Yeah, right there, and a count. You can't go wrong with Buffalo Trace.
It's a
It's a
good one.
good, easy,
I had that
easy,
as a
easy
9.
drink.
I had that rated
so
9.
you're drinking
Oh,
this guy
also,
right here.
This is fantastic.
Also, what did you have
This-
number one rated, by the way?
Number 1 was a 6.1.
Oh.
6.1.
So
Okay,
I
good for you.
had number one at 6, and then when I retasted it again, it shot back up the list because
See,
I really liked it.
I had a 9 on that one.
Buffalo
Yeah.
Trace. I
It
mean,
shot
it
up
is,
to like 8
it is
for me.
just such
It's
a
not-
great,
I mean, for me, a
easy
6.1
drink.
is pretty good. 'cause
And I would.
It was still
I'm
third for me. But
very
it was,
pleased to announce that Buffalo Trace is becoming much, much easier for us to acquire over here.
I almost bought it today.
Yeah,
because
it
I was
is.
surprised by the price.
It is. Yes. So it's still a little high. We're still about $14 high.
Yeah.
On the price.
That'll level out, though. As
It'll
it
get
becomes
there.
more available.
Now, the idea is to travel just to Canada, which is not very far away from us. You go up there, when you stop on the duty-free shop on the way back, and they go, "Have you been here for 48 hours?" You say yes.
So lied to the Canadian government. Is that what you're trying to say?
lied to the Canadian menial worker at the...
The police are called Mounties. They'll come get you.
I
if
don't
they-
need anybody mount me, okay?
Mounties.
But no, you just lied to the lady who's behind the cash register. Have you
What
been
if
here for 48 hours? Yes. Boom. Done.
What if you
Canada's
say
bad.
no?
And you spend $23 on
You
it.
know, Justin
You should
Trudeau
be
watches
in
our
Canada
show.
for 48 hours because it's a great place.
Okay.
Really?
Hey,
I'm
yes.
going to Canada for,
Okay.
love
for a
Canada.
bunch
So
of days.
I was in
Love
Canada.
Canada.
I ended up drinking with the I told him I was going to call him out on the podcast about this. I call him Her Royal Highness's Mounted Mail Delivery System because it was the postal workers,
Funny.
and those motherfuckers know how to drink.
Yeah.
Well, they
And they
deliver
don't
the
have
mail
party.
all day.
I'm pro
Sure.
Canada. I'm not gonna lie.
Dude, I love it. I love going up there. Love it.
I used to go to work in Ottawa when I was really young,
All right.
and I had a
How
wonderful-
young?
I like Letterkenny.
23?
I'll admit I like
I thought you
Letterkenny.
were like 14.
Well, that too. But it was like it was great. Ottawa was awesome. So I've been trying to convince the family to go to Quebec City for vacation.
I think you
'cause
mean Quebec.
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 Oh,
Quebec.
We're
There's
gonna
a
get
fish
a,
in-
we're gonna
fish
get a
sticks in
letter.
I
Quebec.
think it's Quebec.
Quaba.
There's an
Quaba.
it's an unusually amount of hot girls in Sudbury.
So my brother says Windsor has some good strip clubs. It used to back in the day. I don't know.
Is
I mean,
Windsor
Windsor's
in
across the
Canada?
street. Windsor's across the street from Detroit.
Detroit. That's the Mayor of Kingstown.
Yeah.
You know that show on Paramount?
No, no, I've never
Okay.
seen
Yeah, it's actually a good show. You gotta
That's
watch it.
based out of.
Is it like
It's
mobs
based out
or
of that.
gangsters or
That's
something?
Yeah.
See, I need like aliens or somebody throwing a pie. I don't need more people doing people stuff.
Yeah, it's a lot of people doing.
There's
people
enough
stuff.
people doing people stuff for me.
I'm more of a people. I don't get
Really?
behind fake
That's
shit.
I need
that's
fake
fair.
shit.
Nah, I don't like fake shit.
We,
I know
we
people,
based
I
upon
have-
your responses during the conspiracy
I'm a
theory
realist,
shows,
man.
we got that. Okay,
I need
number
a good
two.
balance. I need a good
Number
balance.
two. What was whiskey
right.
number two?
Well, so Buffalo Trace is number one. So that means
Okay,
my
so
number, that means
this-
my number two is wrong.
My
Okay.
number 2 is wrong too. I had Buffalo Trace.
I
number
did too. I did
All
too.
right. So number two,
And I
Buffalo
doubled
Trace.
down on it. That's why I asked for the second.
So
Yeah.
he doubled down on absolute shit for number two.
Yeah,
He doubled down on absolute shit for
What
number
was
two.
your number 2?
I'm gonna be floored. aren't
I had my number 2 as the worst thing I've ever tasted. It's a 2.1,
Did you put-
2.1.
Did you put
That's
wild
rough.
turkey?
and I am forced to put wild turkey because I shiver to think that I thought Blanton's, Blazel Hayden, Buffalo,
I know,
Travelers,
I
or
know,
H. Taylor
I know.
is as bad as this drink I've had twice
I'm about to-
as number 2.
I feel like I'm about to
So
poop
I'm
myself.
hoping it's wild turkey.
All right.
But in reality, in my life, it's probably
Now, what did
fucking
you
Blanton's.
rate number 2?
2.1. It
I
was
had,
one.
I
dead
had it as
last.
a 5.
I had a 6.
I didn't
Dead
mind
last.
it.
Okay, you didn't mind it. Didn't mind it. Didn't mind it. Number two is Blanton's.
No.
I knew it.
Number two.
Really?
God damn it.
That was my lowest.
Why
rated
is
one.
it so bad?
100%. Oh, actually, it was my
It's
second.
not bad.
It
It's not
is
bad.
terrible.
It was
That
good.
is what happens when you do. That's why
Wait.
we do the
So
blind
number one was
tastings.
Buffalo.
Number
and
one was Buffalo.
So
Number two
they're from the same family tree.
Same Sazerac
So,
from
funny
the
thing.
same brewery.
That's interesting.
It's very similar.
So-
I'm going
funny
to take
thing.
that as a win.
On
So
the
when-
nose, I got notes of fruitiness, berries, and tobacco on the back end. At first, I thought it was the Travelers.
I thought I was eating an ashtray. Honestly, you say tobacco. That's a nice way to put it. I'd rather eat an ashtray.
So that was funny because tobacco would be one of the key notes to me that triggers Blanton's in my brain.
Right, and I had tobacco on there.
So
I
I'm,
hate
I'm
Blanton's.
really
So it
glad
didn't do
I
anything
didn't.
for me.
I'm really glad
Nothing.
I didn't run this test. I wasn't part of it because I might have done the same thing. Again, this is why I say people with the Pappies Pappies does not perform well in blind taste. This is not about hey, this is the best. People say Blanton's is a great bourbon. It is for certain people.
Well, and Anna says, dude is hating on Blanton's. No, I didn't hate on Blanton's. I gave it a 6
Yeah,
out of 10.
I was fair
I'm
about that.
hating-
It's above a 5 for
I was
me.
fair about that from the beginning. That I liked them all. It
Yeah, I
wasn't
liked
like
them all.
I mean, Mike is talking
well,
about
Anna,
throwing it
let
out
me
the
tell you
window
something. I'm hating on whatever number 2 was.
Well, and it's funny, you hated number 2.
Multiple times.
The guy
yeah,
that comes,
I didn't know what it was.
That's fair.
So the guy that comes
That's
to my
fine.
place to drink, I won't let him touch my Blanton's because he says it tastes like Chernobyl runoff.
Chernobyl runoff.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
that's
literally
fair.
what he
He hates
says.
it.
Chernobyl runoff.
That's okay.
And that's it. That's it. But he loves Weller.
But he loves the
Absolutely.
Weller.
Same
Just like you love
distillery.
Weller.
I
That's your
love
dick.
Weller.
It's interesting because
Different
I
palates.
didn't love.
But the
two.
mash bill. I wish we'd had some Weller for this, but the mash bill for Weller is the mash bill for Weller is going to be a lot closer to what the Travelers is than what we have
Very
for
interested in Travelers.
for the other one. Okay, whiskey number three. What do you got?
Travelers.
Whiskey number 3 I had rated as 5 out of 6.
I had it as a 10.
Hold on a second.
Oh.
Full
Not
strong.
done.
Sorry, Mike.
wanna
Sorry,
just-
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Why don't you start?
I was really excited. Go ahead.
I had it as the 5th best bourbon we tasted today, which is the second worst. And I had a 4.
Okay.
And I'm going to call that Wild Turkey since the other one wasn't.
No, you can't change. What did you think it was originally? What did you say originally?
I didn't say anything. Oh, this is the first time we're doing it.
So we all wrote down what we thought it were.
Oh, I didn't do that.
Oh, you missed the assignment.
I wrote down what
He did not understand the assignment. It's fine.
I'm not changing. All right,
right,
I
so
see what you're saying.
you're gonna say
You're,
Well,
you're
we're
gonna
saying-
you're gonna continue down your path. You're
Yeah.
gonna continue down your path.
I thought we were live streaming. I thought we were live guessing.
We
what
are
it was.
live. All right, so you're gonna say Wild Turkey now.
Thought we were in the trust.
Yeah, but that's
tree.
not fair because I didn't say that. So I'm going to say it's Basil Hayden.
Okay, fair enough.
All right.
And then I'm
All
going to enter the other ones.
I will
while
say
we're
this:
doing
when I drank bourbon number 3, I wrote 10 with an exclamation point.
Ah.
So out of the first 2, I thought this was a game changer, and I loved it off the jump.
Yeah.
And I should have had it. I should have tasted it again, but I wrote that down as Travelers. I wrote that it was a fantastic balance. Velvety came around.
Yeah.
I really liked it. Yeah.
Okay. Wes?
All right. So number 3 I have is an 8. For notes, I said caramel and very light. This is probably one of the lightest flavor profiles out of the 6. I said Travelers, and I give it an 8 out of 10.
It is indeed Travelers.
Well, it sucks.
It is indeed Travelers.
I've had-
And I think the light, the playing the subtle, I think works in its favor.
Yeah.
Which is why I
So
say
good
to
go-to
me it could
daily
be
drink.
my daily drink.
get it.
It's not going to burn me. It doesn't leave me wanting. It is just the drink. You're gonna get everything you want out of
Yeah.
it. You're not going to get Star Spangled Banner out of it, but you're also not going to get what's a shitty song.
My country 'tis a thing.
Mbop.
You're not going to get Umbop.
And I can get the
How many
mbop.
M's
Yeah.
is
I mean,
that?
I love Mbop.
Yeah.
3 M's.
Yeah.
You brought the Hanson out.
I
get
love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I thought it was a great,
It's a good
great,
one. Yeah.
great whiskey. And I've talked quite a bit about it, about how great I think that bourbon is.
I wrote down. I took the first sip. I wrote 10 exclamation point.
Yeah.
You may have remembered that. You may not have. It was
I
a few
remember.
hours ago. But and then
Well, you told us 6 times since then, so we remember.
We remember from 15 seconds ago.
And then
But
you
no, that's
said,
good.
then you said this is my go-to, and I was like, God damn it, it's gonna be Travelers.
So my notes were.
So I felt like, but I already wrote down what I felt about it before you populated
Ooh.
the water.
Okay.
My
We
notes
have
on
a prediction. We have a prediction.
From the
John Calendar
Yeah.
predicts that your favorite bourbon will be the Wild Turkey.
That's my fucking fear, John.
John, I think you could
Don't be a
right.
fear. Embrace
That's
it.
my-
That is
Embrace
not a
it.
fear at all. Dude,
Embrace
that is
the
the
dark
that is the
side.
rare breed. That's a
Yeah.
good bottle of
Yeah.
a good
Embrace
bottle of
the
whiskey.
turkey.
So listen, number 3.
Mike, you may be able to save a lot of money.
I
here.
said.
I don't think
has-
so. That's not. It's. I mean, I didn't
It's
say it
not a
was a cheap
normal
bottle.
bottle of.
I saw it too. I saw
My
the
number
price.
3 note said no smell. Smells like chocolate, if anything, or tastes like chocolate.
Chocolate.
Has a weird taste, and I really don't like it. So these are all very scientific.
He's a professional taster. I get it.
Let's put it in a spreadsheet.
Yeah. All right. So number four.
Pivot table. What we got for number 4? What do you got?
All right, number 4, I have a score of an 8 out of 10.
8 out of
It's
10.
actually my second favorite out of everything we've tasted.
Ah.
It has 0 smell and no zing.
And no zing.
No
you don't
zing.
like a zing in your
Apparently
bourbon.
not. Because I don't know where the 8 came from. I don't remember number 4, honestly. But I also
Do you
have
need
that
another?
as,
Do you need another 4? I
want
can have
to
Nikki
refill
get
on
you
the
another 4 right
no,
now.
because Nikki's probably sleeping again. So let me just.
I don't care.
We can get our own. I have number 4 as my worst tasting bourbon.
What did you think of it?
I
What did you,
have-
what did you think it was?
Oh, I
have
think
it
it's
as a-
basil.
Okay.
I have it as a 5.
Okay.
I have no smell, and
Okay.
I wrote it down as wild turkey
Okay.
because I just want Mike to feel uncomfortable.
All right, West.
Number 4 I have as wood a little bit of woody. I didn't say oaky. I said wood.
Yeah, wood's
A
fine.
little bit of wood, leather, and traditional
just
like Jack
bark.
Daniels-y type bourbon-y
Okay.
flavor.
Okay.
Yeah.
First, you went with BDSM.
And smoother than usual. I wrote down wild turkey. And
What was your score?
An 8 out of 10.
8? Yeah, that's what I had. 8.
All right.
All
That's
right.
bourbon number 4, right?
Yep.
That's Basil Hayden toasted.
Yeah, and I got the right
Really?
one.
Really?
Basil Hayden toasted.
That wasn't even the smoky one.
Yeah, yeah.
That wasn't even the smoky one.
Dear
Yeah.
diary, I don't
Dear
know who I am anymore.
So you hate Basil Hayden?
Apparently, I do, and I gave it a 5.
I mean, that tells you all you need to know. It's your lowest ranked bourbon
But
at a 5.
to be fair,
Grow a set.
I
You know what I mean?
I
It's
would like
You
to
need to be
I-
more
yeah,
fucking brutal,
given
dude.
this week.
rough
For
now.
real, man.
I'd like to grow a new set.
His wife wishes
Benchmark.
he
Okay,
would.
so that right there. So that actually was a bottle I was hoping to see to be able to
This
find.
is the square bottle you were talking about.
No,
the
no,
benchmark?
not benchmark. What the hell was that square
Mike, I feel
bottle? I
like we're
can't remember
bringing
it,
some
but we'll get
humor to
there.
the
His
situation.
benchmark
probably
is
saved the
$13,
bottle.
and
Yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's funny. So there is a bottle of if you like Scotch, like if you like a really peaty Scotch, there's one called, and few people do. I do. There's one called White Horse Scotch. It's a blended Scotch. It costs like $14 a bottle, and it tastes identical to Johnny Walker Double Black. Identical, like, but it's $14. It's nuts. The problem is nobody likes a peaty Scotch except for apparently me.
I don't.
This
mind a
won't
peaty
come as
scotch.
much of a surprise to the 3 people sitting in the back. I've never had a Scotch.
I don't love Scotch.
I don't know that I've ever had a Scotch.
If you
I-
like really smoky,
I've given away 10 times more scotch than I've ever
yeah,
drank.
you either
My
either
dad
you love it or
loves
you
Scotch.
hate it.
I have a Macallan
I'd like to
15
try
in
it.
my
I'm gonna go
house.
buy a
I'm
bottle.
like,
Yeah.
Do you just want it? I don't want it.
I do not want it.
I don't
You
want
If
it.
you don't want it, I'll take it.
No, I've got to give it to him.
I love a
So
scotch.
he's like, you have a Macallan and you haven't given it to me? And I was like, yeah, do you want to just take it? Like it's...
Yeah, no, I'm good. So so this dude for Christmas a couple years ago,
Yeah.
I bought him a Macallan 18 year, and I wouldn't touch it.
I
Yeah.
love a scotch, man.
It's
That
not
peat,
for me.
like you're just biting
so,
into a chunk of like peat. Like, it's
so
good,
there
man.
are some you can do on cruises. You can do the Macallan tastings.
I'm doing a bourbon cruise on our a bourbon tasting on our Alaskan cruise.
Okay,
Nice.
there you go. So
It's all
you
wild
can do some
turkey.
Macallan.
Yeah, solitary.
All world, all wild turkey, all the time.
I'm gonna tell those people what I really think.
Hey, your bourbon tastes like shit. Someone bring out some more. Give me some ice.
Here's my flavor tastings. I wrote it all down. Taste weird. Notes of shit and pieces of corn. What did you eat last night?
I was good. I was good until you pulled out the corn, bud. I was good, but the corn got me. The corn got me. The corn did it. That was the way to go right there. Okay, all right. On to number five.
Number five.
On to
I just
number
had this
five.
vision of Michael's
This show is really good. How you liking our 4 years so far, Dave?
I'm loving it. I'm loving it right now because now you guys know what most of them are. There's only two bourbons left.
Yeah.
And one of them you guys are really hoping you rated well, and one of them you're like, it's okay if that's shit.
Yeah.
We've been talking a lot, so
Fair
let's cross off what we already have. So we already have.
All right, let's do this
I already
the
know
easy
I'm
way.
wrong on both of
it's
these.
E.H. Taylor and Wild Turkey is what's left.
Yeah, see, that's right. We know what's left, but I can't change my votes now.
No,
I already
and
have
I'm
my
not changing
votes.
mine either. Now that
I feel good
Now
about.
you know how to
I feel really
I
good
know
about.
what we're doing.
they are written down now.
I really hope I'm not. I'm just so wrong. I'm so wrong.
If loving you is right.
I don't want.
I don't want to be wrong.
want to be wrong.
So I'm not going to go first on this one.
You're
because I
not.
feel
We're
like I've
gonna
gone
make
first every time.
What are we on
make
right
Jeff go over here.
on
Number
number
five. Number five. Talk to me about your number five.
I really like number 5. I thought it was great. Thought we had a good relationship. Thought we hit it off well.
Finger banging the princess. Got it.
Yeah, I thought she was very upfront.
That's how they normally are.
There was talks.
It's
of,
better than it's
there,
better
there was
than
talks of
Maria.
black sugar.
Black sugar.
I had this as an 8, and I unfortunately called her basil in the end of the evening.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's look back and see where Jeff went wrong.
He's literally described his high school dating
Basil.
career.
He's not wrong. Oh, he calls her basil.
That's where you went wrong.
No
But
one
I also
wants
had
to
this
go
as my
basil.
4th ranked bourbon on the
And what
list.
was the number?
I gave it an 8.
This is number.
eight
This
is
is
four.
bourbon number five.
Yeah, I really.
God, you got to fucking toughen up.
I really loved my top. I loved my top 3 so much.
Yeah, I bet you do.
Panama Red.
Ooh,
I'm
that
not-
sounds like an inside
I'm
joke.
not cynical.
I don't know what's happening here.
No, it's Meet the Parents.
It's from me. Yeah, that's. Do you want me to add that to your movies you haven't seen?
Meet the parents. I've
It was,
seen
Oh,
Meet the
that's
Parents.
it was
Ben-
the
that's
one
the
with
Ben
the,
Affleck
it's the
movie.
volleyball scene.
Greg, if I set
That-
you up, could you
Oh,
spike
can
it
you-
home?
yeah, if I
I'd
get
have to be
high
pretty
enough.
I'd have to be pretty
I'd
high.
have to get pretty
Love
high.
Panama Red.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, I remember that scene.
I use that for everything.
Took me a
Clearly.
moment.
I know.
It's not a highly quoted movie for
No,
me.
It is not.
I look at it and like the things I think about that movie is the septic tank overflowing.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they're all
Put so
just
much goddamn
casually
lacquer
out
on that
stomping around their shit outside.
It's not a highly
and I'm
quoted-
going, why?
You would notice that.
Why would
that
you do
scene,
that?
Though, I always do that. You got, bet you,
You
win
guys
Panama
believe
Red.
in fucking
No.
star aliens
We
and
don't
everything else? You
believe in them.
Someone's gonna walk around in their fucking shit septic tank.
We don't believe in them, but we believe that there are dumbasses out there who do. There's a difference.
Hey, don't speak for me.
I don't believe in them.
Can we rank this? This is fantastic.
That's
That-
phenomenal.
That is.
I'm gonna get 2 more of those for us when we go.
That-
When I
that
go.
is-
That's moving to the top of the list.
That is
NB rolling.
delicious.
That's
Mary Beth.
fucking-
She knows her shit.
I mean,
Yeah,
she
yeah.
does.
Fucking nuns, man.
The nunneries. The nunneries
Well-
doing
That's a
their
cool
shit.
nunnery. That's a cool nunnery.
A wise man once told me, if you get a numbered bottle, take the lowest one you can
He's like
find.
the
Yeah,
Harley
good
nuns.
stuff. It's a 7.
7.
That was a 7. This is bottle number 7 of 453.
That's
A
why
wise man was trying to clear his inventory.
No, a wise man was David. David, you told me that.
That was great, though. I like that. All right, so
where are we
all
at?
right, here we go.
Jeff loves
number
basil.
5. Number 5.
Number 5.
What you got?
Number 5, I originally had as Basil Hayden. Ranked, so flavor profile I had as sugar notes. It was the strongest
Brown
of
sugar.
all of them. Like the deepest, richest, had the smokiest flavor of all of them. and a 9 out of 10.
Wow, that's high.
9 out of 10.
9.
I
What does
like
that
number
rank in your
9
six?
out of 10. I'm sorry. I'm not even going to let you go.
He's not going to
I
let
have
you
to.
go.
I have to. 9 out of 10.
Wow, you gave a 9 out of
9 out of 10.
It's going to be wild turkey, isn't it?
Go ahead.
I'm gonna roll
It's wild
through
turkey.
this.
It's
Really?
wild turkey.
It's wild turkey.
This is my
Oh.
number third one. It's my third out of 6. It's a 6.8. Had a good smell. Had a real strong punch and a really kind of nasty aftertaste.
okay.
Okay, that's what I said.
I like the smoky.
And I also
though.
said it was wild turkey. So let's see what you got.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
That
Good
is
for
wild
you.
turkey.
You said wild turkey.
Mike,
did.
you were stressing that. You thought wild turkey was going to be your
That
number
was
one.
wild turkey, which leaves the number 6 one that everybody seemed to
John, I
absolutely
am
love
vindicated.
That's funny.
is E.H. Taylor.
I had that.
E.H. Taylor, I had his 10 out of 10.
I don't give 10s.
And I thought that was
I
Blanton's.
did too.
I could have swore that was going to be Blanton's.
yeah. 10 out of 10.
So I had 2 10s. I
So
had,
you had two 10s.
Travelers and
What's
E.H.
the
Taylor.
point?
Travelers, E.H. Taylor.
Don't mock it.
What?
Hey, you're just giving out 10s
Hey.
like you're Mary Lou Retton. Let's earn this shit.
Can I point out that I got the 2 brands right?
Look, it is
Yeah.
Olympic season. And
You're saying
she's still
she's-
smoking
And you
hot.
won't see any 10s.
Is she?
In the
haven't
entire
seen her in a
Olympics,
while.
you won't see 110.
Really?
Just giving out 2
Are
out of
they,
6.
are they
She's like
ugly this
85.
year?
Hey,
No,
Mike,
not
to be fair.
Visually, performance-wise.
To be
Well, who
fa-
gives a shit about how they perform?
To be fair, performatively, I did pick number 3 as Travelers and number 6 is E.H. Taylor.
There you go. There you have it.
And those
Good,
are my
I
2
did pick
favorites.
number 1 is
So
E.H.
whether I gave
Taylor.
him a 4
Number
or
2
a
is
10 is irrelevant.
Basil, and
I
number
mean,
3
not
is
really.
white
But yeah, I
turkey.
get what you're saying.
Wild turkey.
Drunk math.
Yeah, drunk.
So,
So,
number 6 I had
Look,
as
when
a
you're drunk, a 4 to
9.6
10, it's all good.
It's all good. I
My
beer
sci-
goggled those.
My scientific note said really good.
Really, yeah,
It's very scientific.
Literally, is written down here. Really good.
Really good. It goes
Really
from
good.
taste weird and like shit to really good.
Yeah. So, what did you have your notes on 5? Sugar.
I had number 5. I had brown sugar.
No, number 6. Number
Number
6.
6, just sweet and Blanton's. I thought it was Blanton's.
You really had that now? It was
that's
Blanton's.
all I had.
So what
Wait.
cracks me up is number 2 took the worst whack, which
Yeah.
was
It did.
Blanton's.
It
Yeah.
was terrible.
Weird.
What was
Now-
4?
4 was
Basil.
Basil Hayden.
No. shit, that was my
4 was
worst.
Basil Hayden toasted.
So my rankings were Travelers, E.H. Buffalo, Wild Turkey, Blanton's, and Basil Hayden.
So Blanton's came low. Where did you get here? What were your 1 through 5?
Oh, I didn't rank it like that.
You did it up on top. You did.
No, well, I have a 9, a 6, 2 8s, another 9, and a 10.
Oh, you
So-
didn't give me a 1, 2, 3, 4,
I
5.
didn't give you
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But the funny thing is the wild turkey for some reason tasted the peatiest. Almost tasted like peat. It almost
Really,
tasted
I
like a Scotch.
assumed that
The-
based
the
on what I knew
Basil
about
Hayden.
the whiskey, I figured that the wild turkey would do very well tonight.
You're
I think
right.
it did.
It did.
Like it was 4th, but it was
did
like
surprisingly
it was
well.
nudging up.
Yeah, I
I
figured
had-
that was do very, very well.
I had E.H. Taylor, Basil, Wild Turkey, Buffalo Trace, Travelers, and Blanton's.
I love that.
And I
Travelers.
really did not like Travelers and Blanton's. Those 2 were at the bottom. by
Really?
far.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's the great thing.
Yeah.
That is a great thing about a tasting, and
I asked
especially
for
a blind
Blanton's
tasting.
second
Yeah.
time because I was like, maybe I got that one wrong. Nope, I didn't like Blanton's.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and that's
what I had,
it.
too.
Yeah,
And I love Blanton's, though. That's a weird thing.
Well, there's more in
I
here if
still give
anybody
a
wants
6.
it.
I don't want
I
any
mean,
more.
here it is.
I mean,
Yeah,
I love
touch
Blanton's.
your mouth.
That's Blanton's.
I think I do,
I can't do it.
but that's the
No
other thing.
offense.
Fuck, I can.
He can.
I
I think it's Blanton's. I might have peed in it.
I think I like Blanton's, but
You wouldn't be able to tell the
Blanton's pee
difference.
then.
but I know now from now on I'm buying Travelers all the time.
I'm buying
Yeah.
E.H. Taylor.
I've never even seen that in the store.
$40 a bottle.
Oh,
$100 a bottle.
Yeah.
So
hey, Tar,
right
if you're
there,
still listening, I'm gonna stop on the way home.
right there you go.
not
So
going
it's
home
40.
backwards.
You're not going home tonight.
I'm not going home tonight.
$40 a bottle for Travelers, or $100 a bottle for Blanton's. Now, I will tell you that Blanton's, we looked at it under the light in there.
Did. It was
That-
different. It was
that-
distinctly
it was substantially different.
Fair.
So there is something with that Blanton's that is not. I think it might be I think that
It
might have
looked
been
like
a.
cast
It might have been a cast strength Blanton's that they fucked up.
mislabeled or something.
That they fucked up.
It was at least like 2 or 3 shades darker.
Yeah.
But here's the other
it
thing,
was
too.
it was 50%
I'll give it
darker.
another shot.
How much of it is supply and demand? Like I remember going on a trip with like multiple Blantons and drinking it, and then going to the Buffalo Trace distillery,
Yeah.
and buying whatever I wanted, and then finding out that Old Man Blanton died, and then it
Yeah.
skyrocketed.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, Elmer
They'll
T.
do that.
Lee,
Right?
yeah.
And I'm like, what? Come on.
Old man Blanton died too?
Old man
El-
Blanton.
El- Elmer
Jeez,
T.
man,
Elmer T. Lee.
Oh.
Elmer T. Lee is the
Elmer T.
master
Lee.
distiller that brought Blanton's
That's
back
his name?
out. Yeah, Elmer T. Lee. So
What's the T stand for?
The.
Elmer the Lee. I don't know what the T stand for. Probably Thomas.
Tenacious.
But Elmer's Tenacious
Tenacious
Lee.
D?
Elmer Tenacious Lee. He is the one he was the master distiller that brought Blanton's back out and actually created the Blanton's brand. Now he has passed away. He's the master distiller.
He's rolling over in his
His
grave right now. 'cause
drink.
No, it's not.
He has one.
He's making enough money. He's,
Yeah, he
buried
has
him
one
deep.
named after him called Elmer T. Lee, which is what I typically refer to as Super Blends
Yeah, I get it.
because it is very similar. The difference is for a $100 bottle of Blanton's, you're going to pay $275 for an Elmer T. Lee.
That's dumb.
I agree, which is why there's not a Elmer T. Lee
in there.
in my collection.
based on what I spent, what I tasted today, I'd rather spend $100 on a lotto ticket than buy a bottle of Blanton's. But I'm going to give it another shot.
I agree, and I'd rather spend $100
so
on a combination of
don't spend it on a lotto
each
ticket.
peppers.
Don't spend it on a
I'll
lotto
just
ticket.
buy two
Well,
bottles
here's-
of.
now here's
Just
we
buy
need.
2 bottles of something you
Yeah.
like, the Wild Turkey or one of the ones that you rank very
basil
high.
Now we all
Yeah.
need a single
Yeah.
drink of all 6 of them mixed together as in an infinity pour.
I think we should. Nikki!
Nicky,
I'm kidding. I'm not drinking anymore.
Oh, never mind.
She's like, I'm not.
we
doing
need
that shit.
4 glasses
pours.
that have a little of every one of them in it.
Yeah,
Just a little.
just a
A little bit.
Just a wee. Just a
A
wee.
lot
Just a
for
touch.
Mike, though.
and we'll give you super sour gushers.
We also have red
And-
Doritos.
Blue,
Planters.
yeah, blue Doritos because
you
Mike
get?
doesn't like them.
You brought nuts and chocolate mix to an adult sleepover? What the fuck's wrong with you?
Are we talking about adult sleepovers again? On a
We are. Yeah.
What?
We need a better term.
Yeah, we got to.
so who gets to be the big spoon and the little spoon?
No, we're not sleeping
No,
together. That's a different type of sleepover. We're being responsible.
Dave's like, I'm not going for any of this conversation.
Well, I have to be elevated at 30 degrees, so I'll sleep in my own bed
So
by
this
myself.
conversation came up
With my
because
wife.
My kids were like, "Oh, are
My
you
female
going to do
wife.
your podcast tonight?" And I was like, "Yes."
Good, because I like to be at 150
And
degrees.
they're like-
so it works out perfect.
They're like, "Cool, so I'll see you later." And I was like, "No, I'm staying over." And they're like, "Why?" And I was like, "Because I can't drive home." And then I was like, "I need like a better word." I'm like, "We're having an adult sleepover."
And that's what you came up with.
They're like, "What's that like?" And I'm like, "We're gonna watch Spaceballs."
Yeah, drink a lot.
But I was like, but then I was thinking to myself, we need to normalize adult, like, and I can't even say the
You
words
can't. You just
so this
can't.
is what Mike and I are talking about. You can't even say the words in succession because every word is like, no wait, that's not right. That's we got to reframe
I mean,
it a
adult
little bit.
sleepover sounds like someone's going to jump out of the closet when you catch the early flight home from San Diego.
And this is at the beginning of the episode when you hear Bob Saget's voice. And kids, that's how you learned about swinger parties.
But we were like, it's an appropriate decision to not drive home. I live
Yeah.
35 minutes away.
It's a good decision.
It's a good
It's
decision.
a good decision.
But also-
there needs to be a good socially
There needs to be a
acceptable
socially
term
Yeah, you should be
for,
honored for this.
two
It's
grown
called-
men.
it's
having
called
a
crashing.
sleepover.
It is called crashing.
It's called crashing.
By the way, do you
I'm
like
just gonna
syrup
crash
on your
over there.
pancakes? Because I'm going to.
But then also,
Wait, I thought we were doing evergreen for brunch.
yeah. But then also, what is the point where you're like,
We can do that.
hey,
We're
Jeff,
going to brunch it up bro style,
did
bud.
you leave at 6:30 in the morning? Yeah, I get home. This is weird.
No, we're doing brunch
At
we're
11
doing
o'clock
brunch at
last night,
evergreen.
it seemed like the most normal decision ever. And then I woke up in a grown man's house, and I was like, these aren't my kids. I got the fuck out of there.
Well, yeah. One morning you woke up on my couch, and
Yeah.
my son was there,
Yeah.
Zoe just left.
and
What are you doing
and
here?
he didn't know you were going to be there when he woke
Yeah.
up.
No,
and it
he
was
didn't.
equally.
I didn't know I was
going
gonna
to
be there when he went to bed.
Yeah.
So what happened was they changed my blood pressure medicine on me. Being fat, they do shit like that, right? So they changed my blood pressure medicine on me, and I can drink. I'm pretty good at it.
You're usually pretty
You're
good at it.
spectacular.
And
Yeah, you're
and
exceptional.
I'm just sitting there, da, 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 and we're at a cigar lounge, and all of a sudden I'm like, oh fuck,
He passes
my
out in the
head
chair.
drops. I can hear everything. I know what everybody's saying. I'm like,
But you're out.
I've got no control of my body. I'm like, something's not right here. I can
I've
usually
literally
move.
never seen him pass out before.
And I hear him go, I've watched him drink a lot more than that.
Oh, wow.
A lot more.
Something's up.
Yeah.
And I get up, I go to the bathroom, take a piss, do my thing, and come out. I come
like a
back.
reading
and I'm
rainbow
I'm
moment.
vroom, 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 vroom,
He
walking
could have
my
been
arms
stroking out and dead. We're still smoking cigars.
Yeah. Everybody's there doing a thing. Matt Andre calls me like, Dave, you drink like 7 fucking whiskeys, double whiskeys in like a half hour, dude. You were gonna get fucked up. That was all there was to it. And I'm like, yeah, but I've done that before. It's no problem.
Vodka whiskeys?
Just double whiskeys.
Okay.
Double.
It's
double whiskeys.
I'm sorry. I was stuck on that point.
It's the new
Go
cool
ahead.
kids cocktail.
Go
Yes,
ahead. So
vodka whiskey.
But
love
I
double.
can. I can drink. I can put them away, and I usually, if I feel myself getting to that, boom, I can bring it down. I'm fine. Not that night. They just changed it. It was literally the first full 24 hours on the new meds, and the new meds. What happens is that, like, there's some kind of interaction where it's like, oh, you could tolerate alcohol to this point, but when the alcohol gets there, your blood pressure goes. Bloop. And I was just like,
You turn off like a
you
switch.
just shut down.
Like Vicky from
you're like
Small
you're like
Wonder.
you're like the fucking the robot, in sleep mode on Spaceballs, right?
Yep.
All right, my virginity alarm was not going off. I was gone.
Joan Rivers.
He was at the cigar lounge. His virginity alarm was totally going off.
100%.
No, there was not a chick in sight. He gets back. He's like, "You're coming back to my place." I'm like, "Fuck, I can't argue."
Yeah, you could not drive any.
There's nothing I can do.
It's not happening.
So then it was. I don't know what time o'clock in the morning. His kids come downstairs.
Probably about 7-ish.
His kids come downstairs, taking pots and pans and smacking fucking spoons and shit on.
They're like, what are you doing here?
What are you doing here? Whack, 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 whack.
There is nothing more jarring to a child as a grown adult in a place they
A
shouldn't
strange
be.
man sleeping in their living room.
Yeah,
and they-
Like, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
They come down. They just want to watch SpongeBob.
Yeah.
And this guy's on the couch.
SpongeBob's on TV. I'm like,
So, like, I feel like there's a conversation. You're like, hey, girls, it's great that you're up. There's a man downstairs.
Don't be alarmed.
Don't be alarmed.
yeah. He did not have that conversation.
And they're like, did he
He
drink
means-
too much? You're like, I don't know what.
Well, we got home about 1. My kids were asleep already.
Yeah. And then they start judging you. They're like, what did you do last night?
You
You're
know
like, no, this isn't about me. It's about him.
Yeah, that motherfucker's a problem.
Look, I've had the conversation
I
many
saved
times.
I drove him home, but that guy, he can't handle his liquor.
This guy's an alcoholic. I'm the responsible one.
Yeah,
We went to Taco Bell at 1 in the morning.
Oh, dude,
We got
Taco
kicked out of a
Bell.
Taco Bell drive-through. We got kicked out of an Uber in the Taco Bell drive-through, and then called another Uber.
I just saw a bunch of Homer
Can we
Simpson
Uber Eats Taco Bell?
salivating. Yes.
We can.
Yes.
We should do that.
The answer
But they'll
is yes.
probably put a person on a bicycle to get it here.
That's okay.
That's
I'll be
okay.
outside.
We'll check
I'll
the
wait for
shelves.
We don't need that. We got Noah here. Yes.
Oh.
Noah, you're on call.
Noah. Hey, Nikki, get Noah on the,
We're
on
in
the
the
phone.
danger
I
zone. We
want
shouldn't
chicken
be alone.
and cheese and lettuce and nothing else. I don't want none of that bean shit.
Whoa.
What do you want? What do you
Sorry.
get?
Nice.
All right, I hear 12-year-old girls giggling.
Why
They're
are they still
11.
awake?
I don't know, but they're not. They can't get our Taco Bell. They
No,
can't
Zoe's
save
not
us.
here.
now.
Yeah,
They can't
Yeah.
even drive. They're useless to us.
Zoe's not home. Zoe's not here. She's home, so she ain't
Yeah.
a problem.
All right, so this
Are
has
you
been
sure
our
of that?
4-year show, David.
Oh, shit, we're still on the internet?
Devolving.
We're live? Shit.
Yeah, we're still live. And before we go, we do have to talk more about conspiracy theories and Star Wars and Star Trek.
And the difference between a hyperdrive and a quantum drive. Which quantum drive
There
will
are
get here.
significant differences
Quantum drive
between
will
a
get here
hyperdrive
before
and a
hyperdrive
quantum
will. Quantum drive will get here before
Is it
hyperdrive
because
will.
of the purple lightsaber?
It's
Motherfucker.
It's the Force.
I want to. He's a force.
It's because the it's
It's
because
Samuel
the,
L. Jackson.
It's
I
because
love
the
that, yes.
midichlorians.
Yeah, yeah.
No, you know what it's going to be is the what's the mushroom drive?
The mushroom drive from
mycelial
the
the mycelial
mycelia
network
drive,
will all
yeah.
get
As
there
long
much
as
faster.
Palpatine's still alive, then
Mycelial
anything's-
network.
Yeah.
Now, if we can
Somehow Palpatine's back.
Somehow.
Come on.
That's the
How
explanation.
the fuck did that make it into a movie?
Somehow.
I'm sorry to everyone still listening to
Palpatine
this,
is back.
but I've seen hundreds of movies in the theaters, and I'm always the person who's like, let's see where this goes. I was in that movie, and I was like, oh, what the hell's going on?
I hope
Like,
you said that out loud.
I did. I was
was
like,
in the movie.
God damn it! I was so mad.
I was in
It's
the
like,
movie.
like opening night, you're like, that's bullshit.
I was with my dad, and my dad's like, "Do you not like this movie?" I was like, "That is bullshit, right there." Like, I've never
Yeah.
done that in a movie before.
Yeah, I'm in a movie. It's like somehow Palpatine's back. I'm like, the fuck's that the best thing you could come up with?
I think I said the same
well,
thing.
and the worst thing is,
I
if
was
you're a
so
true
mad.
nerd, you've read the comic books.
Oh, yeah.
You know how Palpatine is supposed to come back. It's already written. You don't have to say somehow.
Yeah,
it's
it
written.
was
It's in the
awful.
books.
It was
It's
awful.
there.
All right there in front of you.
You know.
I get it.
He gets it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I don't get? We can put a man on the fucking moon,
We can't make gushers.
but we can't keep the super sour stuff inside of gushers. Actually, inside, it all comes out.
You know why that is?
Every time you put your fingers in the hole.
You know why that
they're all
is?
sticky.
Stanley
Whenever you
Kubrick
put your
didn't direct
fingers
how
in the
they,
hole,
put
it
the
gets
stuff in there.
sticky.
Stanley Kubrick didn't direct how that stuff gets in there. That's why you know it's fake, the moon landing.
mean, the whole
And on that note, let's move on.
What's in the gushers, Dave?
Are you saying we never went
What's
to
in the
moon?
gushers? I like that. That's
Did you watch
good.
Dumb and Dumber?
What's in the gushers, Dave? Oh, you've seen Dumb and Dumber.
He's seen Dumb and Dumber.
You've seen
but
Dumb and
he
Dumber. You haven't seen
anything
fucking Spaceballs, but you've seen Dumb and Dumber.
Dumb and
All right, all right, Slurpees. Cool.
Dumber. Big gulps.
Samsonite.
Not Slurpees.
So close.
All right, let's move on from the shaggin' wagon. I've been Wes. This guy's been David. It's been 4 years. These guys have been the Goalie Dads United.
Yeah, whatever.
You have a YouTube channel. You got a podcast. Where
We
can
do.
people see your stuff?
We do. We're on YouTube. We're right. Is that where we are now?
Why are you asking him?
Yeah, you don't ask me.
I'm asking
Goalie
both of
Dads.
you.
I just show
You're not
up.
even paying attention.
All right. At Goalie Dads United on Instagram.
Yeah.
At Goalie Dads United.
And YouTube as well.
And we're on Facebook as well. So please hit us up. Thanks a lot.
Awesome. Follow both of these guys. And the show is awesome. You really got to make it a weekly thing.
Yeah, we're on.
It's
We're fucking not blue
talk
cheese,
more,
dude.
Talk more.
I'm never gonna get over that. Fucking never gonna. I think that should be a T-shirt that has a little thing
I'll
with a
make
lid
one.
that
I'll
just
make
says
one.
"not blue cheese." That I can't get past that.
Did you not hear this story?
I don't remember
my
the story.
God.
I didn't hear this. All right,
can I
before we
te-
log off, we got to hear the story.
All right,
What's
so
the
I'll
blue
tell
cheese story?
I'll tell real quick. So
This is great.
it was a family Christmas Eve. We were doing chicken wings, all the stuff, and I had friends drop off pudding shots.
Okay,
So-
now I need clarification.
Oh,
on
I
this.
think I did
Yeah.
hear
I
this
need
story.
clarification
I think
on
I
this
do know
because you
this story.
say pudding shots.
Yeah.
Is pudding shots Jello shots?
They're a little bit different. So there is Jello shots and there's pudding shots. So the consistency of pudding shots
I'm
looks
thinking of pudding,
like
but made with
like-
Kahlua.
maybe,
All right.
maybe, but the
Or jizz?
well, it doesn't.
I think it's more Jews than Kahlua.
Yeah,
to be honest with you.
look, I didn't make them, so I don't know.
All right, yeah,
I didn't make
okay.
'em.
You
But-
don't ask questions.
But at least looking at them,
Were they
Okay.
salty?
So it was, it's that Christmas week. Everyone's having parties. There's lots of stuff going on. There's family parties. There's friends parties. The twain shall meet across the streams. So someone dropped off a bunch of like pudding shots, put them in our freezer, then or our fridge, and then we had chicken wings that night. We put them in the fridge, and then somehow like it was just a family party, and someone's like, "Hey, can you break out like Kahlua and Sambuca?" And I was like, "Oh, this party's getting turned up." So I put it on the table, and I probably had a little too much to drink. So there were chicken wings on the table, and I see like just a singular, like when you get them, like the chicken wings, the little little thing. And I was like, oh sweet, we're doing pudding shots, and I like grabbed it, and Tara's like, what are you doing? I was like, oh, it's fine, and I just like shoot it like super
So
quick.
Tara tried to warn
no.
you.
Yeah, because there was
So you're never living this down.
So there was no-
you have zero chance.
there was no like friends around. It was just family. So like
So looking at blue cheese and looking at pudding, is pudding usually like have little blue speckles in it?
I mean, I was drinking, so
Fair enough,
like to
fair
be
enough.
fair, and when
It looked like a little cup of stuff.
yeah,
Like moldy.
And also,
moldy
I will say this
pudding.
too: when you've got family around too, and you're like, "Oh, they're drinking, let's all go for it." Like
Let's
we're all,
fucking
the same,
hammer,
we're all in
yeah.
the same place. Like
You
you're not
have a different family from me.
like you're like, oh, like
usually drinking to get away from my family.
I usually am too. So the fact that they were like into it, I was like, I don't want to second guess this.
Yeah, don't
second
fuck with
guess
this. Yeah, man. Don't fuck with a
we're
good
all-
thing,
we're
right?
we're all into the flow at the same point in time. So I was like, let's do it. And I was like, oh my god, I think the pudding shot curdled. And Tara goes, it's fucking blue cheese. What are you doing? And it was disgusting. Like,
Well, blue cheese is disgusting.
so
If you're expecting something else and you get blue
So
cheese,
that was the
I
thing.
like blue cheese, but if you're
I
expecting
love blue
something
cheese,
else,
but like I mean, I was and,
That's
and I was
awesome.
like a little bit in. I was like full hog. Like I like
yeah,
the whole container was gone.
because if you want to really fuck with somebody,
And then you look up,
Yeah.
and the whole table is like, dude, what the hell are you doing? And you're like,
this guy's crazy.
I'm not that drunk. Like, what just happened?
blue cheese is dripping through your chin.
And I was
I'm
like-
not that drunk.
And I was like, I've made a terrible mistake. Like,
I've made a terrible mistake.
yeah, I've made a terrible mistake. So
Arrested
yeah,
Development reference.
100%.
You have not seen it. Arrested Development. You got to see Arrested
Add it to the
Development.
list.
Add it to the list.
So I was elbow deep in blue cheese and not
Not pudding shots.
putting shots.
No.
at all.
Oh my.
So I have a
it's all
friend who
bad.
sends me every year. They send me a thing that says like a circle with a line through it and it says
That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Not blue
Yeah.
cheese. So I was here the first time I was listening to this. I was here. I was outside. I was making a sandwich. I came inside. The TV, the phone was outside, but I had my ear pods in, and I'm doing business calls and things like that. But I'm sitting outside working, and I come inside and I'm fucking losing it. Nikki's like, "What are you listening to?" I'm like, "I'm listening to Goalie Dads." She's like, "Is that funny?" I'm like, "Dude, you don't even know." So I come in, and then I hear, like, "Wait a minute, wait, what happened?" So I'm making toast and everything, and I'm making my bread, and I'm grilling the sheet and all this stuff. So I go back outside. I'm like, "No, we got to rewind this. We got to rewind this. So I'm sitting outside now, and I've got my jalapeno chips. And I got my sandwich, and I'm eating it. I'm like, "Yep, that's what I thought he said." Like, this is fucking gold, man. This is good stuff. Oh, it was great.
That's awesome.
It was absolutely great. So go give the Goalie Dads United a listen. That was episode 2 or 3, I believe.
Yep.
And
Yeah, too.
so how often do you guys do it?
We try to do it once a week. We're going
We're
live
8.
now.
Next week will be 10.
Yeah.
Are you going to be going live? Did I hear
Weeks.
live?
Last
Did I hear
week-
live?
Live?
Last week was the first live.
We tested it out.
Now you're doing
broadcast.
You didn't
just
tell
like
me.
you-
I
We
would have
didn't tell
watched
anybody
live.
because
It was not
It was. It was.
That's fine. The first live ones.
It was
First live is
terrible.
It was a
terrible.
lot of.
So you can't
technical-
think about it. Like
just like
we're
you
live
said.
right now, you don't
Yeah.
think about it.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of. It was a lot of
We
red
probably
tape.
should think about it.
Yeah, we should think about it at this point.
We probably should think about it.
Trust me, we know. I mean, so there's a reason why there are so few live casts.
Oh,
I love
it's
it,
harder
though.
than you think.
But it was a little freeing because, like, it was nice to just do it. Cause
do it. Yes.
Well, let's. Pull back the.
Let's think about it for a minute. We
Let's
say a
pull
lot
back
of
the
crazy
curtain a
shit.
little bit. So Jeff shows up on a weekly basis, and he's like, "I'm here." I send him the link. He logs in. He sits in front of his
I'm the
goofy
guy.
little
I just
thing.
show up.
He talks and he leaves. Right?
It sounds
how
like
we do it.
It sounds like a guy.
That's David.
Yeah.
That's me.
I'm the guy who takes the recorded aspect of it, dubs it, and puts
Right.
all the branding on it, and then uploads it, and then saves it to 3 different places, so we have backups and all this other stuff. So to Jeff, going live or not going live, really no difference. To me, it's a big difference because we can go live, and at the end of it, I'm like, all right, cool. Talk
Yeah.
to you later, buddy.
Boom.
And we're done. I
Done.
can go to bed,
Yeah.
and it's already up there.
Yeah.
Right.
I
Right.
love
There.
it.
I don't have to edit. Now we can
Right.
still cut in
No
and do our
editing is where
clips
it's
and stuff
at.
like that.
It's awesome.
But I'm not. It's not on me. There's 2 episodes I still haven't even posted yet because I just have to get in there and actually get through them. So eventually we'll be at number 10 the next time we go live.
So I'll
which will
say this.
be-
I wish we had done
next
live an episode before because we went to the kids'
Oh my
goalie
God.
camp. And Mike and I were talking beforehand. We were just cracking jokes. And we were in stitches. I mean, tears coming down our face. And I was like, dude, get the laptop up. Get it up now. I was like, this is going to be the worst podcast we ever do because we already just like spent all of our gold content. But I was like, if they can catch us just laughing, the kids were behind us. Like they were like, I don't even know what we talked
I
about.
don't
It
even
wasn't nothing
See,
good.
that's the kind of thing you record like 30 seconds of it,
Yeah.
and that's a promo for your podcast.
I know. We were
Yes.
dying.
See, that's the promo. Just you guys cracking up, making no sense at all. Goalie Dads United.
And what was nice about it was we were on location.
Yeah.
So we kind of felt like we travel a lot.
Yeah.
Like for tournaments and stuff like that. And we're like, the fact that we can do that on the road
Yeah.
is nice.
Yeah.
Is really nice. So we're trying to plan accordingly with stuff like that.
We're getting there.
We're
So-
getting there.
So if you have like impromptu lives like that, seriously, anytime, jump on like Facebook, jump on Instagram. It'll save on there. But what it's also going to do is it's going to expand your audience too, because these different platforms are going to see you
Yeah.
jumping on at different times, and they're going to boost you in the algorithm in different ways at different times. It makes more sense if you are more predictable as far as your date, time,
Yeah.
repetitive actions. But the more you get on there, the more it's going to push you out to different audiences.
Gotcha.
We're on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Marketing. This is what
so
we do.
we if we followed our own advice,
Well, look, there's a meme going around right now. It's everywhere on the hustle porn Instagram, which is you don't get rich in your first 5 years. Your first 5 years are where you get good.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It takes time to actually start making money, but to refine your skills to actually get to the point to where you can make money, like that's the fun part, and that's where you get good. Like our first episode was garbage. It's the funniest thing ever.
it's
But we're
brutal.
kinda good
It's
at what we do.
You guys
brutal.
know what you should do? You guys should have an episode where you watch and live react to your first podcast.
Oh my God, that'd be awesome.
Watch
Mystery Science
Watch
Theater.
and react. Yeah, we do.
Yeah,
Mystery-
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
awesome.
I
We can
told
do that.
I told Mike.
Mystery Science Theater is an old show.
Never heard of it.
So good. So good.
That might come as a surprise to you.
It did not.
heard
That's
of it.
why I was explaining it to you.
Mystery,
what-
what now?
Mystery Science
You
Theater.
lost me at science. I like the mystery part, but
MST3K. So good.
I'm not a science guy.
I did tell Mike though that I was like, man, when we talk about doing the podcast and we were talking to you one time, I go, Dave's just like we could be in a social setting and he's just so quick.
He's on.
I was like, we've got to that is a skill set we've got to figure
It's
out.
a skill.
Or when we called your buddy,
It
in
is. It
sales.
is tough.
and I
Because
was
he's in
like,
sales. It's what he does.
I was like, oh my god, I'm like a neophyte.
Yeah.
You know, like trying to like, it was crazy. Just
Yeah.
watching people just fill the dead space and stuff like that. So
You know, it also helps with a lot of things. Like, it doesn't matter what industry you're in. Wherever you go, like, eventually you're going to have to do some
You should
sort of
live
speaking in
review
front of a crowd.
OnlyFans.
We should. That'd be funny.
oh my god.
Eventually you're going to have to be
Well, she
speaking
took
in
the
front of a
8-inch
crowd.
cucumber. Let's see what she does with the 10.
I didn't think she could take that much.
I had
Let's-
no
let's do
doubt
the-
in her capabilities.
Let's do the frame-by-frame slow-mo
Golden
on
Dads
this one.
United has been taken off the air.
I've often said we should do an OnlyFans page, but it's just the show.
It's just
It's just this.
So last week I'm in a hospital, right? And I'm sitting there. I'm literally in a hallway because weirdly enough they give you freaking hallway rooms here
You can
in
fit
New
a lot
York.
more people in a hallway than you can in a room.
Yeah,
New York's
so,
a weird
so
place,
it-
man.
it is odd.
It's not. It's
So
not
I'm
the
in this
real
hallway,
world.
So I've got the iPad up. I can't join in on the show because I'm in a hospital. So, but I'm commenting as much as I can.
Oh, I saw you had about 200 comments, so you were.
Yeah, so I'm commenting
You're in.
while I'm commenting away, and near the end of it, he's like, "Oh, we're done already?" Like, yeah, we had 3 bullet points, and Wes goes, "You'll be surprised how long it takes to get through 3 bullet points
yeah, with
David on the show."
Yeah, normally I have like 12 bullet points. I'm trying to limit it a lot.
Yeah.
It'll take like 3 hours to get through 3 bullet points with David.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's all
I'm
it does.
impressed with how you facilitate the live.
And
It- it-
90%
great.
of what I do is just reining in the David.
What he
Pull it
does
back in.
is he baits me, I go after it,
And
and
then I
then,
pull it back
he
in.
pulls me back.
Yeah.
It's fishing.
Yeah,
It's like
it is.
fishing.
That's it. That's
Well-
how it works.
The reason why we went 4 hours and 16 minutes is because we don't have that.
No.
And it's the same
You and I
thing-
don't either.
Like, David calls me up at 10 o'clock on a Thursday. The Bourbon is calling. I said, well, I can't leave it unanswered, so I'll come over at 10
Yeah.
o'clock. I'm home at 2:30 in the morning. And I'm
Yeah.
like, what just happened? Like, it's not that we drank a ton or anything else. It's just
But we
a bunch of
did.
bullshit.
Why do you think
Mike and I
stopped
had a
answering
45
his
minute thing about a
phone
mouse
calls?
the other day.
I've had about 3 hours
Listen,
of that mouse right
He's
now.
had a lot of the mouse. He's had a lot more of the mouse than you have. I cut my mouse short for you.
He was here, discovered the mouse,
I was
left,
sitting.
went to Walmart to get traps for the mouse.
David's about to
I went back to our podcast. I'm like, Mike talks about the mouse in minute 12. Here we're at minute 48.
That was the
Still
first
on
day. I
mouse.
was sitting
Did you
down
check
there.
the bins?
He's good. He's still
I
got
figured.
there.
I figured you.
I was
I knew
literally-
that Mike was going to go
he still
home and start
alive?
checking the bins.
I don't know where he is.
Oh,
I came.
I don't think
came
he's a
over,
stick around guy.
I came in. He's about to tell me he needs brain surgery, and I got an alert that there's a mouse at my sump pump.
And he's
And
like,
I'm like,
you know what?
"David, I
Your
love
brain's
you,
got to
man."
wait, but
I gotta go. Walmart's closing at 11. I'll
Yeah.
come back.
I gotta get brain. I gotta.
I'll be
not
back.
brains. I gotta get mouse shit. Your brain? Cool. All right, bro.
So you had a mouse in
came
your
back.
sump pump. Is
stay alive no matter what occurs.
Well, I
and I'll
wasn't in
find
the
you.
sump pump.
Yeah.
I have a camera
I'll
on
get
the
you.
sump pump.
Whatever movie that
And
is
it
that
triggered
you also
the
haven't
camera.
seen.
Oh,
So that
okay.
told me there was a mouse in my basement, which really set me off.
You
into
don't
some
wanna
downward
ask.
spiral.
So
Don't ask,
you can
please,
just go
God.
down there and get it.
I mean, I tried. I couldn't find him.
Yeah, that sucks.
I think he left.
Of his
I think he
own
left
accord.
too.
That's
I
what
think
you
he's
do.
under your. I think he's
So,
under your deck. I think
Just
you.
to-
I think you've
just
got a
for your
home
own
under your deck.
You
edification,
can live
Episode
outside.
8 for Goalie Dads is just called Mouse. They're like,
could get all the
they're like,
information
Jeff, you had
there.
a huge impactful week. I was like, yeah. He's like, let me talk about my mouse.
I got a lot of stuff to talk about.
Yeah, we get. We're back
I got
from
a mouse.
we're back from goalie camp this week. The girls performed well, but the mouse did better.
And that's what we're all about. We don't really talk about
like,
goalies.
Jeff, did you have the World Championships this week? Well, I got to tell you about a mouse.
Nobody cares about your world championships.
So I don't.
So your daughter got second place.
First.
Oh, wait a minute.
First, second,
Wait a minute.
all the
What?
same.
Because I knew about the second place when they went to the one thing. So the other person on her team got first place.
So
got
her-
second place, but there's another thing.
So there's two distinct.
So we're talking
awards.
about Ninja Warriors now, by the way.
Yes.
Just so everybody knows.
Warps wall.
Her teammate won world champion,
Oh.
which is like a 3-stage event, and there's 6 total events. And if you person who finishes the best on the 6 events wins World's Strongest Ninja, which is what my daughter won.
That's amazing.
Dude.
That's awesome.
How many kids?
That's awesome.
There were
And how many
175
mice were
girls
there?
at Worlds.
175 girls competing.
And
175 girls
Number
and
one.
3 mice.
and 3 mice, and there were over 400 girls who competed the whole season.
Wow.
So-
And she got
And
first.
your girl got like Super Ninja number 1.
Her and her teammate.
That's
were, like,
amazing.
top-
And if
top
they're
dog.
not calling it Super Ninja, they should start doing it now.
yeah.
We should
Which is
say-
crazy that 2 girls from the same gym in a small town, realistically,
Yeah.
got 2 of the top. And what's funny is the number 1 coach of the year, Columbus, Ohio.
Really?
OH, baby.
MLab Ohio.
OH.
Big shout out to MLab Ohio. Jen
To where?
Jen Sanders from MLab Ohio got coach of the year.
MLab?
Oh, I know Jen
Imlab?
Sanders. Yeah. I have no clue.
Yeah, I was like, no, you
You
don't.
sold me.
I
But
don't
no,
even know
but,
Imlab.
but super awesome.
Yeah.
Super awesome.
That's
Yeah.
that's an accomplishment.
Yeah.
That's a tough course.
Actually,
that's
I might.
Like,
It's hard to tell.
physically
I know.
We go there every year.
nuts, man. I don't know, but I'm talking about Ninja Warrior stuff.
Yeah.
So when you
It's
back in
bonkers.
Columbus, because when you get back to Columbus, we all need to go.
It's,
Yeah, let's go.
I think it's February.
February.
Yeah.
So February is my birthday month.
February?
So yeah.
So I'll find out the date, but so super.
I might be on a cruise.
I'm not even bullshitting. This is a super cool thing. There's a ninja who started a Ninja Femme competition just for girls, and it's like
Okay.
a thing that highlights all the girls across Ninja from age like 6 to 18. And she did it in Florida last year, and we went down there when we went to Disney.
Yeah.
Well, this year the championship is going to be in Ohio with the reigning coach of the year, and we're going to be in Columbus, Ohio. So
All right.
I'll
That's-
get
yeah,
the dates.
look, let us know.
Well,
We'll do
we
a
should
live
go to
show
Dublin
from,
because Dublin has a Top Golf.
Dublin doesn't have a Top Golf.
And we, so I was telling
does.
Dave where
It
we
does not.
stayed.
It certainly does
it
too.
certainly does
I
not.
was there.
It's like
You did, no, that's Westerville, bro.
Same
Yeah.
shit.
I'll have to look.
That's
where
2 cities
I
over.
went to the zoo in Columbus. It was wonderful.
We have a great zoo. We have a
Yeah,
great
yeah.
zoo.
I used to live like 5 minutes from that
We
zoo,
talked about where was the hotel?
and we
stayed on
avoid the hell out of that place.
There was a good ice cream place.
Jenny's?
I don't know. they have
He knows.
they have listeria.
I caught
so I don't
Listeria
know.
immediately
So,
afterward. I
so
don't know.
Jenny's is so 750, which is the road that goes right by the zoo. 750 going to Powell. Jenny's is used to be right
You
there.
gotta try their
They're
goat
gone.
cheese and pistachio.
But
Goat
goat
cheese
cheese
cherry.
cherry.
It's
Yeah,
to
goat
die
cheese
for.
cherry. They
Yeah.
can keep it.
It's pistachio and ass crack.
Yeah,
That was
Top Golf is over in
That's a good
Westerville.
one.
It's
That's
at
a
the
good
same location where the old Polaris Amphitheater, or they
saw
called it
Metallica
their
there.
Jermaine. Yeah, you were at Sodfest.
I was. It was.
Yeah,
They had to
Sodfest.
stop the concert 3 times specifically to tell people stop pulling up the sod and throwing it across the lawn, the lawn area.
Is brutal.
It
I
was
wasn't there
awesome.
for that. I went there for Ozfest.
like-
that was my
yeah.
first time seeing not Limp Bizkit.
Limp Bizkit.
Slipknot was there.
Oh, nice.
I saw Limp Bizkit at Newport.
Yeah, Newport Music Hall. Yeah,
And it's like there's this horseshoe. It's a little tiny venue. There's this
It's not big,
horseshoe
yeah,
thing
very
that
big.
goes right across the top. It was a buddy of mine got free tickets off the radio. It was actually a concert for I don't remember the main band. Faith
couldn't
No,
have-
Faith
couldn't
No
have
More. It's a
been-
Faith No
Oh,
More
Faith No
concert.
More.
Oh, Faith and More. Okay, well, wow,
But
wow. Whew.
opening for them was
Epic.
Limp Bizkit. And this was right before they got famous. This was right before they did Fashionably Loud on MTV. They were amazing. We were like right above the band
Dude,
on the
I'll
balcony
tell
that wrapped
you.
around.
So
It
I don't know
was
about Faith No
nuts,
More,
man.
but Limp Bizkit. I've been to a couple Limp Bizkit concerts.
It was a
and-
great concert.
Oh my lord!
This was the first time I ever heard Faith by Limp Bizkit.
Yeah.
It knocked the roof off that place, man.
brutal.
It knocked
I
the
don't
roof
know.
off
I don't
that
know
place.
that. I mean, I've been in some pretty vicious mosh pits, but I've never been in a more large and happy mosh pit
Then Limp.
than Limp Bizkit Faith.
It was bonkers,
Was
man.
that like George Michael's Faith?
I
Yeah,
went.
George Michael's
I
Faith.
thought they covered that.
Yeah, they did cover
yeah.
it.
It was.
I mean, it was their.
It
It was.
might be
It's
one of
their
the best
song
songs.
now.
Yeah, it
it's
is.
one of the best
It's
songs.
their song now.
Yeah.
I
I
went
do
to.
remember that.
I went to that once, but I had to leave because I was about to break.
That's like what the.
All right, guys, we've been going for a while. It's time to wrap this up. It's been
have
4
we?
years on the Underdog journey. It feels like 4 years on the
4
show.
years. 4 years. Does anybody need another pour?
Nikki.
Does everybody want
Well,
a
I
pour
feel
of
like-
their number one?
Yeah, I feel like I need number 3.
I think we need. I think everybody should get a pour of their
Number 3
number
is the
one.
white trash. I mean the wild turkey. Sorry, I wrote down WT.
Ouch.
Sorry.
We're going to have that drink
So
on the
that was your number
outro.
one. That was your number one. All right, we're gonna
No,
go
my
get
number one
everybody a
is
drink
H.
of their number ones.
Oh, sweet.
We'll see you guys next week.
Next week.
Next week, next Thursday, 8
next
p.m.
Thursday.
on Facebook and YouTube. Also, check out Goalie Dads United on YouTube and Instagram. At Goalie Dads United.
At Goalie Dads
At
United.
Goalie Dads United. Kirsten Carnahan says
Hashtag ding dongs.
It's been 4 years. We'll see you guys
4
next time.
years since Ding Dongs.
Out.
funkin' up the neighborhood. I felt full cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood. Funkin' up the neighborhood. I felt full cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood. Funkin' up the neighborhood. I felt full cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods.